What will the kids think?
When they see napkins on the table.
When they see napkins on the table. Little children, what do you think?
You guys are so creepy and weird.
Yeah, we're very close to the actual, like...
We're stream lurkers.
We're very close to the actual speakers, so maybe we have to turn it down.
Oh, for the audio levels?
Maybe that's better.
How's that look? Yeah? Oh, that's not, you want to get it in that, that's not bad. I mean, well, so you're going to have to project, Jesse, because I'm
going to be back there. I'll be fine. The audio levels will be up if you're all
Jesse
here.
auto projects anyway.
I have magic projection abilities.
Because this is my projecting voice to do that, this is not my normal human dinner voice.
Okay. Yes, hello.
Hey, how's it going,
How's
Jesse?
it going?
Haven't
Friends?
seen you in a while. Oh, man. This is exciting, though. Thank you for inviting me.
No, my pleasure.
This is like...
I had a phone at one point in my life.
I saw part of the menu from the
internet?
The internet.
Did we go live? We did. Excellent.
I was most excited
Alright, I'm gonna
about...
go.
I think I saw lamb
Did
chop
you go
on there.
live? You did.
Yeah.
Go live.
I'm
I just
also-
need to make sure that...
I totally wore this like pink shirt and pink tie just like because it was like clean.
I wore pink.
And well then I was like, oh, it's like kind of Valentine's Day theme. Look at that.
The Catherine art is pink, also.
Maybe so. Was I like?
You
primed?
accidentally were perfect.
I was like primed, as they say, because I saw the Catherine art, but then like it was a while ago, and then it stuck in my head. Do you ever watch those Darren Brown videos? Where
No.
he'll like hypnotize people by like priming them. He'll show them pictures of stuff, and then they'll draw exactly what he drew, and it'll be like in an envelope, and he'll be like, oh, that's an interesting drawing you just came up with, and he'll show them, and it'll be the same thing, and they'll
I
be
see
like,
what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
oh.
Hi, chat.
Are we live?
You're live.
You're live.
Are we?
It doesn't show up on our computer, though. It only shows up on my phone.
Yeah, that's weird. I'll fix it.
Oh, there's no chat there.
Fix it, fix
Jesse,
it,
it's
fix it, fix it,
broken.
fix it,
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Cheese and crackers, guys. Ay, ay, ay.
Can't
I
believe
saw-
this low-quality stream.
What? Is that what they said?
No, that's what I said.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, there's like 4 cameras, right?
No, there's 3.
There's 1, 2. Oh, and then the third one in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys go see Black Panther?
I haven't yet. Don't tell me anything.
I didn't see it yet either.
Okay.
I figured that movie's gonna be in theaters for like the whole rest of this year.
That's true. I want to see it tomorrow. I'm gonna try to see it tomorrow.
It is amazing.
I can't
Yeah.
wait.
I'm like,
Here we go.
This is gonna be one of those movies that just like it
Hello,
stays in
everyone.
theaters forever.
Hi, guys. Can you see us? Can you hear us?
Hello, everybody.
There's an Abstergo agent in my kitchen.
Well, I thought they were gonna say something. The chat was gonna be like, "Hey, we see you, Jesse."
I'm going.
Good. I'm checking all the goodness here. I see
The text on chat is so teeny.
Oh, you do have an Abstergo shirt on. I was trying to figure out what was going on with you.
It's just like, what is in my kitchen?
Jesse, I don't know how good your eyes are,
Yeah.
but that chat is useless.
So tiny.
Yeah, but that's why I have my phone.
Okay.
Top view cam. Yeah, we're going like
There we
Alright.
go.
ham on biscuits. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hi, everyone. We're waiting for Dodger and Sammy to arrive.
Faux pas, faux pas.
Oh, hi.
Okay, now I can read the chat.
I can only
So
see
tiny.
emails.
We're so you're tiny. Love is over, y'all.
It is fancy.
This is fancy. We're like next level.
Do you think, how late do you think Sam and Duga are gonna be?
I told them 7, so I imagine 8:30.
Because I've also hung out with them, and then they're like, yeah, we're supposed to do this thing, but like 9 o'clock rolls around, like, I think we'll stay home and just watch Netflix.
No, they're gonna be here.
They have to be
Dodger
here.
wants to eat so badly.
Oh yeah, she's eating.
Am I gonna introduce the folks on stream? Please.
Do they need to?
I mean,
Don't
yes.
you know my robot face?
Everyone knows Kristen.
Yeah.
By the way, do we sound okay? We can crank up the volume on our end. Also, can you hear Andy in the kitchen?
Let me know if you can hear me or cannot hear me. Just adjusting again. Oops.
What was that? Oh, is this the cup? Is this one of those gamer tables?
It is.
Whoa!
This
Oh,
table
this
is for
moves.
games
Hey guys,
and dinner.
I'm Aaron.
Everything sounds fine?
So you guys might remember me if
Dude,
you were
sweet.
at Cox.
Yeah, this guy right here not only has recorded and directed many things I've done,
Yeah.
but you did the CoxCon documentary that played last year.
If anybody saw it.
For all of you who cried when the CoxCon documentary
He
played,
made you
this
cry.
guy made you cry. And that's Kristen, the one person who holds all this nonsense together.
Or something.
Yeah.
I see Mathis in chat. Hi, Mathis.
Hi, Mathis. And then over here is going to be Duger and Sam. They'll show up whenever the hell they show up.
Yeah.
Until they're here, this is a very unbalanced
Yeah,
table.
this doesn't look right, but that's what they'll be. And yeah, love is over.
Love is afoot. Did you decorate it this way because these decorations were on sale?
Yes, we
Yes.
bought them. we bought them on sale, and that's how you do it.
I also bought a bunch of chocolate when we went to the grocery store just now.
Who is the show? Oh yeah, hey Andy, come here. We forgot our chef.
Yes.
Oh my
he's
God.
in here.
Hi.
Right?
Hi. What
This man right here is straight up like the best. If you don't, what is your actual Twitter account? It's at. You have an underscore in there, yes?
I am Andy _Lunique.
There you go.
Dash Discord.
I'll just tweet it out now. Go look at this man's food that he posts and realize you and I will never be as good. We'll never cook as well.
It's true.
I'm humbled. I really am.
I discovered today. I thought we met through Xbox, but it turns out it was Dreadnought.
Yes.
So that is 3 years ago now? 4, 5 years? How long has Dreadnought been in beta?
Talk about that. It's been in beta for a while, but yeah, we met at the very first PAX South.
God almighty.
Wow.
Yeah. And ever since then we've been saying we need to do a cooking stream. We need to do a dinner.
Yep.
And so today is the anniversary of the game Catherine.
Yes.
And there's a new Catherine coming out. February 17th is the release of Catherine, and so there's a new one coming out, and we figured, screw it, let's do a Catherine-themed dinner.
Yo, what are we going to do next time for our next Catherine stream where there are 3 Catherines?
Well.
Three separate dishes for each course.
That's
9
what I was going to
dishes?
say. That's so creepy. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was just like, yeah, just do 3 dishes of Catherine.
Yeah, 3 dishes.
I like it.
Sounds
Great.
good.
My question was answered.
I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So,
Yeah,
yes.
I will. People in chat are trying to post it, but I will go right now and post your link in Twitter so people can follow you.
That makes me so happy.
I got you. And then we should tweet at Atlas too, because
Yeah, Atlas should know.
make
that we're
them
making
watch
Catherine
this.
food.
Yeah.
And I have
Oh.
some real risque thing. No, not risque.
Risque?
Risque.
Risque?
I had something involved with thongs earlier. It didn't really work out. But yeah, it's it's okay. We did something else. But
This
yeah.
would have been the perfect stream to do that.
I realized that.
Yeah.
Buying thongs is actually a little bit more awkward. Not if you're buying for someone, it's cool. But when you're just hey, I have to do something with this, it
It's
just
for
doesn't
Hank.
feel quite right. Yeah, it's just I need 4 of these. I'm sorry, what? So yeah, it got a little weird.
I need this for eating.
Yeah, I need to be that guy. Plus, they're okay. I like to say on
Is
behalf.
that right? Is that how it's spelled?
Oh no.
How did I screw it up?
My name. I am unique.
Oh, I
in
spelled it.
alphabet.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, and that's me.
Boom, done. That man right there.
They're gonna spam the crap out of me, aren't they?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think the last big food event that I'd done before this was Eva TK's cooking stream, her dinner party, and then before that, I had done all the food that I possibly could for Battle Chef Brigade.
Tight.
So I
cool.
recreated about 6 different dishes from the game.
Wow.
And I got really competitive with the other chefs that were doing it. And it got really, really salty for a while. But I made 6.
Literally salty.
Oh, God damn it.
We have a request. Can Chef
You're
please
welcome.
flex dem muscles?
Oh, my God. Should I put on another shirt? Is this too much?
Flex them muscles. Chat demands it. Chat demands it.
What do I do?
Just straight to the camera.
They
Yeah,
see you. They
Let's
see
do
your
this.
moves.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Look at that gun
Put
show.
this next to his
Next to my head. Take us to the gun show. Chad is very pleased.
It makes me happy. I'm glad. I'm hoping that there's people who are interested in seeing.
Oh, a lot of people want a lot of beefcake messages.
The beef hasn't begun. So now, since we're waiting for two
Lot of
more
hard
guests, I don't
eyes.
want to start cooking. I think we're going to get like. I want food to be good. So you guys are good hanging out.
We're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
So yeah, I want to. Any questions I should answer now? Or things like that?
I mean, does Chad have any questions about what's in store for us food-wise?
I have a terrible habit of forgetting to talk, and I'm just so in the food that everyone's like, you should speak, right? I'm like, that's a great idea. But I realize I'm just like rethinking the dish over and over and over and over
Sure.
again, and it's
Give us. What are we cooking tonight?
Yeah,
what are we cooking tonight, Chef?
Whoa,
Okay.
I'd love to hear this.
Oh wow, yeah.
I
all
also
right.
don't
so
know.
let's just begin with the first, the concept. The idea is to give you a little bit of different aspects of the game that I took away while playing, and as well as trying to represent the characterization of the entire cast as well. So it's very hard to do that in a game like Catherine because everyone would be like, oh, lots of alcohol and lots of sex, and it's just like food that represents sex and pleasure is really cliche. And everyone's like chocolate and oysters and things like that, and I didn't
Dodger
really
and
want
Sam
to
are
do
here. I'll be
that.
right back.
So I decided to go with. Oh, is he here?
Yeah, they're here. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
okay,
get-
yeah,
I'm gonna
let
go
them
get it.
go.
I'll be
So
right
I
back.
decided to go with flavors that represent contrast, impact, sexuality in its
interesting.
more raw form. But I got away.
You know what? That's what Twitch says about me quite often. I'm sexuality in its most raw
In its
form.
most raw form.
Yeah.
So the first dish, actually, if she wanted to hear this, I should stop.
All right, we can wait.
Yeah.
Let's get back to me being sexy in a raw
Yeah, I
form.
think we should talk
once
about
Sam
that.
and Dodger get here, that'll be good.
Yeah. For the baby, the baby's gonna want to know
Raw sexuality.
about raw sexuality.
How did I get here?
Yeah.
And I will be the one to explain to that child.
Raw sexuality.
All right, baby. Let's have a conversation about raw sexuality.
You're gonna learn today.
I just sit a baby down like, do you know what sex is, baby? And the baby's like, sure I do. Because the baby can talk. The baby is fully grown adult. Sure I do. Here.
Do I ever?
Oh shit, do I ever know?
Light up a cigarette. Let me tell you something.
Oh, here's a question. What's the most difficult dish you have made?
The most difficult dish that I actually ended up acing was actually a lemon. It was eggs Benedict, but done really, really super fancy. It was an egg Benedict on top of a rosemary polenta cake with a lemon hollandaise and a roasted tomato.
How do you even?
Well, it was actually for my ex-girlfriend, who was not my girlfriend at the time. She was a food reviewer. And I remember I had actually screwed up hollandaise every single time since before then. And then knowing that she was coming in and I had to land this brunch, I just kept praying it would work. It would work. Because hollandaise is a sauce that that can break very easily.
Yeah.
And I just had not gotten it right for the longest time. And I was at this restaurant that demanded perfection. And I'd gotten very lucky. The 3 days before that, no one had actually ordered the dish.
Oh,
and it was special that I made up. So yeah, that's how we ended up there.
Oh man.
So I've never screwed up hollandaise since.
Is that how she became your girlfriend?
No.
She was like, this holidays, I must meet this man.
No, it was like 5 years of not getting it, and then we finally got there. But yeah, that's also over too. So, let's just say we probably should have left it at the hollandaise and tomato.
That was a peak.
Yeah, I should have known better back then.
Oh, man.
But
Uh-oh.
Somebody asked.
Everyone
Everyone.
wants to know if you're single. Also, someone said, "Who's that beautiful purple hair?"
Oh, that's
That's
Aaron.
It is I, Aaron.
Aaron Umatani.
I just posted a joining me for dinner list.
I'm sorry.
I posted like
Joining
me for dinner.
There it is, and you put me as the chef.
Yeah, man. I got you.
I got you.
Oh man.
Oh, goodness.
So, I guess we'll wait for Sam and Dodger to get here.
Yes,
but I'm like
we'll talk
super
about the food.
curious, like to know what.
Oh,
this
is your
menu
food good enough to blow everyone's clothes off? This is a good question.
Oh man, I got
That's a very good question.
All right. My character in Shugeki, which if you ever want to throw down, But all right,
Oh,
the
shit.
bandana will go on.
Oh,
Rio is my character,
Okay.
and his cooking style of aggressive.
Right.
Goes,
Yeah.
put it in your mouth. Eat it right
Yeah.
now. I will destroy you. I will
Right.
hold nothing
I don't
back.
know that I like this part
Oh
about you.
no!
I like
That
the
is
more
me.
aggressive, put it in your mouth, eat it right now character. I
When you
don't-
need me to eat, when you need me to handle it, I will handle it. And that is exactly
You
what I'm
stop.
talking about.
Chat's getting too worked up. They're getting too worked up. I see
That
that
is
they're
my
getting
cooking
too
style,
worked
okay?
up.
And then all of a sudden, the moment you think it's over, there's one more element.
They're getting
Yeah,
too
it's
worked
a
up.
surprise.
They're getting too
Exactly.
This is too much.
This is leaving my dishes
They're getting too
It's funny because Soma does the exact same thing, but what I love about that show is it's legit. There are some things that I
Yeah.
see them doing that I go,
Yeah.
that would work. That
Yeah.
does make sense.
Oh,
Something
can
to
you
just
do
like,
Chad a favor?
oh, please.
While you're cooking, can you from time to time snap your fingers and go, "That's it"?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Perfect.
Let me tell you, Ignis is the only reason why I played the game for 86 hours.
Ignis is so
I literally just walked around getting recipes. I killed monsters for recipes. All Final Fantasy. I don't know what happened to Noctis. I really don't remember.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all. That
It
recipe.
doesn't matter what happened to Noctis at all.
Not at all. And then when he was blind and I couldn't cook for the spoilers. Spoilers. I will stop. Stop talking. I didn't spoil it for you.
Hey, no, you didn't. I even just played the Ignis solo adventure thing.
I was waiting. I was actually trying to finish.
It has an alternate reality ending. There's 2 endings.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
It is wacky. Hey, question for you. How does Jesse's kitchen hold
Yeah,
up?
I was like,
Okay. This
In the
is
long line of kitchens you've cooked in recently,
Now-
how does this one hold up?
please be honest.
I have to be
Be
very,
honest.
very, very frank. This is the best kitchen I've ever cooked in so
Really?
far
Wow.
on the domestic level. Because honestly, I borrow kitchens from my friends' restaurants sometimes,
Yeah.
Airbnbs.
Who's got that good kitchen? Who's got that good
And
kitchen?
I've had some situations, but you have to get through it. Like my goal was to use as much of your kitchen as possible, and you saw me bring my own plates and pots. But this is the best one. I'm very
Yeah, on a
comfortable.
domestic level, look, I think it's fine. I personally, every time I watch TV and I see someone with like a 15 oven kitchen, I'm like, fine. Be wealthy. I'll enjoy my little
regular dude kitchen.
my shitty dude solo dude kitchen. Yeah.
Best part about that is they never cook.
Yeah.
Ever. They have caterers come in there and cook.
Yeah.
But I've been to quite a few kitchens and mansions as well as in really, really well-off homes.
Yeah.
Please.
Rich people don't cook for
He
themselves.
can't take you on
no.
a tour of my fridge because my fridge is full with all the food he's cooking.
Yes. And
It'd be a lie. It'd be a lie if he showed you what was in my fridge.
There's
Let's
a
be
lot
real.
of soil in it.
Oh,
But-
somebody wants any tips for amateur chefs? So people who are trying to like up their game.
Okay, number one, you should actually trust Blue Apron for the first 3 months. Trust Blue Apron.
Are they paying you?
No, they're not. Actually,
What if
yeah,
they
I'm not
started?
sponsored. If
Hey,
they
Blue
did,
Apron, what if you started paying this man?
I don't think they'd like me much. I used to hack their boxes. I used to take Blue Apron boxes and make food that I wasn't supposed to make.
Oh.
Can I tell you? I got Blue Apron just to try it out. I got like a month. I paid for a month of it.
Yeah.
And I personally found that it was too much food.
Yes.
Because they give you enough for 2 people per meal.
Yes.
And I was like, I could make this, but I'm gonna have a leftover. And then tomorrow when I go to make the next thing,
Yes.
So,
Another leftover.
and eventually it goes bad, right? Because
Yeah.
it's all fresh food. So if you're like a couple, it's probably a smooth thing to do.
Yeah.
It is.
But,
If you're an amateur and you're trying really hard to be like, oh, I want to learn how to cook, Blue Apron's a good starter. But more than 3
interesting.
months, it's unnecessary.
Hello?
Oh,
So
interesting.
what you do is start there and then start adapting your own recipes. Blue Apron's first core recipes
Uh-huh.
teaches you the basics in which you can apply those same cooking methods to
Yeah.
so much. So
Oh,
they'll teach you.
interesting.
I'll do shrimp. You can do chicken this way. You can do meat this way. You can do pasta this way. So there's so many options of, this is really easy. So trust me, it's very good to use.
And
it's a good
also,
starter.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can definitely hack it. My mom came over because it was one of those things where it's like I had Blue Apron,
Right.
and when my parents were apartment hunting, my mom was here, and she was like, "I'm not really gonna follow the recipes. I'm just gonna make my own thing."
Yeah.
And it was just as good because literally it's like they give you it chicken, and they give you,
Yeah.
and you can it's food. You can make whatever you want with it,
Mhm.
so you don't need to follow their recipes.
Yeah, not
And
at all.
sometimes the recipes have stuff where I'm like, maybe I don't want to eat tomatoes shaped like Richard Nixon's face.
No,
Or whatever.
cutting
Yeah.
techniques.
Or whatever, yeah. Maybe I don't want to
Yeah.
cut it the way they want me to cut it. Just
I mean, it's like,
mash
it's
and
like
throw
buying
it
a
in.
box of Legos, right? Like
Yeah.
you could make the helicopter, but then you could make a little car.
Exactly.
I
Thank
think
you.
this is
Is
Hello?
That, is that Dubin?
Is that Also, was I hearing a seal?
Yeah, there's like water. That's like a harbor, right?
There's legitimate seals over there?
Yeah.
Well, not over there, like so far down.
Yeah.
But the problem is,
like over next to his little droid.
yeah, next to
seal.
BB-8. No, but like way far down, like that way is where seals are, right? And the seals, like at night, get it on. And for the rest of the night, expect to hear like, That's not a joke.
I mean, I don't think we could be in a more beautiful place for a captain's dream.
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
true,
I don't
yeah.
think so at all.
The weird.
Looks like a board game, so we might play board games. Who knows?
Yeah,
It could happen.
Oh, so yeah, we were talking about Blue Apron. That was it.
Blue Apron. Good advice.
Yes.
Good advice.
Good starter, and then from there, just go explore.
Yeah.
YouTube videos out there. Watch Binging with Babish. She's doing basics with Babish.
Oh,
He is killing it right now, and he does all the stuff that I literally go. It's
All
unnecessary.
right, I'm gonna go get them because it's clear that they are stuck.
Oh,
They
yeah,
lost
we're not
somewhere?
good.
No, they can't get up.
Oh, but we can sit here and talk about.
Well, now
friends.
it's just us.
I mean, like that was because like.
the throne.
So I remember hanging out with this, one of my buddies, and he was like a professional chef, and his like thing, he's like one thing that will help a lot of people. This seemed like a no-brainer. He was like, just use the freshest ingredients that you can. Like avoid as much anything that's already like been processed. And he's like, because that is just like the death of flavor, And that was like something that I didn't really understand until I left California, because we have a lot of like produce here, right?
Yes,
so
we
you can
do,
always
yeah.
get stuff fresh. And then I was like, oh, stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Like people are using like weird canned ingredients or frozen things, and I'm like, yeah, that does like really make a big difference. To,
It does, yeah. But at the same time, the good part about that is when you start learning how to like, okay, I have frozen vegetables, sure. How do you
Right.
work around that? Like, how do I
Right.
incorporate that into my rice?
Exactly.
How do I get like, okay, it's canned, which I'm not a fan of canned, if I
Right.
can avoid it, but there's people out there with a really low budget.
Yeah.
And if I can teach them how to make a meal with the $5 that they might have that might
Yeah.
last a little bit longer, then you know what it's like. You go spend $25 on what? A pizza and wings that'll last a day and a half, maybe two.
Yeah,
But
totally.
versus like, I know what I can do with $25.
Yeah.
So I think it's why it's kind of like you need to think really hard about those fresh ingredients. And let me tell you, we're spoiled here.
Oh, totally.
We're so spoiled. Like I was in New York and I never got produce that was at this level consistently.
Yeah.
And even then, like even Whole Foods is more impressive.
Yeah.
like
I mean,
seriously.
yeah, it's weird because like my dad grew up in Colorado, right? And my mom said, hey, sometimes like your dad would get like an orange for Christmas or something when he was a kid, and I was like, what a terrible gift, right? Like, and I was like this kind of spoiled like shit ass kid, but like thinking about that, I'm like, oh, if you're in Colorado, it's probably like not that easy to get an orange, in the wintertime, right? Like
Right.
whereas here the weather's always good, you can get like fresh fruits and vegetables all year round, and so that it's like whenever I think about that sort of thing, the way that we eat now, even in most of the United States, is like probably in human history. If you were to go back to like medieval times or whatever, you would have to be like a king to be able to eat the variety of things at the same time that we're able to
Exactly.
on the regular.
And
Yeah.
You're saying this rosy, which I'm not sure if the chat had a question about that actually.
Oh.
What did they say?
What did they say about
So many comments.
Yeah. That's interesting. So they're talking about budget,
Yeah,
And,
budget's the biggest reason why most people don't. It's budget and time. Rachel Ray was onto something, and that is something about it where I go, if I can make this faster, then what it might take me to order, or I'm just gonna make something simple. My
Right.
cooking stream is only 1 hour. Every
Yeah.
Tuesday and Thursday,
Oh, wow.
it's an
Yeah.
hour and maybe 10 minutes at most
Yeah.
because I'm in plating mode. But I try really hard to be like, hey guys, I can do this by the time I get home. Right? I'll go to whatever market, get there and do it. I have the skill, sure, but once you do it over and over again, it's just confidence.
Yeah. It becomes like, and things become second nature. Oh,
So
Exactly.
somebody was asking, Can Cake says, hey, I'm a starting out chef. I'm really curious about this. Do you think that culinary school is worth it? I'm majoring in business, but I've always wanted to learn to cook more and more.
Okay.
And that's a pretty legitimate question. It's not.
I'm about to get very personal, and I'm glad you asked now. When it comes to culinary school, I went to the Culinary Institute of America. I was in high school culinary and vocational. I went to the Culinary Institute of America at 17, graduated at 19. Went straight from my bachelor's in culinary management, and then worked all through college. Then got my MLA at BU for gastronomy, food art, food culture,
Yeah.
history of food. I gotta tell you, maybe one of those degrees was truly worth it. And not to say that the CIA wasn't worth it. I learned a skill that is rooted in my head forever. But that was a different time. It was over a decade ago.
Right.
Now I feel like as a business degree, you can go further if you want to be a restaurateur or a chef than you can just be that. And you can go to a restaurant and learn everything I learned probably faster and cheaper.
Because they're just skills, right?
Indeed. That's why I fear telling you to go to culinary school may not be the best idea because it's so much cash. When I just go, hey, dude, work in a restaurant, tell the chef, be upfront, you can work for free for like 1 day a week and pick up that much more than going to school. And again, I don't want to knock the school. I don't want to tell people don't go to school because there's certain things you want to learn. Because going to culinary school starts you off in running a business. But if you just want to, I just want to pick up the skills and be able to rock it, I never want to own my restaurant. You gotta be able to decide. Because it's the reason why most restaurants fail is not because of the food. Food's amazing. It's all business. It's all numbers. All overextending. So if you have the opportunity, if you have resources to learn at a restaurant or learn at a catering company or learn from somebody and really take the heat, you can do it in less time than you would go to school. That's just the honest to goodness truth. So I mean, honestly, they want hungry folks. So. Hello, and I'm so sorry people showed up. Hi there, Andy. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Not bad. I'm feeling good. There's people here.
Here. Hi. What's up, dude?
Oh man,
I've seen you twice in the same week.
I know.
I
I know, and then I saw Jesse and he was like,
Oh, dude,
he
you
was
did this?
streaming or something, and I
It's
just like
like
stuck my head in his door, and I was like,
taste this
and he was like,
I'm tasting it right now.
I didn't realize you came to the office until the day after, and I was like, I
Where
couldn't
were
be
you?
there either.
Oh,
I
yeah,
only
you were
knew
there,
because you arrived like right after I
texted me.
and you guys were like on, you were like, I went down there, but your red light was on, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go like,
we were doing
bust in.
Nebula Jazz. We were,
Oh, really?
we were in the shit. We were in space.
Oh man.
But
So that's our chat.
okay, what's
We're gonna
that?
have to.
I can't read
I know.
that. 'Cause I'm
That's exactly what I said. I was like, there's no way we're gonna
Yeah.
be able to see
I'm
that.
gonna go ahead and.
I like
That's why I
what
need a charger. Do
I
you
like what you
have
said about Monster Hunter. You were like, why is the text so small?
No.
Oh my god, seriously though, it's on a goddamn projector and I still
I
can't
knew
read that shit.
I'll get you one
You
right
are
now. It's
lying
downstairs. It's
to
downstairs.
me.
No, I just don't. I thought I had one up
He's
here.
like, oh, I don't have a phone charger. You have a phone charger in your own
How
house.
do I
You definitely have one.
I want to turn my chat
My phone's
into
gonna
just
die
That's-
any second.
Exactly why.
into just.
I bought
What up,
this
dude?
today.
Nice.
Yo.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, you guys should probably switch.
Because I'm a tiny person
Because
and
then
he'll cover
they'll
me.
just see like your big old
Is
shoulder.
it like angled?
Let's swam.
This is gonna be a
Smart.
universal charger, my dear.
Huh?
This is gonna be an everybody charger scenario.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can share it with the world.
Oh, sweet.
Do you want to use it first if your phone's
How are
not
you
dead?
doing, dude? You're
Oh,
looking,
I
you're looking
have
very rugged these
24%.
days with the
Oh,
denim
I have
jacket.
one.
Oh my God,
So
hang
sure, I would
Yes.
love to use
Take
it.
it.
Alright guys, now if I may ask,
Oh,
can
yeah.
I explain the menu so we can get
Yeah,
started?
let's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
explain the menu.
Okay.
Let's see where the best place for you to. Do you want to stand next to Jesse?
Yeah, do you wanna go over here?
Over here?
Yes,
Then we can see you.
Oh god.
Alright, oh yeah.
I'll go on.
Alright, so I will miss some ingredients because it's a notorious habit of mine. But again, tonight's theme is about Catherine and trying to incorporate as much either A, promiscuous nature or sexuality behind food. However, what happens is people often think food is aphrodisiacs and oysters and chocolate. It's all bullshit. Alrighty?
Fair,
When it comes
yeah.
to food, it's about impact, it's about flavor, and it's about honesty with how flavors work. And that's the truth behind when you're trying to really work someone's senses. The truth is, everyone who's trying to, uncover aphrodisiacs has always been debunked. So, the first dish that we're going to be doing is going to be essentially a spicy mango salsa that's paired with a crispy herb marinated shrimp. And then you're going to have a strawberry gazpacho shooter. So when I make that, essentially you're going to have the really, really hot, the cold, the spice, everything kind of happening all at once. Kind of like your emotions before.
Before what exactly? Before I snap my finger.
The idea is to
You're just stoic.
I am here.
I am ready. Present yourself to me.
I want us to be able to kind of excite everything before we moved on to the next dish, which is essentially going to be an inspiration from a scene from the movie called Chef. I'm not sure if everybody saw that.
No.
All right,
Actual
so
clips.
there's clips, and there's a particular scene that to this day I swear it gets me every single time. The main character has just finished his duties with Scarlett Johansson,
What?
and
Are we talking sex duties?
Yes, you're
Okay, all right.
He's handling his
Other
business,
duties.
and then she's.
I don't know, Scarlett Johansson could be like, we killed a man. She's an assassin.
This is true.
In real life, Scarlett Johansson
Yes.
kills people.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
In this scene, I thought it was the hottest thing in the world. Essentially, whatever.
Should they eat a sandwich in bed? Because
No,
that'd
no,
be my hottest
it's
thing in the
actually far
world.
better.
Baby,
She's,
I also made you a sandwich. Girl!
That's sheet crumbs. What are you doing?
Del Taco?
Taco, no.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
I can see a woman on
French
French
fries.
tacos. I was ready. So she's in the bed, only a t-shirt on, and all of a sudden she, I think somehow she says she's hungry, and he ends up making this dish. It's just with garlic and herbs, and it's a perfect pasta. And the way it's presented is absolutely brilliant. So I'm bringing that dish back to you guys, adding a little bit more. We're going to be making a spicy Italian sausage with it, and adding a touch of zucchini. I'm just going to swirl that all together. So you're getting spaghetti, but I want to add as much flavor with as least interference as possible.
Cool.
So that's your second dish, and that's going to be as sexy as I possibly can make it. I know garlic isn't always the sexiest thing, but trust me when I say yes, it is. Alrighty. Dish number 3 is going to be the baby lamb chops, which is essentially connected to the main character in Catherine. Of course, you're playing as a character that is symbolic of the lamb, so I wanted to make sure that it was something that was exciting. However, that particular character, depending on your shut up.
I just read in chat, someone goes, what the fuck is zucchini? And that's really funny.
I mean, I
really
really want to
funny.
say the zucchini is a phallic object, but I figured someone's going to say it. But now, with the lamb,
What
it
the fuck
says...
is zucchini? I just think that's hilarious.
Where we come from, it's called an aubergine.
Really?
No, I thought aubergine was eggplant.
Aubergine is eggplant, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck a zucchini is.
It's one that looks like a cucumber, but it's a squash. Like a long
Is it okay?
I don't know what zucchini is either, bro. We don't
I
have
just-
those.
I keep
I'm
hitting.
looking it up, chat.
This is a mistake.
So the lamb chops
Yeah, you
are
just
going to
take
be
it out.
hard seared, and it's going to be finished with an ancho butter. So I made an ancho, chipotle, smoky kind of
Courgette.
courgette.
That's what we call zucchini.
The fuck is
Gotcha.
a courgette?
A zucchini.
No.
Oh, it's a British zucchini.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's much more
continue.
It's
fancy.
alright.
Oh.
So I'm going to be searing the baby lamb. I'm going to be searing the lamb chops and finishing with ancho butter. So it's going to be smoky. It's going to be really aromatic. You should be able to smell in here if I've done my job correctly. And I'm going to be doing that with the charred broccoli and finishing it with I think we ended up getting a pecorino with balsamic.
We did.
Yes, I'm finishing that over the broccoli. And I have buttered leeks, which is just leeks that are soaked in butter. It shouldn't be too fragrant, but it is just essentially something that kind of finishes off the dish well, because that heat should be balanced with the leeks.
Nice.
So then that's how we're going to be looking at that one. So I don't really like forcing sauce on people, so I don't put sauce on my meats often.
Yo, I like your style.
I appreciate that.
Let the meat talk.
And dessert, we legitimately only put a winky face because I couldn't figure it out.
Oh.
Primarily because I didn't know everyone's style.
Oh,
Dessert
don't
is
tell
so
us that.
temperamental, and I often just let someone else, usually a baker that I bring in to do
Oh,
handle dessert.
interesting.
But since people seem to like things on fire, I'm going to be making banana Fosters
Sick.
over banana bread, and then with a little bit of ice cream. So that's going to be served on fire. So I'm going down the middle. So that is your dinner tonight. How does that sound?
I feel like Scarlett Johansson already.
For the record, if you can put that scene on, watch that scene. It's not bad. You can watch it, but watch how he prepares the dish. And any woman or man that isn't immediately ready to go back to work after getting that dish, I don't want to talk to you. So
All right, when you say work, you mean sex?
yes.
I just want to make sure.
I should probably put things.
I just
into
want to make,
better
just want to make sure that it's not like,
We ain't scientists.
All
There's
right.
one right there.
I'm gonna get to work. So guys, if you have questions, shout them out. And we pretty
He's
much
not getting to sex work when he says work this
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I'm good.
Not sex work.
I'm gonna start cooking. All right.
you're going to watch that part of the stream and be like, this is sex work.
My phone's gonna super die.
1%.
3%.
I'm on 11.
Sam is the homeless samurai. People are losing their shit over how, just basically sexy you are right now.
What do you mean?
Everyone in
Your
chat?
little pony.
Yeah, you're like a white Toshiro
I
Mifune.
try-
It's
I went
nice,
to make
right?
effort.
I like it.
I was like, I shouldn't wear a hat. so I guess I should
Oh.
tie up.
No, it's just because he wears a hat literally every day.
I'm
Oh.
getting my haircut
It wasn't
tomorrow.
a
Mine's
hat
like
at dinner
80%
thing.
of my days.
Can't wear hats. My head's too big.
Sam also
I'm looking for that scene.
the
Wait, so
worst-
is it Jon Favreau who like gets down with Scarlett Johansson?
Yes. Which
Oh.
is hilarious.
But that is like, but Jon Favreau is not sexy.
I know.
Wait, can I ask you a
He
question?
becomes sexy in the kitchen, Aaron.
I guess
that's
well,
the
the
point.
spaghetti is sexy, right?
Did they meet on Iron Man?
Who?
Jon Favreau
What?
and Scarlett Johansson. Iron Man 2? Is that where they met? Chat.
What's the name of the movie that this
Chef.
scene is in? Oh,
Chef.
Chef. It's just called Chef.
It's the one where he has like a food truck or something.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, so here's a clip of it. I'm watching it. He's making garlic.
No, yeah, you're right, Chat. Don't hate on him.
Somebody.
That guys can get girls too. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to that shit. That's right.
Somebody has filmed this off of their TV. Oh, there's Scarlett Johansson looking sexy. And
Okay.
it's just and
now
then,
it's
then
cooking.
the other shots are just food porn. It's like
Great, yeah.
it's just a pan with noodles and stuff.
And she's
Oh,
still
she looks hot.
looking
Yeah.
very
She's like,
sexy.
oh, hey.
She's like, "Are you cooking for me?" And he's like, "Look."
He's like,
See what I mean?
oh, look at the speed at which he chops.
I'm
Do you
also
think he used to
cooking for
hand
myself.
double?
Yeah, and he's
Yeah, no, I'm just making my own
She
spaghetti.
looks like
See,
Winona
she should have
Ryder.
been like, you can mean he's like, nah, but you can have some.
Yeah.
And then he writes "send nudes," but it's
Yeah.
noodles.
Send noodles.
Send nudes. NOODS.
Yes, good.
Oh, dude, the plating though, it's really simple. It's like in a bowl. And it's this like.
Show us.
Oh,
We're
dude, I
missing
can't
out.
like.
But now
my-
I can't see it.
Oh, but you got to see part.
Oh, here we go. We can wait. Let's go back. This
Fine, I don't
is
know.
this
Why
what?
don't you hold it out
Send
like
nudes,
that?
everyone.
Are
Send
we
nudes.
streaming? Are we streaming ourselves watching a YouTube video?
Yes.
So
It's
I
an
had
IRL
an idea
stream.
for a terrible show. I was gonna do Saturday morning.
Wait, so did he like start making out with her in the car and then they cut to him cooking?
No, she works in the restaurant that he is the main chef in, and she's the maitre d'. So they've been
Is he
getting all.
using his position of power to
Oh.
like?
No, I think they're coworkers.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens.
So this is just like food porn, right? And
No, it's
then
not.
he's like serving up this like really simple spaghetti,
Oh, he looks precious in this movie.
right?
He does, you know
Yeah,
what?
But they-
We don't
but
put
they-
too much shame
I
on
believe
him.
it. I believe
The
it
two of them
now.
had to have met on Iron Man 2.
See that? I like.
And then
the
he
way
was
did
like,
that,
"Yo,
right?
hey, you
Where
want to
he,
be in my
like,
movie where we do it?"
Twists it up.
Wait,
and
is
then,
this,
like,
is this after Iron Man 2 though?
Yes, it has to be, right?
Yeah. After
think it
Iron
is.
Man 2, Jon Favreau bought a food truck and became a chef.
Wait, are you
And then
sure
did a
this is
documentary.
after Iron Man 2? Not before?
That
Dodger,
looks
we
good,
can
right?
read Sam's phone. I don't believe that. I don't think that's true.
You're literally just reading
Oh, from the
The top down.
the
It's
top
Twitch
down.
chat. What do you
Yeah.
want?
Yeah. What do they want?
The
They
video.
can read your phone notes.
It's like-
I'm gonna
it's
send
like-
them cryptic messages later.
It's like
no
stream
joke.
Inception. The Yeah, I had a terrible idea for an IRL stream where I was gonna do Saturday morning urchin where I watch your stream and then stream over my own shoulder and my reactions and just like and then see if I could get somebody to watch my stream
Yes.
and
Oh my
do this
God.
weird like internet like
Mwah. I love
human
it.
centipede
What if
thing
she
or-
watched? What if you watched the stream of him watching you?
Yeah. And then it like the internet would implode.
She would just.
We'd have these weird tunnels, you know, and then
Yeah,
people
yeah,
could tune into like any point in the stream and just, what's going on?
Where are you watching it? Yeah, and there's this one person who makes it so that the bot is just slightly behind.
Yeah.
You're like, who the fuck?
Yeah.
Who did
I
this?
was trying to figure out like what sort of weirdness would happen and what the timing would be, right? Like when you would say something and then when it would show up in my stream and then I'd react to it and then like what that delay would look like and if it would even cause a weird like feedback or something.
Yeah, it's, what is it, a 10-second delay, typically?
What?
Between stream and chat?
15.
15
15
Oh, I was
seconds?
gonna say
Yeah.
20. We
Sam
all
did
have
that
a
with such
lot of it.
efficiency.
Yeah.
15.
He just like knew
It's like I
right
counted.
away.
With his hands clasped and everything.
Hmm,
It's like the sage.
15 seconds.
15 seconds.
Clearly.
He's very wise with his top net.
I think so.
Thanks.
Oh, gross. That was almost too like. I don't know.
I
think he's
I like it too. I think you should do that more often.
I'm gonna shave the sides.
Oh yeah.
Will you really? That's gonna be.
shit.
This is about to become.
I think that's really tight.
about to become a hard. Yeah, I'm
Why
gonna keep
can't I
all
move?
swords away from you because you will be flawless with their use.
Yeah.
You will be.
I already am. I just.
You will challenge the
I don't-
masters.
I don't feel confident enough.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I
What's
don't-
going on with your
I
chair?
mean,
dude?
Oh, it's this.
Oh.
I was like, why can't I move?
uh-oh.
Your chair
Is
is
he just going to be beard and ponytail?
How to chair?
Probably. Probably.
Oh,
Who
so
knows?
much better.
Yeah.
You got a problem with that?
Oh, well, yeah, that's
Chad.
where do you stop
man,
the
they really-
beard? If you like shave your head, do you like stop the beard mid-ear or?
You fade.
Oh, okay, so it's not completely just like down to the skin, right? You
No.
just-
No.
Okay.
What?
I don't. We said he was gonna shave his head, and so like I'm imagining like a razor, and it's like down to
Right,
the skin, right?
I mean, like you
it's
consider your
this,
head
yeah.
shaved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do something like you
I
literally
thought
have
you
the same
would
thing.
understand.
You have the same thing as what he would have.
You
This
have
is
the
like
same
a
thing.
fade, and then like but I was like, if I was gonna
No,
shave
he
my
meant
head-
that.
Oh,
You thought,
okay.
you
okay.
thought I was gonna take like a wet blade to the
Yeah.
sides of my head.
And I was like, oh, he's going
Then
full
tattoo
samurai.
them.
Yeah.
Yo, oh my gosh.
That'd be pretty
If ever
gangster.
you like committed to that though, that would be the right time to put a hidden tattoo somewhere.
Yeah. The
It's
most
true.
painful tattoo ever.
Yeah, literally the most painful place to have
What
a
is-
tattoo.
what
Just like
Just a tiny
gotcha.
one.
Yeah.
What would your hidden tattoo be?
I had a hidden head tattoo.
For you, it'd have to be like a heart.
A Union Jack.
I would say a heart Union Jack.
What?
A Union Jack.
I
I
just
see.
want you to have a heart somewhere tattooed on your body.
You know, like sailors, and they get like a heart, and then they get like mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah.
Except it'd be
Just
a
like
Union
on your
Jack
head.
inside the heart.
Hidden, yeah.
Something like that.
Dude,
Aw.
every time I see it, your little ice cream.
Oh, my
cone.
ice cream tattoo?
Yeah, it's stayed vibrant.
Yeah, I need to get it. I don't know, maybe gone over. I'm like, I keep.
Talk me through the inspiration for this piece.
So.
I don't.
Can I before he starts into this? Can I just say, ever since I've met and known Aaron, he's always been like, yeah, one day I just really want to get like a tiny ice cream cone. Like that's just like a thing he's wanted for
Wait,
years.
but like,
But
what happened to you to
how
make
did
this
it begin?
happen? Yeah.
Well,
Take me back.
first, I mean, like, I just like love ice cream, right? Like, you don't get a tattoo of something unless you're like really into it. And there was a coffee shop I used to go to, and there's like this like really cool like lady that worked there, and she had, I don't remember what she had, but she had like a single finger tattoo, and I was like, that's fucking cool. I like the way that it's like it's very iconic, having just that one thing highlighting a digit. And I was like, but I don't know I don't remember what she had. I assume it was something she loved. And I was like, what do I love? Well,
Just a cat in big
yeah. I love ice cream. So, during, when did I get this? It was like around Christmas time. Because, like when you go to get a tattoo, it's like a lot of times you're going to look at like minimum like $100, even if they're doing something kind of menial, just because it's like a lot of time and effort. And so I was like, I don't want to pay $100 for a little tiny ice cream. So I like waited, and I randomly found a place on Facebook that was giving away free tattoos because they were doing a toy drive. So you donate a toy that they were going to give to these like underprivileged
Aw.
kids, and then they said we'll do a tattoo up to like, I don't know, I think it was like 3x3. And so it was like south of the 10. It was kind of in a rough neighborhood, and a lot of people there getting free tattoos, And so I went in there. The guy's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I want an ice cream cone." And he's like, he gave me one of those looks. And then so he's like, "What do you want it to look like?" He's like, I don't know. I drew something with a big pen he handed me, and then he's like, "Okay, cool. I'll just go over it and like this." So
You drew that.
so I drew this, and then the guy traced it in ink.
Right.
And this like, I've had tattoos done on my like meaty part of my arm. This hurt a lot. Like.
Yeah, the one I got on my finger hurt
Like
a lot too.
a lot more than I thought it was gonna hurt too, and I'm like trying to be cool because like it's in this kind of tough tattoo shop, and I'm like this like weirdo artsy dork, and
Everyone else
getting
has
an
the
ice
long
cream.
tattoo.
Yeah, everybody's getting like
My people.
those like laughter and tears, those like
Right.
are like kind of gangster tattoos, and I'm getting an ice cream, so I'm like trying to look cool, and he's like going, "Grr," and I'm just like, oh, and he's
Look,
like,
I can't cry
Yeah.
over an ice cream.
yeah, he's like,
tattoo.
he's like, are you okay? I was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. And it's like it's starting to bleed, and I'm like, oh, it's cool, dude. It's cool. And he's just like going at it. He's like, will you take a break? I was like, no, it's cool, it's cool.
Wait, Aaron.
Does that mean that all of your tattoos have been free?
From sketchy parts of
No,
LA.
From
So
the sketchy
this-
parts of LA.
No, the one in Japan I paid for.
Oh,
okay. Oh god, I was about to be like, Aaron, you have to pay for a tattoo one day. You can't just keep hoping these free tattoos don't look like garbage.
It's like fate, you know. But so I don't know, like. But anyway, I like this ice cream. I kind of want to do a fried chicken drumstick because
I can't even with you.
I was like,
It's a bad finger choice, you know that, right?
Like
Like,
this
if you
one?
get, like if you get married, like the ring is.
it's gonna cover
But
the,
then
the
that's
tattoo,
his true love.
right? Yeah.
He
Well, it's kind of like
loves ice cream.
it's like having like a Union Jack hidden though, because it's like people secretly will be like, oh, but
Look.
secretly.
Put that on.
We're married now.
Ah! You saw it here first.
Trapped.
No one will ever
Oh yeah,
figure
now
out
people
what it
are
is.
like, they're like, what is that? Is that a bird? Is that like,
Yeah.
is that spy versus spy?
Yeah. Is it an alien
That would be
tag?
an awesome tattoo. Like one
Oh.
spot on this
It's a good
head
thing
and one
my
on the
fingers
other.
are not like super fat. I got scared for a second. I was like, what if I can't take Sam's ring off?
But will that ruin the aesthetic of like having the one iconic image?
Yeah.
That's why you gotta get more
I think
photos.
you should get, if you get another one, it should be on the matching
like
dish on the other hand.
Oh, get like a
The
matching
chicken
like
on this one.
fried
Chicken,
chicken,
like a fried chicken on that finger.
Because I do love. It's like fried chicken. The other idea is pie, a slice of pie.
Because
Sure, yeah.
also,
I
that's a
fucking
waffle cone. So you technically got chicken and waffles.
Oh
yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh dude, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, no, when you get in a fight, you want a little chicken, you want a little waffles.
Or the ice cream.
Or ice cream.
I'm about to introduce you to chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks more like ice cream. Shut up.
It's a waffle cone,
Oh,
bitch.
Wait, so who? Do you guys smell that? I'm like
I
smelling.
do, yeah.
So are we?
Garlic.
Can we watch the kitchen too?
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Oh
In
yeah.
the top, yeah.
Yeah.
The cutting board's in the way
I
right
see
now.
a lot
except-
of Jesse eating emotes.
Of course, because he mentioned the chicken.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
and there's
Oh,
chicken
yeah,
in
Jesse
little
eating
Jesse's
chicken.
mouth, so
If only there was a waffle.
Wait, what does the bottom right say? Love kitchen?
it
Love
says
is
love is
over.
over.
Somebody
From the game.
says,
Yeah.
Dat Andy, but.
People, look, Andy is winning, has won chat over with the power of his flex and butt.
Right.
Yeah. They were super.
Is
Wow.
he flexing on the
He
camera?
did.
Oh,
Well, they asked. You know,
they
asked
demanded
for
it.
Of course.
And then he mentioned an ex-girlfriend, and then everyone was like, so you're
Oh,
single?
Yeah.
And so now there's a contingent of people in chat who are like, yo, what's he doing later?
Yeah.
A man who can
I mean, you
cook
can cook.
Yeah.
is a valuable asset.
Get you a man who can cook.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate whoever
Yeah.
just put a bunch of my burrito emote in there.
Yeah, that's nice. Yum, too. Hopefully they'll use that.
And
When the food comes, we
foodie.
go,
Yeah,
yum,
yes.
yum,
I see
yum.
that.
This is my body.
Ah.
Yes, yes. Good.
It's the best part on Twitch.
Your butt.
Oh man.
Going through a lengthy approval process.
I'm gonna go get.
I tell you, I tried to get Sydney's butt from Final Fantasy 15. They were not having it.
Yeah, but it's too much skin.
I know. They were like,
That was the problem.
That was
that
the problem
you
with mine.
ran into.
They were like,
Really?
They were
Is
like,
that why
booty
it's
shorts.
Originally it was like hot
Booty
pants
shorts
with
that-
like butt cheek
Too much
underneath.
butt cheek.
And they were like, this is too much skin. So I like lowered it a millimeter and I sent it back in. I was like, how about now? How about now? And it, like, we went back and forth like 7 times. They were like, this is fine.
Oh my
And then
god.
after they said it was fine, I was like, take up an inch.
That's like the Catholic school, like
Yo,
your skirt has to like touch your fingertips thing.
What do you want?
there's a Stella in there.
Is this
Oh, okay.
the vodka apple juice thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
I
good?
might need an opener of some sort.
Is it good?
Yeah, it tastes like apple pie.
It really does.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
So
You
anyone
can
from
try
Poland?
it in a few months. What?
Anyone from Poland? Like, every time I go to Poland for CD Projekt, they give me like a bison grass vodka.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, you were fucking there. And they're like, yeah, this is great. And every time they're like, drink it with apple juice.
Yeah.
And I never have until today. And it literally tastes like apple pie. It is dangerous.
Can I sniff it?
It's one of those things that like is not.
Oh my god.
It does, yeah.
It's not okay. That would kill you.
That would kill a person.
Yeah. That is one of those like you think you're not feeling it and then you're puking on a car later. I know from experience.
Gotcha.
I've been there. I've lived that life.
Right,
What?
right.
Are you about that life?
College.
The college life?
The college life. Thank you, sir.
Dude. I was all about the suitcases when I was younger. You know what suitcases?
No.
You get a shot of whiskey, neat, and then a shot of like undiluted orange juice.
What? Okay.
And that's a suitcase?
Bang the whiskey, and then you bang the cordial. And the cordial, because it's a syrup, like strips it from your tongue, so you don't taste the whiskey at all.
Oh.
So we used to line up like 10. And just go like bang, bang,
Too
bang,
many.
bang, bang, bang.
Too many.
What?
Too many.
Oh, that's a lot of mixing
What do you mean?
alcohols, right?
What
Orange
do you mean?
cordial? Is that like a liqueur?
No, it's.
It's just
what was this
like a
called?
syrup, I think.
Oh.
Cordial?
You like add
Kristen,
water.
you
You
are
like add
awesome.
water to it to make a drink when you're a kid.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
don't know what you guys call it.
Like it's like a flavor syrup.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're gonna
Oh,
make a
okay.
Shirley Temple, maybe.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if anyone knows what an El Presidente is.
No.
Is it something
Somebody
terrible?
look it up.
So I've looked it up since. It's
Oh.
not what I drank, but
Okay.
freshman year of college, I worked at a radio station. Used to
Right.
as an intern, and
Until you had the El Presidente.
until I had the boss, like the station owner, invited us all to his house. I was like, hey, we have a big party. Everyone at the station's invited. I'm gonna have an open bar. Bartender's gonna be great. He has this awesome mansion, beautiful like outdoor party, bartender, kegs and all sorts of shit set up. Bartender's like, do you like cherries? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I like cherries. I'm sitting there trying, it's a party, so I'm trying to impress everyone. Bosses,
Yeah, right.
women, co-workers, whatever.
Sure.
And I'm like, hell yeah, cherry's great. He's like, it's called El Presidente. It tastes like, I don't know, like a cherry 7-Up maybe.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Uh-oh.
this was
That sounds
great.
dangerous.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
this is great. And I drink it, and then I go back and get another. And then another. And then another. To the point where I lost count of how many I had.
Right.
Uh-oh.
And needless to say, the story ends with me puking on my boss's car
Oh,
and not being invited back to work that Monday.
no! Oh! It's like, Jesse, just don't come
It was literally like, you shouldn't come back. So then I went and got a job at the college radio station. It wasn't as prestigious, but I could play what I wanted.
Have you ever had a Dr. Pepper, like the alcoholic beverage?
No, what is
It's
that?
like
Wait, what?
1/3 Coke, 1/3 beer, 1/3 cider, and it tastes exactly like Dr.
Like a
Pepper.
duck?
That
Is
sounds
that what?
tight. I would drink that.
Exactly like Dr. Pepper.
Interesting.
1/3 Coke,
Wait.
1/3 beer, 1/3 cider?
Wait, so you
All three of those
I'm
things taste good.
I'm 2/3 of the way there.
Wait, what kind of beer? Like, is
The
it
math.
any kind of beer?
Yeah, the math.
Huh. It still tastes like Dr. Pepper, even if the beer's different.
what? With like a porter? I don't believe that.
Well, obviously you're not gonna use a stout. I'm talking like lager here.
Okay.
Oh,
That's,
okay, okay,
that's
yeah.
the type of beer.
1/3 Guinness, 1/3. like, oh.
This doesn't taste like Dr. Pepper at all. Wait, so you said you looked up an El Presidente though, and it was
It
not
is
what
not.
you had.
It's like not cherry flavored.
Wait, so he just like made up a drink?
Yeah.
And
Or he was a
cooked
terrible
and gave it a
bartender.
name.
One of the two. Yeah.
It's like, here's
One of the
cherry
two.
7-Up, I'm gonna
Oh,
put vodka
maybe like he knew how to make an apple presidente, but didn't have the right stuff, so he was like, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna substitute that for cherry.
It's quite possible. I do not know what he did, but I know that it wasn't. I looked it up later because I was like trying to explain the same story to someone, and they were like, "What's an El Presidente?"
Yeah, you're like, what?
And we looked it up, and it's not what that dude made.
Interesting.
And I was like, ah,
He made
okay.
he made you a Le Presidente or something.
yeah.
Law president.
I don't know, instead
La
of an El
Presidenta?
Presidente, yeah.
I like it.
Or
A
a
Presidenta.
If it-
Presidente-san.
if it- is that is
I don't know.
Presidente how you say it in Japan?
Presidente son.
I had a professor in college who admitted to all of us that he got drunk enough at his mentor's birthday party that he peed all over his house.
Oh, no!
Just got really drunk and just
Oh, no.
peed all over one of the hallways and
Oh,
had to be
no.
carried out. So you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I learned a hard lesson. I learned that was the now I know my limits moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been there's been one other time that I got sick.
Hmm.
Since then, I've it's not been an issue. One other time, at the Warp Zone house.
I was
when
gonna say that I was
Classic.
there. I was there.
Of course it was at the Warp Zone
Definitely
house.
there.
when I first moved here, we had a party.
Oh,
When I
boy.
first moved here, the Warp Zone was like, we're having a party for all the Maker people coming over.
Oh boy.
And we did a wine challenge.
Yeah.
Or something?
We were split into teams, red wine and white wine, and it was just a huge box of wine for each team. And
Oh, God. It's like-
whatever team finished their box first won. but
What?
Jesse was on the team that won, and literally all of them wanted to fucking
Yes.
die.
So our team.
Was it red wine?
No, we were white wine.
Okay.
Our team was white wine, and we were
Oh,
like, we're
that's
gonna
worse.
beat these assholes, and we drank all of it. We like destroyed them.
Who was on your team?
Myself and Davis, and I'm trying to remember who else was on. Like, all I remember
Get
is
fucked. Yikes.
all I remember is everyone on our team at one point. The bathroom was so there was like a backlog of people trying to get in the bathroom and like everyone was so our team was so sick. Everyone else was fine. Our team, we were like, we made a terrible mistake. Everyone was like super ill.
They,
Oh, no.
they lived up a flight of stairs,
Yeah.
and there was like 4 people on the stairs outside. just
Just
like,
like puking all the
It was
It's
so
like
funny.
horrible. Oof, I have to go.
We made a terrible choice that night. Yeah. And that was I learned another lesson. Never try to fit in that much with people.
Yeah.
You know what? It's okay not to fit in. Sometimes you just might say no. Like, you know what? This seems like a cool
That's
bonding
cool.
activity.
Yeah.
Or maybe
A mistake.
I don't do this anymore. Lessons were learned.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, well they totally were like the frat guys at the game station. you know?
Totally, yeah.
Like-
They threw all the parties.
Yeah.
Are you just like shit-talking Crendor in
He's coming at
chat?
me. He's coming at me.
Crendor's in chat.
Crendor's in chat.
I keep looking down and I see you fighting with Crendor. And I'm like,
He came in the chat.
Whose hair is better? I don't
This
know.
Sam guy just copies what I do. I said, Crendor is a budget version of me. He said, I can't do budget version, I did it first. I said, worst version equals budget version. He said, scam strip in line again. Send all complaint bits to twitch.tv/Crendor.
he's promoting himself in my channel.
Yeah.
God bless my
God,
dude.
God bless Crendor.
Complaint
That
bits.
hustle.
Complaint
Wait,
bits.
is he upset because your hair is long on top?
He's trying to make out that he did this first.
What?
The beard hair
Toshiro
combo?
Mifune look?
Yeah, I feel like it's been done, Crendor.
Keanu Reeves in 47 Ronin did it way
Yeah.
before you, Crendor.
Sorry, buddy.
Crendor's hair is like full Jesus right now. Your hairs don't.
Yeah, his hair like falls to his shoulders.
Yeah.
Can I tell you,
I'm gonna shave the sides tomorrow.
when Crendor came to visit, he had his beanie on, and not until maybe 2 days in did he finally take it off, and it like, I was, what? I couldn't believe that he had it all hidden.
Right.
It blew my
Maybe
mind.
he just like stuffed it all in his
Yes.
beanie instead of just like letting
Yes.
it exist.
It's like when you accidentally dye your hair really badly and then you go to
You
school
hide
and
it.
then you're
I
just
stuff it
like,
all under a cap though most of the time.
That's true. But yours is pretty short.
It's about to get shorter.
It's about to get shorter.
Shorter.
Schwarter.
Oh, people are interested in what's happening on the Andy side of.
Oh! Wait, we're all shook.
What is that?
What
I just
happened?
like looked down and I was like, whoa.
We looked up and shit got crazy.
I know.
Wow.
Tell them Andy doesn't eat.
I think they can hear you, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, I don't eat.
They said Andy doesn't eat.
Do you graze?
Nope.
You don't taste the food while you cook?
I do. Oh, that's grazing? Oh, yeah, then I do.
So today I was talking to him, was like, do you need like anything? Do you want? And he's like, I fast when I cook.
Andy is
He's like, so I can
actually a
taste. And I was
robot.
like, all right.
Damn.
That's really interesting because like when I did that like 2-week Soylent challenge where I only ate Soylent,
Oh God.
after I wanted to see what happened. I was like, I don't know.
I like that
What
guy.
did
You
happen?
like the guy in Super Size Me.
It's here!
Whoa!
It's here!
Whoa!
What happened?
Wait, I need to put all my stuff away.
Whoa!
All tweet to welcome, by the way.
Excellent plating.
I feel
You
like
have the riot shot glass.
here's the problem with all of this.
Ohio
I don't
State.
have enough of those plates. I'm curious how he's gonna plate everything else.
Those they look the same.
Wait, do I have enough of those?
I planned this all out with the photo you sent me.
Get out of town!
Whoa.
Wow.
See,
It's
now
so
that's
much
some
work.
real Iron Chef.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh, I love
Wow.
You got the
kiss.
Steelers. Good for you.
Kiss,
That's the real one right there.
What do I have?
You have drink till she's
Oh, it's
cute.
like a picture.
Hey Aaron, can you pass me my phone?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
take a
totes.
picture.
Does somebody else want to take a turn on the charger?
Oh, my shadow's in it.
I'll take a time on the charger. Thank you.
Yo, you have one extra shrimp. Eat
Yeah, because I
that.
forgot one of his.
Who?
His.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the wrong
Aaron.
direction.
Yo, here comes course number one.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so
Dude, look at this. Okay, this is the part where we all
So
take a picture.
once more, what you guys have in front of you is the herb crusted and marinated shrimp. So essentially, it's going to be a hot shrimp with a mango salsa that's finished with my own spice blend. It's a dried lime and paprika blend with a little bit of cumin and a touch of harissa in the mix. So it should be really tart. So the idea with the shooter is that's your sweetness at the end. So depending on where your palate kind of gets too aggressive, you use the shooter to kind of calm your palate down again.
So is there an order that like we should be eating?
Hot shrimp, mango salsa, shooter.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got
and
it.
that's
Alright.
what I have
This
to
proceeds.
So
Cool.
I hope you
Okay.
like it. And go
Nice.
mix, match, play, things like that. The shrimp should go well with either one, and the strawberry barricade is there just so you don't have to force it if you don't want to. So.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
No problem, guys. Hope you like it.
Dude.
Alright.
I
I don't know how
Let's
to
do
I'll let you
start.
guys take photos of food because like some of you guys are just good at this, and then I'll steal your phone.
I took a photo, but they're gonna be way better than me.
I'll put my fucking watermark on it. Suck it. I don't have a
Whoa,
watermark.
what?
You know,
I don't have
What?
a watermark.
Kristen, suck it.
at the table.
I don't even know
I
where
don't
to
know if
start.
they can
Well, you
see
start
the
with-
Hey,
picture.
Andy, can we eat these lips? No, right?
No!
I don't think
That is like the
Don't eat the lips, please!
They're plastic. You silly goose.
I'm really nervous.
Don't be nervous.
You know what?
They're
Really
delicious.
nervous.
You know what?
Mmm. They're all good.
Mm.
All right.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna try this shrimp here.
Yo.
Mmm.
This is great. Mm.
What?
You took a picture of himself.
Oh, with
Look
the
at the
lips.
lips. I'm a child.
Oh, that's a good shrimp.
Oh yeah,
Yo, this is tight. Mm.
that's good.
I'm going to try
Whoa.
the shrimp with the mango.
The mango is ooh.
It's really good.
The like spice mix on the mango is spicy. It's good. I want to try a little bit of the shooter.
Mmm. I like the sourness in the mango flavor too.
Mm.
That's good.
This is very good.
The dog's like, give me some.
Oh my god. All right.
Yo.
Where do I even? So it's shrimp, mango, shooter.
Yep.
Mhm.
Or you could put
I put some mango on the shrimp. And it's
I
crazy
put the
good.
mango on the shrimp. That's like an excellent combination.
Boy, here we
I'm
go.
gonna put shooter on the shrimp, which is probably
Oh, there's a
not
shrimp in your shooter also.
right.
I'm so nervous. I don't want to ruin how pretty it looks. But you gotta. You have to. You have to eat it.
One in room.
Oh, that's strawberry. Never would have thought I would
Yo.
want to put strawberry on a shrimp. But
Yo.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Yo, that is really good.
So
Whoa.
this is what I originally wanted to make, but we didn't have enough glasses, so I just made a single sample. Just in case you
Whoa.
guys wanted.
Because you just had the one glass, Jesse.
I
got
do
two,
love
so this is like an intimate
Yeah, I mean his and hers. I explained earlier I'm not trying to bang multiple people. The gold rimmed glass comes out for one other person.
Before I run away,
That's
I do
fair.
want to let you guys know, I actually don't want to know what you think right now. I'm just kind of blocking you out.
Okay.
I'm, just
Okay.
gonna,
Wow.
I'm not going to come back for a result. I'm just going to keep going. So
Okay.
I'll come and clear your plates when I'm ready. So
Wait, but I need to tell you how I feel.
The
Oh,
mystery.
we need like little books like Iron Chef where they write down
Oh, yeah.
their feelings.
Oh,
That feeling.
Yeah.
We didn't think about this.
When the strawberry hit my tongue,
Yeah.
I was taken back to when I
The
was 12.
texture.
Exactly.
Was so. Okay, I'll
The flavor
stop.
of the
before you
shrimp
hear
is
me.
like virginity in springtime.
You just start yelling everything. Oh man, this shrimp is good.
Is it better than Chipotle? It is better than Chipotle. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can say that.
It's tough. Cool. I'm kidding. It's great.
No, it's really good.
Yikes.
My mom said, hi mom, remember that story about me drinking alcohol and peeing in my boss's car? It didn't happen.
Oh, is your mom
Is
in
your
the
mom in
chat?
chat?
She's watching.
Oh, cute.
Oh.
My boss said I was a great employee and in fact gave me a raise.
For the person who said I was husband material, thank you. That makes me blush. Thank you.
She like never knew that you lost that job.
Oh, I guarantee you I've said that story before. She probably knows. Will you take a photo of that? That photo.
What am I taking?
Oh.
Oh. It's very confusing.
I'll send it to you,
I
mom.
was like, you want me to text your mom?
Like,
Would you take my mother?
it's like a.
You can move it closer to yourself for ease of photography. I just wanted to.
You just put Dodger in. Hold on, Dodger, stay right there.
Yeah. No, don't.
It's just for the mom, right?
Yeah, it's just for my mother.
Is it for the internet?
No, like I don't know what she wants. Just take a photo.
There you go.
Hold me.
I'm done.
There you go. Go.
Hold me. I'm done. When you wanted it, he was like, no. I'm done now.
I like.
You think I should send her this photo?
Yeah. Your mom loves me, sure.
I love that this mango salsa is not too sweet.
Yeah, it's like pretty good.
But that's
Here
like
you
one
go,
thing that
Mom.
usually bums me out is like when they're like, oh, it's mango sauce. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like, it's like nice and spicy. Excellent.
I mean,
My
the
favorite
strawberry
part
slices are.
of watching chefs is the knife work.
Same.
Nice and
It's like,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, how did you get so fast?
I
You
like
keep
cut
your
my finger like
fingers.
trying
Yeah.
to cut a cucumber in slow motion and I'm like done.
When you cut a zucchini.
You mean a courgette?
Do you mean a zucchini?
A courgette?
A British zucchini.
It sounds too much like a cornetto, and it's getting me really confused.
Cornetto? What is
What's a
that?
cornetto?
A courgette?
Like the
Oh,
ice
that's like
cream.
those little bugles. Oh.
Jesse, I think your mom's here.
Ice cream.
Oh.
Like, you know,
Wait,
the.
your mom's here?
In chat, you mean. Right?
Yeah, in chat, right?
Oh,
What if your mom is knocking on the door right now?
Is she at the door?
In the chat.
Oh, all right. I was about to say.
She could be at the door.
I was
Your
about
mom
to
just
be
comes in,
like,
she's like, I think this one's for you.
Yeah.
holy shit.
Extra guest.
It's like, oh, I hear that you have.
Do I smell
This.
mango salsa?
It's not an invitation, Mom. You really don't need to come
Come
over.
over, Mrs. Cox.
How dare you? She will show the fuck up. She will not even, don't even goof. It will happen.
Oh my god, there's jalapeno in this.
I've
That makes so
come-
much sense.
I've come all the way from colonized Japan to be here. Show up, Mrs. Cox. I would appreciate it.
Believe him, can't you see?
Exactly.
What did he say was in the shooter?
It's,
Like
Strawberry.
a spicy strawberry.
Yeah. But so this makes sense because see how this has the mango salsa in the strawberry.
Right.
So
True that.
Oh, yeah, that's like a strawberry slush, but with what?
Kind of like spiciness in there.
Yeah, something. In there.
yeah.
Oh, maybe there's jalapenos in that too.
There's something in there. I don't know what it is though,
Yeah.
but it's
In the mango?
not straight
No,
strawberry.
in the shooter.
Oh, maybe I should.
That shrimp is. I'm gonna let you know. That shrimp's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. You know, just for anybody who's watching right now that's fucking hungry. Hey, that shrimp was
Sorry.
amazing.
So, like, I'm like really curious about the
I call
flavor of
this
the breading.
slicing
It's like-
Goodfellas style.
There's definitely some panko, but like
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what the spices are.
No, but it's like because it's like something that I'm like, oh, that is an unfamiliar shrimp
Is
flavor.
that your palate cleanser?
The strawberry?
A slice of strawberry.
Do it again.
Strawberry.
Oh.
I'm gonna grab another beverage. Would anybody like something?
I'll have a Stella.
Yeah.
Stella 12.
Oh yeah, the bottle opener. I left it on the thing because I
Perfect.
figured people would want. I don't need one.
Anybody else?
Just use a lighter.
No, Sam opens them with his teeth.
Oh.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh,
Everyone wants to
I
see
think a
that.
lot of people probably
Everyone
do.
wants to see that.
Did I ever tell you why I drink Stella? Like what got me
Because
to
you
drink
like to get
Stella?
wasted.
No.
Oh.
Do you know what's really funny?
Go on.
Is
Sam wants to tell his story first.
Stella has a really bad reputation in England of being like the
Oh,
wife
yeah.
beer's choice.
I heard about
Oh,
that.
In America, it's the ladies' beer.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's like the complete opposite.
Yeah, it's
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it's marketed very differently here.
weird.
Well,
Interesting.
Are you a lady who likes to beat your wife? Stella.
Thank you, Nora.
they straight up, isn't it like a slang term, just calling it a wife beater? I heard that
Do you like
somewhere.
Oh, the beer?
Yeah, yeah.
Calling a Stella
Yeah.
by a wife
Yeah.
beater?
Because
Yeah.
like it
people
makes.
are happy, you know?
I mean, it
What,
probably
isn't that
doesn't,
the-
but like people say
Isn't
that
that the shirt?
it makes you aggressive.
Correct.
Oh,
Also
interesting.
correct.
That's weird.
Men's tank tops.
That's
wife
real
beaters.
weird.
Anyway, the reason why I drink Stella.
Is it because you beat your wife?
It's because it's tasty.
Close.
Yeah, totally.
There was a commercial for it, however many years ago, and Adrian Brody was the guy who like presented it, and he was like very dashing, and he was in like this this very like red-looking piano club, and he was very suave, and all the girls in the crowd were swooning, and I was also swooning, and I was like, I want to drink that beer. And I drank
So,
the
Wow,
so
so
it
like
worked on you.
their
It really
marketing,
worked.
they like actually nailed you.
They
They
That's
fucking
okay.
got
drank
you.
it for
They
life.
got
yes,
you.
because I hated beer until that commercial, and then I drank Stella because of him. And then I'm like, beer now.
Dukes, you are coming into this at the wrong.
There's
You can't
so
fight
many
this.
statistics about how trying to use sex to sell food doesn't work.
It
but
works.
Kristen just said it worked.
Yeah. It is like.
I
am not
I don't think
surprised.
there's any statistics to
different.
say it
He's
doesn't
very
work.
attractive.
Otherwise, they would keep doing
Golden
it.
Monster, I can't
You'll
help it.
enjoy
It's
the
just,
commercial.
it's that,
and
it's
you'll
like
watch
half
the
dead,
commercial,
half
the
shift kind of thing
commercial,
going on.
but
I
it
just have
won't
to
make
do
you
it.
care
What
about
was
the
that?
bad.
Was it Jack in the Box? They just had like a naked lady just eating.
My old job
Is that
did that.
Carl?
Yeah,
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had Carl's
the one
Jr.
with her on
for
the
the first
beach
time
and
last
she's
week.
eating the
Yeah.
sandwich. That was
Oh
like
yeah,
my
yeah,
money.
it's all like dripping
Yeah.
on her.
Yeah.
It was made us a lot of money.
Like a poor man's Burger King.
Carl's
Burger
Jr.
King's a
Burger
poor
King's
man's
gross.
everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Carl's Jr. not good. Most places suck.
Yeah, Carl's Jr. is really bad.
Carl's Jr. is super
Most
gross.
Wow.
places suck.
But
Sam
wait, hold
tried
on.
Carl's Jr. because Gerard has it all the time, and he was like,
I
don't
see
trust
Gerard have it like
anymore.
3 times a week. It must be good. It was, oh, it's like cardboard.
Carl's Jr.
So
is
bad.
so gross.
But
Shots at Gerard, by the way. Stop eating that shit, bro.
shorten his life, you know. No, but I think like
You know what? I feel like
the
I need a
idea
little
with
more garlic.
so like with Adrian Brody drinking Stella, it's also like probably a formative time of your life where you're building your identity. Because I think a lot of that marketing comes down to
I
like,
always knew my identity was
No,
Adrian.
That's how
Yeah,
I've always
if you-
tried
when
to
you
style
want me to
that.
talk,
Yeah,
just
like
let them
the
know, and I'll
European
answer the
gentleman in a
question. That
squad
way
suit.
we're
good.
And he like gets a Stella, and then the lady like can't stop looking at him.
yeah, and if you're like, you know, when you're young and you're like, I want to be like a suave gentleman.
Andy?
I want to
Yeah.
be, you know.
On the
Just
squad
talk
gentleman.
louder.
I want
Yeah.
to be married.
Got
to
it.
I want to
Brody.
swoon over Adrian Brody, you know, and then that like you associate that, you know, you build that like weird part of your
And
identity.
then like yeah, like 3
Swoon
years later,
over
you see an
Adrian
interview
Brody.
with
I don't
Adrian
know.
Brody, where he's like, yeah, Stella's nasty. And then you.
No, he would never.
I got $4 million for that commercial.
Not like this.
Her voice waving.
I don't want to know.
I hate beer. I hate beer.
I'm gonna let you know, Kristen is the master of like subtle voice like tones.
What does that mean?
One time she was telling a story. I'm gonna let everyone know this. One time she was telling a story about
Oh, I know. the story.
some boys like she knew in high school who had like soft hair.
Okay, sure.
And she was talking about this guy's hair. It was like a 10-minute conversation about this guy's hair. And I'm sitting there in the office just like, what? And then she pauses and she literally like it was an anime, looks
Harbinger,
longingly
Crusted.
into the distance and goes,
More than trained, I assure you.
His hair was
I
so
caught myself
soft.
One time on this, and that was 8 years
so
ago.
soft. And I was like,
There's no one else around to see it.
I'm like snapping at her. Like, if I lost you, it was incredible. She was like, so soft.
What, her voice became a whisper.
Yes, it became a whisper. She like pieced out. It was she was having like sense memory moments of just like
I'm
I
going
was
with
feeling
the
it, right?
pasta
It was
aioli.
incredible.
Like,
It's gonna be with
how
the
soft.
zucchini. I have some salsa.
I never touched it.
ground up.
I just looked at it from afar.
It just
and
looked
looked
like
real
it was
soft.
I have
There were
some,
definitely people that
chicken
I went to
broth.
school with
Mix
where I
it
would
all
stare at their
together.
hair because you
It's
were
gonna be a
always,
really
sitting
simple,
behind
very,
people.
very, very
I
pristine
would,
pasta.
I would
I'm
look
very
at their hair every
particular
day
about
and be
how
like,
this
God, I
goes.
bet that
I'm
feels
wondering-
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, there's that.
Oh, dude, I'm kind of entranced in Andy's stream here.
Andy is like
Yeah,
we should just
sure.
shut up and like watch Andy.
Don't do that. It makes
Is
me
he
feel
mic'd up?
awkward.
Yeah, he's mic'd up, but he's lower because of the volume of like the cooking in the pans and stuff.
Right.
So I told him to yell.
Gotcha.
Look at that. What is that?
What is he doing?
It's a new song.
So is
Well,
everyone
the
What's
here?
Andy doing today?
The next part is the pasta, right? Is
Yes.
the sexy
Yeah, the
Sexy
sexy
pasta.
pasta.
So that might be
Louis song.
the garlic.
The
Louis
pasta
song.
from the movie.
What
I'm
is he
tuning
what's
into
the
my
Irish
own
chef doing?
stream. Look who is the son? That's me.
Oh, Streamception.
He is like, first
Is that-
off, very nice quality stream. Second off,
Is that garlic?
it looks like chopped
Yeah.
garlic.
Yeah, this is
Oh
gonna be
my
it.
god.
No.
Are we just gonna talk about what he's doing?
Thank you, Bran. I
What are you
appreciate
doing,
it.
The
son?
thing about garlic is if everybody's having garlic, They call
It's
it some
okay.
issue.
Yeah.
That's true. It's true.
It seems like the stream is telling me to stream. I do have a stream. It's telling me.
They do-
What's
yeah.
your stream?
Hey.
He does have a stream.
It is
What's
called
your stream? Wink, wink.
twitch.tv/in-game menu. That is my stream.
Ah, that's a good.
In-game
that's a good handle.
menu. Oh, that's a good one.
Did you know that every dish, he told me this today, every dish tonight is named after an achievement in Catherine?
Oh,
Oh.
I love that. I didn't know
Interesting.
that.
Has everyone here played Catherine?
Yeah.
I never beat it.
I mean,
though.
I didn't finish.
It's hard.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
I even played the story modes because it was too hard, and I couldn't beat that.
Can I
either.
tell you the most
That's
fascinating thing?
hard enough.
Watching competitive Catherine.
Yeah.
Like,
it's-
on
What?
AGDQ
Is that a
and
thing?
stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like the block puzzle parts.
Mm-hmm.
They do, they do competitive where it's like it's 1v1 and they like try to knock each other off the blocks and like
Oh.
it's fascinating to watch.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I was not smart enough to play Catherine. It was hard.
Like the block parts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
just
there's a
like,
new one coming out, so
That's true.
So
but
I
it's
can
still
fail
pretty
at
hard.
that one too.
Wait, and there's going to be a third Catherine. right?
Yes.
Now there are going to be
Mhm.
3 Catherinas.
whoa. Except she's like Katie. What is her name?
Rin.
Rin. Ah.
Oh. That's a
That
very
makes sense.
Japanese thing to do.
Mhm.
It's not cat, it's Rin.
Catherine is a side tourney at Evo a lot. Get out of town. I go watch that.
Is it really?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what this guy said.
Oh.
Whoa, that's cool.
I really want to go this year.
Yeah, when is Evo this year?
Evo tickets go on sale Monday, and
Oh.
it is August. No,
I thought it is
interesting.
August.
it's August. Yeah, second and third. I
Third to
think.
the 6th, right?
Oh.
It's in August. It's the first weekend of
Yeah,
August.
first week of August.
You can totally go to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Golden Monster,
Fly
this
my
is
mother out,
ciabatta.
her
It was
baby.
baked this morning. I loved it as
Go to
soon as I
Vegas.
came.
I'm gonna watch
If you guys
Street
can't hear me,
Fighters.
I'll say it
I
again.
can
It's not a
get-
problem.
I can try and get on a cruise to
I
Dragon Ball
love ciabatta.
by then.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Gives me a goal.
Nice.
Dragon Ball. They announced all the games. Everyone was blown away that there wasn't going to be Marvel vs. Capcom this year. It's
Right.
I'm not
It's
surprised.
not a good game.
It
Yeah.
falls, like,
It's not a good game.
Yeah.
That's true. But Dragon Ball's there.
yeah, Dragon Ball's headline.
I
Dragon
think
Ball-
Dragon Ball is so fun to watch.
Dragon Ball 3 anime fighting games. I'm fine. One of them is literally all the characters from Ruby.
Huh.
I'm like, okay, sure. Okay,
As
whatever.
a side stage.
No, it's like one of the main games is a
Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear.
it's I
And-
think it's either the Guilty Gear X something. It's like one of the crossover.
Zerd, X-Zerd.
X Third, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one Octo plays.
Someone might know exactly what the name of it is, but there's a new one, and it's like a tag game, and there's
Right.
every character
Oh.
from Ruby's in it now.
Like
Which
a
is-
Fist Fighter, like how Dragon Ball is.
I think so. I'm trying to. It's Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue is a tag game. I think.
Blaze Blue Tag Battle. Yeah, has all the
Hey,
other
everybody,
characters.
I really appreciate
Blaze
the
Blue is
follow,
fascinating
Shane,
to watch.
Yeah, Blaze Blue.
It's
is
so
really
cool,
cool.
so
You guys
I'm
to
totally
sub,
down.
And
So that's gonna be cool.
and follow.
Yeah, we're
I had to say sub, sorry.
trying
Very
to
nice
tickets
you
for
guys
the
to follow.
finals.
I stream every Tuesday
On
and
Monday.
Thursday.
Will.
And
You get to
dinner
buy the
party.
God bless to wait.
I canceled my
No,
stream
Oh, the
to
finals
focus
tickets
on the
are
dinner
separate
party.
Yeah.
from your-
Because they
But,
have it
I
in
was
the
trying to make
arena
everyone
now.
else the following week.
And so you can buy every day, but the finals too.
That's what I did last year. I was the only one not at finals.
Here's the thing.
What
Here's
did you
the
do?
trick.
I went and I saw Baby Driver.
Nice.
How did you
It's a
not?
good movie.
How did you not get this? My question is, how did you not get tickets?
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, because I decided last minute I wanted to go and I didn't have enough money to buy both. And I didn't want to sit away from everybody at the finals.
well, here's
Yeah, I think
like
that's
the
fair.
crazy thing is we sat front row,
Right.
and in the bottom pit area, we were maybe like one of the few people there. Everyone else was in the stands. So I was like, how did they not sell out this area? We were like, there was maybe
Because like
20
if
of
you're in the
us.
stands, you're like looking at the projector horizontally, and you're looking
Oh, I
down.
guess
Right?
that's
But if
true.
you're down there, you have to kind of like look up at the projector.
And here's what they did. They put TVs down in front.
Yeah.
Huge TVs, so we could just watch TV and watch that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's nice.
it was cool, and we all wore our Ken and Ryu
It's
kiss
just like,
shirts.
yeah, it's like I saw the team, right? You're like,
No, they're tickets. There's like.
Hey guys, how's that camera look?
That camera?
Great.
You?
It's great.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
We can see your bread. Move around the camera if you want.
Yeah, look
Gotcha,
at that
look
tie
at
on the wall.
Look at that.
Just so people can see the actual
Look at that
food.
muscle.
Muscle.
does that mean we have to book them all together before we're gonna go?
You can only book
The finals.
so many tickets at a time. So Will's buying tickets for myself and the Warp Zone guys,
Gotcha.
and you.
Oh, I love DC.
And but literally, I mean, I don't think it fucking matters, honestly. Like whenever we buy
So you're
tickets,
gonna be stand or down?
I'll ask Will. I have no clue.
Yeah, find out, and then I'll buy a bunch.
But the rest of the time, last year they finally did it where they brought a bar into the actual hall.
Oh.
What a great day that was.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Problem. You guys have about 10 minutes till the next course.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yo, people
got
are
some
putting
help?
muscles
No,
in
no.
chat.
Get some dude buffs in there.
You guys sit. Keep the show going. Don't worry.
That muscled
Sure.
booty emote.
Keep your forks. Whose fork? Keep your forks.
Oh,
Whose fork?
That's
your fault.
Aw. You got shrimp on my grits, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh man, that was
Look how
good.
beautiful.
Yo, but if you're in chat and you're like, what's Evo like? It is straight up a great weekend.
Yeah.
Fighting games in Vegas, it might be one of the hypest things you can go to. Even if you don't know anything about fighting games, you're like, I don't get it. You'll walk out of there like,
So much.
that was the best I've ever seen. It's really fun. People get like really worked up. People get really crazy.
Every year James Chen cries.
Oh, yeah, at the end,
he always cries.
At the end, James Chen always
cries.
and then they hug.
And then I start crying. I'm like, oh, you're right, James Chen. The fighting game community is so great.
I love James Chen, dude.
I know, that guy's so cool.
When I first started streaming Street Fighter, I was really bad. He came into my chat and was like, "Yo, you're amazing, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just
Oh,
can't
wow.
for no reason.
Yeah. He's like
I fucking love you.
Yeah.
He's a really good, just like community guy. He's
Yeah.
a great representative
Yeah.
of what like the FGC's about.
Yeah.
Dude is awesome.
He's the dad of the FGC.
Yeah.
You know?
And rightfully so, every year cries after
Yeah.
I'm so proud of my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually one of the. It's weird because I feel like the fighting game community is like also one of the. Even though you would think like a community based on head-to-head, like beating each other up games would be like a weird hyper-masculine kind of like exclusionary thing, but it's one of the most diverse, inclusive
Hell yeah.
communities
Yeah.
I've ever been to in terms of like just the types of people represented and like how, I don't know, how like welcoming everybody is. Like that was the thing. When you go to EVO, you might be like, oh, I don't understand what this is or what that is, but everybody there is super cool and excited for
Yeah.
new people to come in, and I think that's like really great.
Last year, Gerard entered the Street Fighter tournament. And the first round he went against this guy who just bodied the hell out of him. But his second round he went up against a guy, and the dude he lost to the first round gave him tips to beat the guy second round.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's so sweet.
Like as he's playing, every time in between rounds he'd be like, "Do this instead."
Yeah.
It was really. I caught it on film. It was great. It was
Yeah.
like, this is what this is about. This guy like beat
Yeah.
him and then was like, I can help you, dude.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's great. It's like I've never been a part of a community that's like that, like into bringing new people in, you know. It's cool. So go to Evo if you get the chance.
I've never been, but I hear it's great.
It is. Oh,
Also, it's Vegas. So, like last year, one day we went to dinner at that place that was like steampunk.
Yeah.
That was-
We had a lot of really good food.
But like, yeah, so there's amazing food, and then it's Vegas, so you can like gamble and stuff, and then there's straight up just side betting going on at Evo, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
Dude, the side bets are like the best.
they're so funny. Guys are running up like $10, $10, $10, $10, and throwing money down. And he's like, yeah, all right, fuck it. Yeah, all right. It's so good, and they're like, don't side bet. They're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
When in Vegas.
It's so good.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you spend a Sunday literally waking up at like 9 a.m. and
Oh,
going until whenever it's over and just watching fighting games all day.
It's cool.
Or see Baby Driver.
Or see Baby Driver. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the year I entered Evo, I got bodied by this guy named Brawley Legs, and he's a competitor
Brawley
who like
Legs.
I don't know if he's a paraplegic, and
Yeah,
he
that
plays
dude.
on like a thing, and he only has use of one hand,
And
so
then
he
like,
plays
right, I
with
heard
his
about
face
this
on a
guy.
controller.
Damn.
And dude like kicked the shit out of me because I was like, who is this guy? And then I was like, all of a sudden I'm like dead, and then I was like, oh. And then I found out he was famous, and I was like, oh shit, that was like
there was a blind
super
kid there
crazy.
last year,
Yeah,
and he was like killing people.
yeah,
And I was like, I need to know how he plays. And I think because he listens to sound cues,
yeah.
so I feel like the sound has to be a little bit behind the action, so he has to. I
Yeah.
don't know how he plays.
He's Daredevil.
Yeah,
I
he's-
think so. He like sees the
Daredevil
vibrations
Street
and is
Fighter.
like, AAB. I don't
Like flicks the metal chair right next to him and so you can see everything.
I don't know.
Using
But I
your
was-
power for good.
I was fascinated. Like it's
Yeah.
the community is so crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing players from like all different like
There's
walks
that
of
dude that plays
life.
with his feet who's famous as well.
Yeah.
Did he beat Gerard?
Did you play with his feet?
2 years ago.
Yes, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Gerard played him in Tekken, right?
That's so awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
And got bodied.
Yeah.
It's-
Well, and I mean, the other thing is like all those guys who are like, you know, your Justin Wongs or whatever, like your famous guys. Like you could end up in a pool with those guys, and like you know they would just mop the floor with you right away. But
Oh my God.
it's like if you were in a pickup basketball game and then Kobe Bryant was like, "Oh, okay, it's you and me, huh?" And then like, "Oh, I got bodied
Do
by."
you know the name of the documentary that's about Justin Wong? It's something of
Kings of Chinatown.
Kings of Chinatown.
Yeah.
Watch that shit, chat. It's on YouTube. It's free. Watch it. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like about his rise, and then some other characters in his life
Yeah, you were
that
gonna
may or
say-
may not.
I thought you were gonna say his rise and his fall.
Oh shit!
I mean,
What happened?
He's still up there.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
also about like before he became as successful as he is now, literally getting like beat down.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing is about like, can he come back and beat this guy who just stomps him every time they play?
Right.
It's
And I
interesting.
mean, of course, like you know now because he's like.
Yeah, I mean
he's
now
like
it's.
Justin Wong.
Right,
but
like spoilers, you know the ending. Of
He's doing pretty good for himself.
I wish someone had made like a Justin Wong Chris G documentary.
Oh yeah.
The year where they kept playing each other in Marvel.
Yeah.
I love Chris G.
I hung out
One
with
of-
Justin Wong at a Twitch party and he was the coolest guy.
Yeah.
He is.
the
He's like
coolest dude.
Yeah.
I like Chris G because he's the villain FGC deserves.
Yeah.
Like
dude.
I'm sure he could probably be a reasonably nice guy.
Yeah.
But when he plays,
Before our
he plays dickishly and he plays unfairly, and it's fun to watch people get mad at him.
Oh, who was the new kid that was run off in Street Fighter last year? He's like 17.
Oh, Punk.
Yeah.
Punk is like the
Yeah.
upcoming heel.
Yeah,
Like,
that
he like
guy's
shit
great.
talks everybody.
Yeah.
He's like so young.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, like we got him now in a couple of years.
He's so good.
There are lots
I'm hyped for that.
of younger kids in like some major games that are rising up. It's
Yeah. I worry about like a lot of those kids is like
cool. Kids.
is they when you suddenly I mean I don't know I guess in esports it's not like basketball level money yet but I feel like when you go from being when you're like 17 and you go from like having no money to making like hundreds of thousands
You
of
become
dollars a
Logan
year.
Paul, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean
You
I was
that's-
gonna say we're all on YouTube. We know.
You lose perspective. Oh, I
Yeah.
get that. But
And-
like, I feel like at least in FGC, there's enough people to ground your ass.
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
like, they will shit talk you back
lose
to
perspective,
Yeah.
right? Because like you only get paid
When you win,
with
yeah.
results.
That's
Right?
true.
So like you never
That's
lose
true,
perspective
yeah.
because like if you get humbled, you don't eat.
Yeah, that's
And it's
true.
1v1, and
Yeah.
you like have to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, that's
Like you
true.
can't
It's
just
like-
show up and have someone on your team help you.
You get like the security of like having an esports team. They put you in a house, they
Yeah.
pay the rent, and then you like stream on the side and you make money. But like yeah,
Yeah, if you're not putting up wins, then they're I'll
if
see
you're
you
trying to
later,
get
dude.
if you're
Yeah.
like not sponsored yet and you're trying to get sponsored, like
Yeah.
you have to win. You
And-
have to win something.
And FGC is like the shit talking there is another level.
Yeah,
So
totally.
they will humble your ass quick if you show up and you're like, yeah, I'm making a ton of money and you lose.
Yeah, like,
They will
the
come
dynamite.
down on you.
Yeah.
There's that great video, Low Tier God.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
That
that guy
guy's
talks so
so
much
yes,
shit.
yes.
By that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's like a kind of nerdy guy, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, you gotta, my dick's in your mouth. Low Tier, he's like 6, like goes to the gym, like in a regular like social situation, he would just murder him, but like he can't. There's
Yeah.
no crowd there. They're like, oh!
Yeah, chat, look up low to your god.
I can't remember who he fighted. Who
Who then are
Low Tier God fucks with. Yeah, it's like just some guy.
I think it's
It's a
just
regular guy.
I think it's just some normal dude.
No, he's like famous, but
Like,
Oh man.
Chano who
that
it was.
video is so good.
Classic. I don't know. Yeah, I love the fighting game community. I think it's amazing.
Cool. It's always hype.
And it's super
always
welcoming.
good.
I mean, I definitely wasn't like super into it till
This
I was
right
the
here
first
is the
Eagle
broth
that
I
I went to
mentioned
like
earlier about
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know your ass was
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, and I was just spend a weekend there, and you're like, yeah, I'm in. All right, let's do this. I'll watch every tournament I can. Yeah, it becomes like a weird. I know I suck at fighting games. I'll never beat Kristen at a fighting game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, remember when you beat me at E3?
In front of the desk.
in front of the devs, and I said, stop, I'm trying to learn the moves, and you just kept beating me.
What were you guys playing?
It's like Injustice 2.
Injustice 2, yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm trying to learn the moves, and she's like, yeah, okay, and just beat the crap out
I
of me.
will never forget us filming Geekenders.
Oh yeah.
And then like sitting us down at Wednesday night fights and being like, okay, we're just gonna have like you and Jesse fight each other. And they said it was so sad because it was obvious I was trying to do moves and Jesse was just like and killed me and completely destroyed me. And I was like, I don't
I hate fighting games.
And then I think they like
Video
they
games are
banned you,
dumb.
right?
Yeah.
Wednesday night
Biscuit, that was
fights.
his name.
At the end,
Biscuit against Low Tier God.
This
Yes.
is against low tier god.
yeah,
You
somewhere
won't
out
watch that
there exists a video of me being banned from all future
Yeah.
FGC events.
Yeah.
Like at the very end, they're like, banned.
Dude, that's always the best too, because like when you go to like these Wednesday night fights, like sometimes like they would just put me on stream because they'd be like, oh, we know you're terrible, but we also like remember you, so why don't you just hop on stream? And then I just get bodied, and they'd be like, ah, come back next week too. Yeah.
Just trust me.
I remember getting bodied by Chris G too, and like in the middle of our match, like something happened where like there was a network update, and so we had to restart the match, and like I was like down some life or
For those of
something.
you wondering what I was
And then
doing,
we restarted. No, I was down around, or I was like down some life, and I was like, oh, do you want to just like pick it up? You can just hit me again or
This
something. He's
pan,
like, oh no, that's okay, dude.
was
Like,
far
don't
too
worry about it. And I was
small
like,
for what I wanted
okay,
to do.
you can
Well,
have
that's your life
Yeah,
back.
he's
That's
like, you
fine.
can have all your life back.
Fresh.
I insist.
Yeah, and I was
Really
just
wanted to
like,
make sure I had enough
oh,
pan,
okay. Oh, all right,
the
cool,
pan
man.
without
Like,
So is this
It was-
easier?
it was humbling.
And
That's fine that you're not
appropriately.
putting
Yeah,
it
he's
at
like,
all.
no. You know, and I'm just like,
It's
oh,
easier.
Cool that you just
I've never been to
Price of
Wednesday night
6 months.
fight.
Dude,
It happens in a different place now, right? It's like
It's like
near
it's at
Anaheim.
the esports.
Yeah,
it
It's
is-
like
it
an
isn't
hour-
where
it's
we
like
went.
an hour away, like straight
Yeah.
up an hour drive.
Yeah, it's far.
Is that the arena, the esports arena?
Yeah, in Santa Ana.
Yo, that place is actually really cool.
Yeah,
It is
no,
really
it's
cool, but
great.
it's hella
It's
far.
far.
Yeah,
dude.
it's too
like-
far for like LA, but
Like they messaged me and they're like, yo, you should come on by. Like we're in Los Angeles. And I was like, cool, whereabouts? And they were like, gave me the address. I was like, that's not Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Alex is gonna start going every Wednesday again. If you ever wanted to carpool with him,
Yeah, I
like,
think
that would
I
at
might.
least.
Octo?
Yeah, I'm gonna suggest it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's.
Because I want to. They're starting doing DVZ now, so
Mm.
it's good.
Yeah, you
It would be
should.
good to get out there, but I just like I had to stop going because it's so far, and then I would just get bodied,
Kinda working
and then
what
I'd
I
be
got.
like, cool, I drove like an hour just to get bodied
guys
twice
back.
in a
My
row.
shit.
Yeah. But everybody there, like that's the other thing too. Everybody there is really cool, and as you're like playing casuals, they'll be like, "Hey, dude, work on this. Don't just throw that out, or like, try these things." And so, and they're all very encouraging. They're like, "Hey, just keep coming back." There's also one in Burbank. They do a Tuesday night tournament, and like the people there are like, there's like there's a few good players that show up. Like Commander Jesse shows up, but there's like more casual people too, so it's a
Mostly
good
chill.
place to go, like, practice.
Yeah.
And also Burbank. Well, Burbank is like,
Burbank is still pretty far, but
yeah, it's
that's
still
okay.
pretty far. But, it's like, it's not Santa Ana.
That is fair. That is
chat
fair.
has turned against us.
Man, I wonder what that feels like.
Are they all like, Andy?
They're like, we just want to hear Andy. You guys suck.
Oh shit, he's doing the twist.
what?
Aaron, he's doing the twist. He's doing your twist.
Oh shit, yeah!
Stop panicking!
We're watching you do the twist.
Sexy time
Yeah, this
pasta.
is the sexy time pasta.
Be my John Favreau.
I'm a hungry boy.
tonight.
Be my John Favreau
Yeah.
tonight. John, be a Favreau tonight.
That looks really good. Oh man.
I'm very excited.
Oh god, I just remembered us singing Tortilla de Patata stream last
What is
night.
that?
There's a little girl in the game we played, literally just goes like, Daddy makes me tortilla de patatas. And we're like, what the hell is that? Tortilla?
She's supposed to be like a half Spanish girl, and
I
so
see.
her dad is like Spanish, and she like
But she
calls
says
everybody
tortilla?
T.O. and stuff. Yeah, and then she
Yeah.
was like, Dad made us tortilla de patata. And Jesse was like, okay, look.
I had to stop. I was like, hold up.
He was like, I feel like they decided to have her do that because it would be cute for a little kid to say tortilla de patata, but I'm calling bullshit.
She
Maybe the
calls.
voice actress just didn't know how to say it.
They would have.
There's no way.
Cause she like.
It's made in the Philippines, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, they would know to say.
And she calls everyone
It's a
T.O. or
Spanish
Tia. I was like,
colonized
if
place.
she's like half Spanishing her her
Yeah.
dialogue anyway, girl, he's not saying tortilla. So then we
Tortilla, patata,
we
tortilla.
Hakuna Matata, tortilla de patata.
It was good. It was
That's
good
what
shit.
That's where we went.
Oh, I had some of that apple pie. It was good.
What? I had some of that cherry pie. There was cherry stems in it.
Whoa.
What?
I was like,
that is a bummer.
what is
Oh,
this?
but they're edible.
I guess. I just it was
Yeah, but
unpleasant.
so are like apple cores, and you don't eat apple cores.
Yeah,
I used to when I was
Sam's like,
I
do.
did it when I was like in Girl Scouts, and you were trying to like survive in the
This is why
wilderness.
I'm.
You're like,
This is
I
why
want to eat it.
I'm 6'4" and
Yeah.
you're 4'6".
Yeah.
I guess. I'm 4'6".
I ate the whole apple.
Dang.
Oh man.
When Sam admits he has no idea what anybody's height is below his
Right,
eyesight.
right.
It's like, you're like 3 foot,
Everyone.
right?
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to know what happened on Andy's side because something happened. I missed it.
Something
happened to
burned
bread.
because I was distracted.
What happened?
Oh,
The
It's
shit.
okay.
What happened to the ciabatta?
I can recover. Relax.
I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing.
This is what being a professional is, right?
Yeah, the stress.
Something goes wrong and you can recover from it.
Yeah, it's like
Exactly,
that chef's
and I'm
table
gonna own
episode
it.
where
Just
they
throwing it
drop
out
the
there.
dessert.
Yeah, they're like, ah.
And he's like, it's fine.
What will he do?
It's fine.
Figure it out.
Put it on the plate.
That's
and
true,
we'll
and-
call it something abstract.
And the
Yeah.
time has to tick down at the end. It's like dun 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 dun.
I love how they edit it, so there's always like, it's like 10, 9, and they're like doing shit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this was 2 minutes before.
Yeah.
it
They were
Right,
Like,
like,
and they're like just splicing in the
Yeah.
last 10 seconds, so like they did it all with 10 seconds ago.
And
I'm
they're
like,
like,
no, they were done. They were done.
Everyone's like, oh my god, if he recovers.
Yeah.
Chat's counting on you, Andy. This is important.
Today I made a deconstructed peanut butter and jelly
Yeah.
sandwich.
Deconstructed is the classic
Oh,
word
yeah.
for I fucked up this
Yeah.
movie.
Or I'm missing an ingredient.
Everyone's cheering him on.
He
Hell
can
yeah,
do it.
support him. He's doing all the work.
Yeah, we're just sitting here eating and
Yeah.
drinking.
Jerk it on.
Yeah, but it has to be good eats.
Dude, that looks pretty good.
That's Alton Brown. That's not Andy.
Yeah, I tied my hair up for this shit. Feel better.
First round was primo, so.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah, the
that's
chat
true.
is totally like.
Yeah, and I like how it's like, go Andy, 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 Andy.
You
You
can
do have
give it
sexy muscles.
muscles.
I did not catch that.
I love it.
Whoever that is, you're making me blush. And if it's more than one person, you're all making me blush.
Oh man, everybody's.
Oh my
What
god.
is this little like cartoon thing? It looks. Is it like a?
Is that muscles?
muscle?
What is that?
No, the
It's a burrito that says yum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I was
like.
like trying to figure out what that was. I was like, is that taffy or I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little burrito.
Yeah.
This is yum on it.
Is this bologna wrapped in foil?
Do you want another stuff?
Yeah, oh, close.
Yeah, you get one?
Mhm.
Sure.
Oh man, yeah, Andy should be
What are
a
you
character in Food Wars.
2 more solos.
You want one?
Don't talk to me
It's
about
enough.
Food Wars.
There's more than enough.
Oh, there is.
Andy says,
Oh, I
"Don't
thought
talk
you
to me
had
about
six.
Food Wars."
Give me some of that Adrian Brody juice.
Ooh. Whoa. Where did that come from?
I was
Whoa.
gonna say drink, and it was like juice.
Yeah, that's what you
That's
meant.
right,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Earlier today, I accidentally called somebody daddy, and I meant to just say.
Oh yeah, no. Kristen was trying to explain like he had a dad vibe, but she's like, you have that daddy vibe, and then she looked at me, and I was gonna let it slide. She goes, dad vibe, and I was like, daddy vibe,
Daddy vibe.
daddy vibe.
The other side. Yeah. I did the same thing.
Oh,
So good.
oh. What? That thing is like from 1952.
Yeah, I wrote my case. It was a good analysis. Go ball it.
It's a classic
Classic.
World War II.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
smells so good.
This looks excellent.
We have. Can the top-down camera see that, or is it too? Can you see it
If you
top-down
like
camera?
push it forward a bit.
Oh, we should like, we'll do the, you know?
Does it autofocus?
Can you see it? Well, they're about to see it in a sec. Yeah, Sam's showing it. It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like you have a 4K top-down camera.
And then you reduced it to like a
Yeah, to an incredibly
Where's my
small,
phone?
700
Pointless.
pixel wide, like.
pointless endeavor.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm taking a picture of it now because I have to charge my phone. Super
Yeah,
bad.
hold on. The Christine will be right
Super
there.
bad.
Oh,
not
we got
taking a
Christine.
picture yet. Oh, my phone's going crazy. And
This guy is pro.
broken.
Sam praising the food gods. It's like Sam's presenting Simba.
I love that your bowl is very epic.
I only have 4 of those bowls.
Most
Well, here's the thing.
That's like really
They only
crazy,
sell them in
though.
pools.
Yeah. And I didn't like, I'm
So
not
it's
gonna
Ah, my
eat
phone
8.
died.
You have 5 people, you need
No.
8.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna give. Oh, yeah, you're not.
Sam's is plugged in right now.
It's okay.
I am playing.
Why does Jesse have a round bowl? Because I only have 4 square bowls.
Also, because
So
you're
get
the
hecked.
special guy.
Sam, do you
It's
want
your,
to know
it's
or
your
do you want me to,
fucking
like-
house.
No, I told him, give me all the like bootleg stuff. Give me the things that don't fit, and I'll take that. So
That
I'm
makes
fine.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Andy
Rocking.
repeating. Now, as Quindle would call it, ciabatta.
Yes.
Ciabatta.
That's sweet steel.
That's
I
definitely
can't
not how
remember
you say it.
Brendel only drinks wine but mispronounces every wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Although,
legitimately
admittedly,
knows a
it'd be
decent
like-
amount about wine, but doesn't know how to pronounce any.
Although, admittedly,
He's
it's
learned it
very
all by
entertaining
Yeah.
to have him ask for wines at a restaurant. That, like, the waiter's just like, sorry, what?
What does he say? Chardonnay is funny, or I don't even know how you would say Chardonnay.
I think he one time asked for a cabinet.
Instead of Cabernet.
Yeah.
Like sovereign, like a
Oh.
cabinet sovereign, and we were like,
Oh.
"What are you talking about?"
Ah, it's the sovereign cabinet.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for the wait, guys.
No problem.
Okay. I'm
Thank
gonna
you. Oh my gosh.
post my.
This is just the Parmesan Christine. Just,
I've been talking about that.
Just eat it.
yes. Sorry, I forgot to take a photo, so I might just steal this opportunity to hope that you guys take an
Did you?
amazing photo.
Well, I'm taking mediocre photos, but.
Yeah, I'm taking mediocre level
Don't both
photos.
2 of you have iPhone X's?
Doesn't matter.
I expect 4K photos.
The photo is in 4K, but the hands holding the. is where the issue is.
Okay,
Alright, so we dive in, yeah?
You have pasta in front of you.
Yes.
Yes, please tell us.
The chef
So
pasta.
once
Yeah,
again,
so-
it's the spicy Italian sausage,
Nice.
olive oil, a touch of chicken broth to kind of bring the flavors together once they're in the pan, and the zucchini, which is really barely being cooked. The idea is that it kind of melds with the spaghetti. So you should get just a lot of flavor, just kind of melded together. It should be super simple, and that's all I'm asking for. So
Nice.
Cool.
enjoy. Oh, and finish with fresh thyme. Is that nice?
Yeah.
Nice and herby
Thank
spaghetti.
We won't tell you if we do. Yo, I've been talking about bread all day. This is my moment.
There we go.
We went to the grocery store and I just kept touching all the like loaves.
She really did.
Putting them back on the shelf after you like opened it up and went.
No!
"Aw."
No! It was packaged,
Oh,
but I
okay.
was just like, oh, these look so soft.
So somebody's gonna have all this like broken.
I can
bread.
imagine you being one of those bread-faced people that has a secret Instagram account.
Or you just shove your face in the bread, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll do it.
Wait, where's the knives too?
Can I see?
But I took one with the bread.
Oh, look at that focus.
All right, let's
All
dive into this.
I was gonna say, how are Sam and I the only ones that have dived hard?
Everyone else is like trying to take photos.
I'm trying to like, because then maybe people will follow me on Instagram.
You know what? Fair
Yeah, so a
enough.
little extra Parmesan for everyone.
Oh, tight.
You
One
want that?
common question I'm seeing from the chat is Andy single? I am not.
What?
But
Damn, sorry.
Andy, that's the reason why you're here.
in my humble experience, it's never really stopped anybody. So it's just like, wow, they just go for it anyway. They don't really care.
In my humble experience, I have to fight him off with a stick. Is that what you're
Oh no
saying?
no 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 no! I don't mean
Yeah.
me. I mean that it seems like when people go, oh, you're single. Well, I don't really care.
Ruthless.
Oh man.
Yeah, this
Chat is displeased with you, sir.
This bowl is cool. Is that yours or his?
What?
This one?
It's a mug, not a bowl, but yeah.
It's both.
I mean, yeah, it's a soup. It's like a
It's
soup
a
thing.
soup.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
That cheese.
No.
Yeah, again, clarifying, not saying I'm open, it's just that everyone's just like, oh, you have a girlfriend? I don't really care, I'm gonna attack you on her. It's just like, see,
Wow.
it just doesn't seem to work.
Well, yeah, you saying you just want to cheat on your girlfriend?
Wow, Andy.
Wow.
But don't worry, I'm a good guy. Or is I don't really know.
Andy's girlfriend.
Yeah, see?
Very
I'm
light.
still making my move. No one cares.
Very light pasta.
I can say I have 30 lives. People will just be like, don't care. Don't care.
This is definitely like a
Maybe like a bucket of this.
Yeah,
This is so good, dude.
him saying pasta was the second course. I was like, well, that's interesting because pasta's usually heavy, but this is like really light.
I like how this is like it's a really simple dish that's like just done really well. The
Clean
flavor.
up, so
of,
chat,
like,
excuse my mess.
I don't know, because usually a lot of times when I get pasta, it'll be like it's really salty, or it's just like it's so good.
Yeah, I love pastas that are. My dad used to just, if he was hungry, he would just make pasta and put a bunch of butter and garlic in there.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, and that's always like. Sometimes I think to myself, man, I could just go for some pasta with some garlic.
Yeah, like I love carbonara, you know.
I like carbs.
Yeah,
Right.
full stop.
Excellent. Spicy. That's the spicy
Chat is not trying to form an allegiance.
Sausage.
sausage.
They're trying to work together to steal Andy. Chat is trying to form one individual. I don't know that's possible. They're trying to Voltron their way into Andy's life.
Like some kind of weird
It's a hive mind.
Evangelion thing.
Yeah.
It's a hive mind of love.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. While I'm cleaning up a bit, can I answer any questions for folks in chat? Any questions out there for you guys? Anything I can answer, let me know. I'm just cleaning up a bit to get more organized.
Andy is he's gonna leave with the giant ray at the end.
Giant Ray.
Hey guys, if you see a question, just shout it out, because I can't read right now.
Sure. What type of bread is that?
Ciabatta!
What type?
Ciabatta!
That's how it's pronounced, Brendor.
Ciabatta!
Yeah, you know what? Somebody got mad at me. They're like, did Kristen just pronounce it Ciabatta?
It's not
That's
I'm
ciabatta.
asking you to again!
That's right.
They're asking
Joke's on you.
what's your favorite cut of meat?
What was that?
What is your favorite cut of meat?
Ooh, for steak, it is aged ribeye. For lamb, it's the shank. For chicken, thighs. You know, I like them thighs. And and for pork, it's the pork loin, not the tenderloin. I know that was overly exacerbated for answers, but yeah.
Somebody's asking what to do with 2 tilapia fillets.
1 second. I'm going to
Yo.
turn the stand off.
Let's grab
Alright,
it.
yeah, Keegan, are you kidding?
What was the question?
They were asking. He says, "I've got 2 tilapia fillets. What do?"
Okay.
He's like, "How much time
If you
do
have 2 tilapia fillets that are thawed out right now, if you don't really want to wash them too heavily or you're worried about sauteing, get some lemon, like just grab some of this lemon, right? Salt, pepper, and olive oil on a sheet pan and then broil it. And just keep your eye on it, you'll set it on fire. But if you want to just bake it, toss a lemon half in the oven, just like this, and then when the fish is done, it'll be super juicy, and then once fish is finished cooking, squeeze the lemon over the top. Super simple. Salt, pepper, lemon, olive oil.
Sounds great. Yeah. Cool. I'm in.
Just
Awesome.
off the top of the
I
dome.
could go for some tilapia.
Do it.
Toilet to make smooth
You
incisions
know I like them
in the
thighs.
fish.
Oh, really?
Put lemon juice in the incisions.
Oh wow.
And then the citrus kind of like tenderizes the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are wondering when the chicken tenders course is. We'll get to the nuggets soon. Don't worry.
It's right before the tater tot.
Self the dessert. On my way home. Stuff at Wendy's.
It's gonna be tater tots and cheese whiz.
Oh.
This is really good.
I have a question, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
Is this in the cooking category or the eating category?
It's in the IRL category.
Okay.
Which means anything goes.
Anything goes.
I didn't even know there was a cooking category.
There's social eating, but there isn't cooking, I don't think.
This could be like considered
I think
social
you
eating.
can do creative, and then put yourself in the category of cooking.
Wait,
I think
social eating?
Yeah, it's the mukbang
Oh, okay.
sort of equivalent on Twitch.
Yeah, because mukbang is like, it sounds real weird. And,
They're like,
kind of naughty.
They like introduced mukbang on Twitch. And then
Andy, how often do
immediately
you
died.
stream?
I stream every Tuesday and Thursday on the channel. And if there's a dinner party like tonight, I always take at least Thursday off to prepare for this. So every Tuesday and Thursday I'll be live.
Do you do these dinner parties often?
What was that?
Do you do these often?
Yeah, I am booked for next month, April, May, June, and no longer July, but I'm not booked for August and
Are they all streamers?
Actually, I realized,
Since I never actually explained while you're eating, I'm not here. The way people have been booking me for these parties, I volunteered for you, but other people have.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. But people have been asking Andy, can you come to this date? And I usually set the date and then get all set up. It takes about a month to build the menu. So far everyone's been booking me far in advance. Some people are private, like I mentioned. Like some people don't want it public, so I just take that month off. So
Gotcha.
yeah. All right, I'll show you up. All right.
Yeah. You did one at PAX South, right?
yes, I did one at PAX South, I'm doing one at PAX East as well.
Who's your next streamer?
I cannot announce that yet,
Wow, I already
but
know.
it is a big one. It's a big party.
Who was your last streamer?
Oh no, Ava TK, along with SJ Vindictive and Mia Khalifa, as well as Shorty Guy, were all at that party.
There you go. It was a Texas get-together, y'all.
Wow.
Texas get together.
that was so good.
And I actually have another stream coming up with Mia Khalifa very soon, actually.
There's more Cheds.
Wait, Mia Khalifa?
And if you want to book, you know how to do it. Slide into those
Like Mia
DMs.
Khalifa.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you live in San Francisco, you can definitely come. I'll definitely double up.
Yo, I'm from there.
Can I come?
Can I come every time I come home?
What brand of knife do you use?
What was that?
What brand of knife do you use?
The knives you see in front of you are from Shun. I prefer Shun and Wusthof if I can. But so far, hold on. This knife, this is Bianca.
Whoa.
This one was about 150. This one right here was originally 400 and it's down to 150 on sale. Always buy your knives on sale. Never buy them brand new.
And remember, just because you got a good knife doesn't mean you're gonna.
Oh yeah, good knives will last you a lifetime.
He literally, he was like, hey, send me a photo of your kitchen. Send me a photo of what you have. I'll work with all of it. And then I assume Andy brought everything I didn't have.
Yep.
There you go. And then he brought his own spice mixes. Yes, I'm starting to wonder what clothes he actually packed.
I think I have 2 t-shirts.
There you go.
He opened his suitcase earlier, and it was like a t-shirt on top, and then he took the t-shirt out, and it was all kitchen stuff.
Great.
Yeah. That was great.
What's next?
Lamb.
Yeah.
Lamb.
Lamb. Lamb. That's
Really?
That's my
I
favorite.
agree. Lamb is
Lamb
my
is
favorite meat.
Oh, really? Same here.
my favorite meat of all time. Lamb.
Whoa.
Every once in a while we'll meet someone who's like, I just like lamb.
It's too gamey.
Yeah, and I always have to wonder if they had like crappily prepared lamb.
Like
Right,
Maybe.
right.
Yeah, I wonder. Because like good lamb is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
I don't know.
What's going on with you?
Because I mean,
It makes
like
you question everything about them.
Yeah, I question a lot of.
We're friends now.
I have had bad lamb.
Are you not a lamb person?
No, I love lamb, but
I love
one of my
lamb,
first
I love
jobs, I spent 5 years working in a game restaurant. It was like
Okay.
a Michelin star chef, and he like hunted his own
Oh,
produce.
here it is.
It was amazing. And his
Sorry,
lamb was like
everybody.
2 dice.
Sorry for those of you who get motion
One day,
sickness. I'm so sorry.
I'm like a bartender / waiter.
Sorry
we had
about
a woman.
that. Sorry.
She came
Sorry.
in.
I
She's
know
like
that's
a big
really
woman.
annoying.
Came in with a lot of sass, and like she ordered the lamb, and she sent the lamb back to the kitchen with the quote, "It's rancid." What? So she sent the lamb back, and this lamb was like.
My favorite region of cuisine is actually
and like the chef was like
it's
so
Moroccan.
mad. Instead of like giving her more
Moroccan
food,
I'm
he
in
walked out
love
into
with
the restaurant
from
and
Africa
stand up and
regions.
leave the restaurant.
And I
And the whole restaurant just
that's
started
extreme.
pouring. It was like the coolest moment I ever
So
had.
it's actually my favorite thing to make.
He like
It's
dunked
something
out.
I
He was
like
like
to
a
make
proper
because
like.
I know
It
it's
was
so
like a
well,
Mrs.
but
Jefferson,
I'm
proper
challenged by
Coke
Was
man.
this Gordon Ramsay?
But yeah,
Gordon Ramsay
No, so he walked out. He's like.
food is
Jordan
I'm gonna
Ramsay?
ask you to stand up and get the fuck out of my restaurant. And she like, and everyone was just like clapping and cheering. And I was just like, this is amazing.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Can someone repost Andy's channel name?
So I believe that.
Andy, say your
Darren?
channel name.
Yeah.
In-game menu.
I'm sorry?
In-game menu. Say your channel name.
In-game twitch.tv/ingame menu, and on Twitter it's just Andy_Lunique. Holler at me.
Holla, holla.
It's
Yeah, we were gonna try to have them do our wedding. the people that he used to work for, but it was just
an expensive dinner.
they were like, I mean, we'd love to.
Well, then they would have had to travel all the way out to.
No, it was like, it
the
wasn't that far.
countryside.
Yeah.
It wasn't too far, but it would have added.
I just realized
lot
everyone
of dollars.
we like did a whole wedding thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like
and
we
you
all
were there.
We
And
were all
you
there.
were there.
And you guys
And
were
you
there.
guys were there.
I was there, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nothing like realizing that you're part of the weird American crowd at a wedding filled with beautiful people. Like Sam's friends and family are maybe some of the most gorgeous people on planet Earth, and then we're just like,
Hey, we're the
have you seen
nerds
video
from
games?
America.
They're pretty great.
But like also some of the craziest partiers I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
So,
For those of you who are not
it
aware,
was a good mix.
for those of you who are not aware watching this stream, I think the wedding was at 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
11 a.m., and then we drank the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Not just like,
And we left at like 1 in the morning.
yeah, not just like till 6 or 7. Literally until it was the next
You
day.
guys were handed like champagne when you showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did not stop drinking all day. Maybe best wedding I've been to. At a certain point, they brought us like drunk food.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite.
I was
part.
like,
Yeah.
at a hog roast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so is that like
I
a
had
British
the veggie
tradition?
one.
Cause like, or was that you guys
so
just
they-
decided?
It kind of is.
Yeah. So the like the meal
Right.
that we had after the wedding
Right.
is called your wedding breakfast because it's like the beginning of your first day as a wedded couple.
Aww.
So they call it your breakfast
Aww.
regardless of when it happens. So they were like, all right, so pick out your breakfast, and they explained what that meant to me, and we were like, okay, cool, and we picked out food, and they were like, cool. So what about dinner? I was like, what do you mean? And Sam was like, well, I think we should do this, and this. I was like, wait, what do you mean dinner? But it was great. It wound up great.
Yeah, it was really good.
I thought that was like that to me. I was like, oh, that's genius. Everybody's been drinking. We've already had dessert. It's
And
like
out
the
of
end
nowhere,
the night, out
like
of nowhere.
delicious sandwiches show
Yeah.
up, and we were just like,
Pork sandwiches with apple
Yeah.
sauce.
it saved it. The hot mustard with that meat and bread saved me. I want to let you guys know. Your friends/brothers.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, you
We're like
and all of
all
his
night,
friends.
like, you want another shot? And I was like, yeah, I can keep up with these guys.
My brother.
Yeah.
It was just my brother.
I couldn't. Saved my life.
Yeah,
Those
he had
sandwiches.
no shirt on and
Yeah.
2 ties around his
Yeah.
head.
Yes.
And he was just handing everyone. If he saw you without a drink, then you would go and he would just hand you a drink.
Every time I went to the bar, someone would come and be like, you want a shot? I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That meat saved my life that night. I would have been dead. I know it. I know it to be true.
That's why I got it.
Mind of the
It
Quill,
was
thank you
perfect.
so much. That is such a huge compliment, and I hope you feel better. I'm so sorry to hear you're so sick.
Yeah.
pork.
Oh, yeah.
I
Hope you feel
like
better.
stuck that in my sandwich.
Sorry, I do my best to catch the
Best
chat.
fucking sandwich ever.
It could have been awful, by the way, but none of us.
No one would know.
None of us would
Oh,
know.
it was-
It could have been bad pork, but
It hit the right time. It's the
Yeah.
right place. Right. It was like,
Hey guys,
yes.
give Mind the Quill a shout out. He's got 100, or she might have 102 fever,
Ooh.
and definitely
Who?
feeling it.
Mind the quill?
Mind the quill?
Yep.
ironically sounds like NyQuil,
Yeah.
which is what you need.
If you have 102 fever, thank you for watching us.
Please
I
go
assume
sleep.
in bed,
Yeah.
and I assume heavily drugged.
It's harder to sleep
go to
than you
sleep
think when
somewhere.
you're not feeling good though.
Yeah.
So when you say go to sleep, just do what makes you comfortable.
There's
There's
so
only
many
so many things.
You're a
that you can-
dormouse. I've like
What does that mean?
she
His whole
sleeps
family calls me a
all the
dormouse
time,
because I
right.
fall asleep
Anywhere.
anywhere.
Once she saw a cat under the couch and she climbed under there to get the cat and fucking fell asleep. And I was I'm telling you, and I searched for her for 15 minutes and then I found her asleep under the couch with the cat. Like under it.
She was under the couch and I wanted to just reach down there and pet her. But then I was like, oh man, I don't want to.
Underneath it, like, and she woke up and she had like carpet burns on her face while she was sleeping on the just hard floor.
So I took a nap with my cat under the couch. I'm an adult and I can do that.
Yeah, so they call her a dormouse because she just sleeps anywhere, at any time.
Oh god.
They call her a
The
dormouse.
dormouse.
The dormouse.
Oh man.
It's not a superhero name.
They're telling Andy to beat that beat.
Beat
Apparently,
that
people
meat.
are watching the lamb on screen. Also, apparently, there's a ton of people in chat that are sick,
Aw,
which is like, yeah, like
It's unfortunate.
It's the season, I
feel
guess.
better, y'all.
It's February, it's like,
Yeah.
People have been sick since December though. Like it's been.
yeah, but like what
high
happens is that people get
sickness
sick in
ratings.
December, and then those people, as they get better, infect people
Sure.
that weren't sick in
Oh
December,
yeah.
and they're the people that are sick now.
Sure.
They just give it to someone else.
That's why it's best to just stay at home and hide the whole time.
That's
I hear
I should never leave my house.
Should never have gone out.
I shouldn't even be here.
There was-
See you guys.
there's a time when everyone in the office was sick. Like a cycle
Recently, right?
blew through the
Jesse
office.
was furious that everybody was coming to the office.
I think you were patient zero though.
I think
I
was
really
too.
think you were.
Well, like in November, I had like a really bad cold, and I got over it. And then over late December, early January, everyone else got sick, and I was like, if I get sick again, I swear to God, I can't do this. I can't live this
You have
life.
the immune system at that point.
I hope that's what
Like
happened.
when Jesse gets sick for like long periods of time.
Well, it's
That
not
lamb.
sick. It's for some reason I have that like where I get sick, I'm fine, but I have that like residual bullshit cough.
Yeah.
That's like, if you would just go away, I'd be fine.
Right.
It sucks. I hate that. It was so dumb.
I guess when you talk for a living.
That's the
That's
problem.
probably pretty
That
hard.
is the
Oh
problem.
yeah.
If I could not talk, I'd be fine. But when you're like,
I mean, I guess you know you had your bronchitis.
Alright, I did it. I did
That's
it.
kind of what it's
like.
like.
I get sick and I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll be alright.
Yeah.
And then that was
And then you're not
To
alright?
be fair, that was like the one time where like it didn't. I wasn't alright.
No, the
Normally
one
I'm-
time.
normally I'm fine.
Okay.
Like, you have
Every-
bronchitis and 2 ear infections, and now you have an inflamed lung. And I was just like,
Yeah.
alright, well, what do I get? She was like, here's opioids, and I was like, sick.
Yes.
That's what I got. That's cleared up my cough real
Dude,
quick.
it's
They're like,
for
here,
like 2
have.
days because I was having a withdrawal.
Oh
But now I
god.
feel great.
No, she was like, here, steroids and drugs to help you sleep. And I was like, yo, thanks. Knock that shit out real
Damn.
quick.
She gave me some opium.
And BG.
People in chat are posting salt, and I couldn't figure out why. And I
Because
realized
he was
Because he
freaking
was
salt.
like-
Freaking salt.
Oh, dude, did you hear that Salt Bay guy opened a restaurant and it was garbage? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this guy. And I was like, fuck you. Of course it's gonna be garbage.
Wait, you open a restaurant
In
off
New
the back
York.
of the meme to try and like.
Yeah, and it's like
capitalize
it's
on it?
super expensive, and he comes to your table and he does the fucking thing, but they make him wear gloves
That's
because
dumb.
it's like dirty and like, and people were like, this place is garbage, and I was like, of course it's gonna be garbage.
Wait, he
Like,
comes to your table and does it?
yeah, he comes to your table and
fucking
you know,
Dumb.
that is really stupid.
that's the era we live in, right? It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I just got a dessert. I don't really want any. Okay.
yeah.
And here's your ice cream.
Yeah, you're like,
Sprinkles.
Madame, your coffee. Are you put salt in my coffee?
what is this? Oh man.
Have any of you guys tried? I've been so curious about this lately. The more that the people that I talk to about it, have any of you guys tried like the putting butter in coffee thing?
No.
No.
No, but now I'm gonna try.
I imagine butter in anything is
I
probably
want to
okay.
not because that sounds so gross to me. And every time I see a picture, I'm like, "Ugh," but it
Would it just make it
apparently
thicker?
it apparently just tastes like you put creamer in there.
Yeah, because
I mean, that makes
like
sense.
butter's like the cream and.
So
If you get
I
unsalted
can
butter-
comment on that.
Huh?
Go on.
Yeah. What do you?
I tasted the butter in the coffee before. It tastes like really rich coffee,
Ah.
and essentially it's like putting extra heavy cream in it. I get the nitro thing if you're eating keto, but the truth is just drink fucking coffee.
I feel like coffee's not meant to taste good.
I like the way coffee tastes. I don't know.
I like just black hot
What is-
coffee.
what is-
though.
It's
I
like
don't think
beer.
I'd want anything.
Beer
in it.
doesn't taste good.
But it gets the job done. Is that what you're
Like
saying?
You're right. You're right.
I'm like 14, maybe 13, and I'm like, men drink beer. I'm gonna get into that shit. It tastes nasty. It's horrible. No one likes beer.
Right.
But then
Adrian
eventually,
Brody drinks beer.
you just
You
keep
gotta drink
drinking
beer.
it until you like kind of like it. But even then, it's not like it's not like your preference.
That's really true, by the way. Like, I don't know anyone who started out,
Sorry again.
yeah, beer tastes great.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah,
just
sure.
gets used to it,
Yeah.
and they're
I
like,
guess coffee's the same.
yeah, all right, fuck
Some
it, I'm
people
in.
usually don't like
It
it.
never happens when someone's like, this shit's delicious.
And like the people who really like beer, they like getting drunk. They don't love
I
beer.
really enjoy drinking
Yeah.
a beer.
I mean, yeah, I really like, cause I mean, I don't drink anymore, but I really, that's what I miss. Is like, I miss lagers, especially after I've been like working, cause there was something very refreshing about that taste. That's not.
You like the cold one though,
not
right?
sweet.
It's
Yeah,
specifically
I
like
wouldn't drink.
You know why?
I wouldn't drink a warm lager.
Because the colder a beverage is, the hotter its taste.
That makes sense.
Which is why warm beer is disgusting.
That's why.
And cold beer is delicious.
That's
But
why.
you can't taste it.
when I had
That's
to
fair.
have my
Super fair.
when I had to have my glycerin drink, they were like, get this as close to freezing as possible
Yeah.
because so many people
That's why Coca-Cola
when they
says
have to.
best served chilled.
Yeah.
Best served when you can't taste it as well.
Oh shit.
Yeah, same with Budweiser.
Yep.
They're like, make it real cold, or Coors.
Yeah.
Keep it in the snow.
Yeah, put the shit in the snow. It's gonna be real good that way.
Wait, what was your?
Everyone is
glycerin
getting
drink?
ASMR'd out right now by the sounds of the
It was,
grill
um,
or the.
I am.
They
I'm-
tested for
Yeah.
gestational diabetes.
Oh, okay.
So they give you like a little bottle that has just like a straight up super sugar drink. And then the first test that you do is you chug that, and then at exactly an hour after that, they check your blood to basically see like these are normal levels. This means that
Yeah.
you're dealing with the sugar properly.
Yeah.
This means that you're not.
Yeah.
And if it comes back as you're not, then they'll have you do it again, and they'll take your blood like 3 times over a set period of time, and be like, okay, was it better at this point? Was it better at this point?
Right.
If not, then you definitely have gestational diabetes. But the first test ensures like you don't. Like if it
Yeah.
comes back normal, you don't, and you don't have to
Gestational
do the
diabetes
big
means
one.
like for the duration of your pregnancy.
Yeah.
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 Wait, so
Crazy.
did it taste awful? Like,
No, it tasted perfectly fine. But that concerned me, right? I was
Right?
like, oh no. I like the taste of this, but everybody was like, those drinks are nasty. They taste awful. They're so sugary.
Was it so it just tasted like a sweet syrup or a sweet?
Yeah, it basically,
water?
the way that it was described to me before I had it, and I totally agree with this description, is, you know when you've had like an Otter Pop or like a Freeze Pop, and there's the like liquid at the bottom? It was like
okay.
a thing like this big
Oh,
of
God.
just that.
Huh. That is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah,
It
that's.
tasted fine.
I mean, I don't think it tastes bad.
totally
It's just like a lot.
Can we take a minute
Yeah.
to appreciate the fact Crendor's still in chat.
What
Has now Crendor has
Crendor
now
feeling a lot of FOMO.
has now blamed his gallbladder problems on the
Yeah.
fact that one time he drank coffee with butter in it. And he thinks that may have been what caused it.
I don't think so, Crendor.
I think
If you
that
drink coffee and you have butter on things.
Are you clearing the table?
Yeah.
You're living a beautiful life. You lucked out with this one. What a gentleman.
Right?
Jesse, I went through this at home.
Keep it
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You have to keep this is a samurai thing. It's about patience.
The way of Bushido.
The 575 or whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Haiku?
No, there's like literally a like
I mean, yeah.
Bushido thing that's like these things.
Because of 5 rings.
Yeah, but like literally there's like a whole thing.
Oh.
I just don't know what it is because I am not that into it, but I just know it exists.
I want to tell you guys that the smells I smell in that room.
You're so lucky your house smells
I can't really
this
put
way.
it into words, but it should reach us soon.
So it's like,
Oh yeah.
oh man.
I like that with each course so far, there's been like a significant remnant.
Right, that's what I was thinking earlier.
Something left behind.
Is this gonna be like part of a puzzle later?
It's
We
like
have to assemble
directly
these
in the light.
ingredients?
Inside there is a key, and inside there is like letters written on the actual
Right.
like
How
shavings.
many clitties?
No, what if,
There are tons of teeth.
what if they end up being useful, you know?
Yeah, but it looks just like a glare.
I'm gonna put it in
Oh,
my
yeah.
inventory.
Nope, that made it worse. Whatever. Let's just choose. It's fine.
Our friends Curtis and Margaret are going to be going to London, and they said that they signed up for this thing
Someone
where.
mind cracking this open for me?
Yo!
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Do we have an actual bullet?
We do. I can do that. I'll do it.
Why is this thing so cute?
We thought about it. We had theories and
Look how empty this space is now.
we were like, it's gonna become a thing.
Well, Curtis and Margaret signed up for this thing where you can either do 3 drinks or you can do 6 drinks, and it's all puzzle based. So when you get there, you pay ahead of time. You say like either I want 3 or I want 6. They give you a drink and a puzzle, and in order to get your next drink, you have to complete the puzzle. So like if you've gotten the 6 drink menu, you get to like drink 5, and you're like, I don't fucking know. We were talking about it. I was like, what do you do if you literally can't finish the puzzle?
I mean,
Like, I don't
Waste your money.
technically, it's a perfect way to ensure that nobody like is blackout drunk
I guess.
at the bar. Like
so
everyone
bright.
reaches their limit because they can't solve it. When they can't solve the puzzle, they're sober.
That sounds
But what if
fun,
you're like,
right? I want to do
what
it.
if you go in there stone cold sober, but you just really dumb?
Yeah, you're really bad at puzzles.
Really fucking dumb.
First
And
one,
you just
you're
can't,
like,
you just don't get it.
no,
Your brain's not wired that way. But you love it. That would suck.
Yeah, can I just get a taste? Maybe some help? I don't know. I bet if you seem sober, they'll be like, oh, you know what?
Dude, this is
Here's my hint.
it's the perfect part for like the intellectual man.
This is the intro butter that I was talking about?
He like sees him struggling on
Really
the
dark.
fourth
Yeah.
drink.
What's up, darling?
Hey, maybe I can
Looks
help
like
you with
you
that
could,
puzzle.
Turn that knob there.
I would do
Wink.
Adrian's ready.
I would lose my shit. I'd be like, yes, help me.
my IQ's in the
Just
1%.
put slice it. And this
99%
antro butter will allow me to make sauce. Oh, this antro butter will let me
What
make
kind of puzzles are
sauce
they though? Are they like,
a little bit later.
I'm
When
gonna
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
they put your
Is
beer
it like
in a
physical
box?
stuff
Like,
or?
better do this fast or it's gonna taste like
With a
shit.
power,
It'll be cold before.
a timer, and a dynamite.
Yeah, like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
If you solve the puzzle, you get a beer, but if you don't, you die.
It blows up.
You die.
Oh my gosh, it's just like a little pin just goes and it like shatters the glass.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
can't
and
drink
like
it anymore.
beer goes all over your
Oh my
That's still so
god.
fun. I would still do that.
Margaret was like, I don't want more than 3 drinks, but I want to solve 6.
I was thinking that too.
So, can I just ask for more puzzles?
But you could do, like if we went
Yeah.
and we did 3 each, I would just give you my puzzle.
Then you would take the drink.
And then I would drink.
We have very differently working brains. Together we are mighty. Separate.
Yeah, but you really want to do puzzles, and I want to
With
drink.
lamb. In fact,
So I can just give you my puzzles.
That's real teamwork.
And then if you can't do my puzzles, then I would step in at that point and be like, alright, for fuck's sake, I just want to drink.
no.
Glass is about to shatter. Oh man. I'm like,
What's that? Ooh, look at it. Look at it.
Do you guys smell it yet?
yeah. Oh, that's nice. That lamb,
Oh, that actually helped.
right?
It wasn't for show.
So like,
I was really.
unfortunately, Chad, you cannot smell that, but it is like
It smells real good though.
the smell of like roasting lamb is. It's like a unique smell, actually.
Does anyone want any wine?
Me, always. No.
This white wine,
Kind of
he
wine.
says, pairs very nicely with what we're about to eat.
Yeah.
He's also cooking with it, so.
Do you have wine glasses?
Okay,
I
now
do.
we're gonna saute some leeks.
You don't want to just put it in a Homer Simpson tumbler?
Yeah, if you sure you don't want it in summer.
I'm
I
gonna
gotta
close the
drink the
bottle.
rest of
Wash
it so I
these
can
off.
drink wine.
Oh, this drink looks really good. I literally
Yeah.
can't tell.
Yeah,
From
it's
there. Oh yeah.
OBS is very small
It's
from where we are.
tiny.
And all I can see in chat are emotes and when Krendor types because of his mod icon shows up.
Right. That makes sense. Chat with your community. Maybe I fucking will. Quit.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Burn off the wine. I
That's
don't know, somebody in chat said he didn't burn off the wine.
Oh no!
He's a professional
Hey, I see
chat.
your emotes. Krendor, I noticed you. He said no
Yeah,
to
these are the
me.
butter.
Oh, yeah, you have like a robot. You're like
Thank
a
you.
robot.
I am a robot.
Oh, you got one of the glasses with the gold.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
Like,
That means-
Doesn't that mean something like gross?
he was like, I swear I had 2 of these. And I was like, yeah, it was on the table.
yeah.
He
All
did.
right, I'm gonna save that for when the food
He
happens.
did say that those
You
were
want
his,
anything,
his
Oh, no,
and hers
okay.
glasses.
Right, you're right.
I assume you want alliance, so I'll take Cord.
Oh no, the rumors.
The rumors, they're spreading.
I want to point
I
out,
have way too many drinks.
these are my favorite things in the world. These Horde Alliance glasses.
Which is
Aw.
Are like,
This is done
That's
now.
very
And,
smart.
yeah, Golden Line's
Oil,
20
that's all you need.
you're doing so much better than me.
I mean,
I was gonna say, I thought you made them.
Can I tell
I
you?
didn't make the
for the
glass,
show,
but I
you
put
did
the
too?
symbols.
Kristen, will you go
No,
grab
that I don't think so.
one of those coasters? I want to show chat.
Oh yeah.
Left their best here.
6 years later. 6 years later, I still have these.
They're all.
Oh, really?
Well, you can
Oh.
hold it up to the ceiling cap. Wait, there's a camera right there, right?
Yeah, right in front.
Yeah, with the little laptop light.
6 years later.
Can you see it though? Is it
Jesse and I made
In
those
focus.
together. on
That was-
Circle
yeah.
anyway? Yeah.
And
Trying
I
to
never
move
have
you
had to
guys
buy a
over
coaster
again.
since. You saved me so much money. For people wondering what that is, it's the map of Skyrim. And then like
We
cut
used it-
up and then put on like I don't know what
Like
that's.
Mod Podge them, right?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
watched that
Mod
video.
Podge. Yes, we Mod Podge them. Yeah.
Classic.
I'm so
It was
glad
super
that they
cute.
held up. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I use those way too much.
Some people in the chat freaking out because like they actually remember when you made them, and it's like this realization of how old we all are.
Hi chat.
Brendan's just telling people about his low-fat diet.
Krendor is a guy who was like, my immune system's very high because I eat yogurt. And then got sick.
Yeah, and his doctor was like, you need a specialized diet because you have
Only been eating
terrible
yogurt.
immune system.
You just eat lots of yogurt.
Your probiotic
Shut
count's
now.
very high.
Cable, Jesse.
Um,
Oh, can I charge it on your? I can charge it on your Switch.
Oh,
Sure, if you want
sorry,
to.
sorry guys.
Whoa.
Welcome to the future, man. He's
Where-
pulling out
where's
my
the switch?
switch
Oh,
cord.
'cause
And
it
he's
has
gonna
a
charge
mini
it.
micro USB.
Sorry about that again.
If you're gonna be on my Switch, make sure to level up my Fire Emblem Warriors characters.
Okay.
I got a lot to do left.
How did you feel about the? I know that you were worried. How was the new Dynasty Warriors game?
It's not Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's well, I mean, the concept's there,
Yeah.
but they made it open world, and they were like, we want to make it open world. We want to make it something
that smells
totally
so good.
different than what it is. And so there's a lot of like empty space. There's a lot of running between nothing. It's not like the old games where it's like wave after wave of people coming at you. It doesn't. That's not this game.
Right.
I can see how it pisses people off, but I mean,
Is
when
it
you,
fun?
it's all right. When you come across huge battles, like when you get to Hulao Gate and you see that like open world gates there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
armies like waves of guys are coming at you. It's super cool looking. There's moments of like, oh shit, but most of it's like run way off in the distance and see nothing till you get there, and then an army shows up and you're like, this could have been a little bit better.
Yeah,
that's
that's too
unfortunate.
bad.
That's why Fire Emblem Warriors far superior game. Fire Emblem Warriors is great.
Yeah.
Really?
Because it's Fire Emblem,
Right.
but Dynasty Warriors. Literally, it's
Oh.
Two franchises you love.
yeah,
Yeah.
And just like if you played Hyrule Warriors, you can play this one because the company, God bless them, will just reskin characters and they'll have the same moves.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I know who this character is. I know who this character is because it's the exact same moveset.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
Right, Navigator, it depends on the
Great.
size of the party, but if I had the opportunity to take a sous chef, I absolutely would. Only because you can tell that things get a little bit thin sometimes, and it's mostly I could actually use a waitress, or waiter, pardon,
Goodbye.
for drinks and such, that'd be great. But you know, I make do, and everyone's really
I want to put
patient.
the cord
and
symbol
really
facing
helpful.
towards the camera.
I don't know if you can.
It's not bad.
No one can see it, but I just like to know that it's facing the
Sure,
camera.
sure.
Just so everyone's aware.
Slightly in front.
Yikes! Yikes!
Ouch.
Have you been Alliance the whole time and I didn't know it?
You can
Oh,
see the
I
lemon
played-
that I was heating up.
What?
Watch the amount of
I'm fully
juice.
Alliance.
Mm.
My first character in
All
Vanilla
for
WoW
one
was
lemon.
Alliance.
Hmm.
I still
I'm
have
gonna
them. to
keep
this day.
that right there.
So yeah,
Good to know your true colors.
yeah, I'm allowed.
I'm watching him play.
Here's the thing though, like red is my favorite color, so like
Oh,
I have dabbled
interesting.
in the horde life.
Is this
Also, like as a person,
Let's
Sure.
see
you know, I don't
how I
swim.
did with the lamb.
I mean, I don't swim alliance.
Moment of
I'm not a
truth.
good person.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. I was just waiting for you to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I don't need a justification for war.
Right.
I just like war.
I'm okay with that.
I'm watching him plate this thing. I think we're gonna get
Okay.
one
Oh.
plate in the middle, like a plate,
Oh, and then you
we.
just like.
I think that's what's happening.
It'll be like family style.
I guess. I think there's broccoli in the middle of it.
Nice.
Question mark?
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. That smells so fucking good.
Right.
Oh.
Did he bring this?
No, we bought it today. He was like, I need a Riesling to cook with. I was like, sure, okay. He's like, it'll go well with it. I was like, okay, great.
Did you cook with it, or did we just
Yeah,
drink it?
no, he cooked with it.
Right, right.
And so that's why I was open. I was like, shit, we might as well just drink it then.
Oh, I thought this said erotica. not
So did
like-
I, which is why I bought it. But
Oh.
it says
Just
Erotica.
Chat
Close enough.
if you
It almost says Erotica.
it, like it
Almost.
it
It's so
says-
close to saying Erotica.
Somebody clearly was like, we'll call it erotica. No, we'll call it eroica.
That's why, I'll be real, that's why I bought it. Because I thought it said Erotica too until I
You
got
know,
in the
it
shopping
is
cart.
on brand of our
Right.
dinner.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why I was like,
That's
yeah.
true.
These the
Eroica.
butter braised leeks in the center.
Jesse got Adrian Brody.
You know what? That would be a really good day
Yeah.
for you.
Adrian Brody showed up and was like,
I'm just saying.
try Erotica.
And you'd be like, yeah.
The
it
one
will.
by Adrian Brody.
Excuse me, I'm going to use my hand, so forgive me, chat. Just a little faster.
A dry white with lamb is uncommon.
That's, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
true.
A heavy bodied
Oh,
red.
Yeah.
I have a red too.
Mm.
And he's like, you can do it. You can drink it. I was like, okay.
Interesting. I wonder if that what that means, like if he's doing something special
Oh,
with
like
the
a weird
lamb. so
lamb.
that-
I have no clue.
You know.
He could have just lied to me so I drink the wine.
Yeah, he's like, well, it's left
I
over.
just realized
so-
you guys can't
Yeah.
see this. I'm so
It's very
sorry.
possible he was just fucking me.
Yeah.
He was like, just drink the wine. It's okay.
Hands are man's best tools.
Hands are
women's.
hands' best tools.
And women's best friends
It's true.
That's true. Yeah.
too. Don't discriminate.
This is what Chad said, not me.
I know. I'm educating them.
That's true. Thank you, Mr. Trudeau.
I've traveled far. Colonized Japan.
Yeah.
To share my wisdom.
Damn.
Oh man.
Oh, here. I saw Black Panther last night.
Dude,
And that
what a
was
good
funny.
movie.
Every time they saw a white
Don't
guy, they just
tell
called
me
him a
anything.
colonizer. That's all they refer to me as. What do you want, colonizer?
Yeah, what do you want, colonizer?
It's like, it's true. It's true.
Yo,
That's what we do.
That was a good ass movie.
It was amazing.
I want to point out,
Tomorrow, I'm gonna see it tomorrow, I think.
I'll let you know,
Bad plating.
every scene in that movie was stolen by a woman. Every
I
single
believe
one.
it. I super believe
Every
it.
single scene.
The whole movie was
Okay,
Yeah.
that's better.
by women.
His sister, best character in that movie. Hands down. His little sister, I loved.
Oh my god,
The
you're the
general.
last samurai.
The general was incredible. I loved her too.
Chat is
But I liked his little sister.
She was better for me. I like
Whoever,
Warrior.
whichever one of you said
When the
that.
little
is
I like
sister,
Warrior.
when the little sister shit on him for the sandals, I was like, yeah, that's the best part of this movie. So good. I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna say.
And when
Just
she,
know it's
Sure.
when
incredible.
she filmed him,
Oh my god.
yeah, that was great.
Yeah, she was great.
Ken?
You'll love it. You will love it.
You will
You know
love
what?
it.
You're right. Actually, I've been like, I don't know if you heard me talking about this, but for like months I've been talking about Afrofuturism, and it's
Oh,
just like
yeah.
a movement that I think is really fucking cool, and Black Panther is like based off of that
Yeah.
movement. So like the comics were.
Yeah.
And so like when they showed all of the like Black Panther premiere outfits that everyone was wearing, I was like
You
Yeah.
got it.
stoked because I
Yes,
just think
yes,
it's a real
dates
cool
in that
movie.
movie is crazy.
Parmesan.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah, I'll
Broccoli
definitely see it.
cheese.
What?
Hi.
You think I didn't see you in chat while you were peeing?
Yeah.
I saw it. That's what I'm
I got my little nude face in there, like.
Guess what's happening?
I just realized I don't have a drink. Does anybody need anything?
Is that why people were like, Dodger's being lewd? I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was like, she's peeing, I think.
I'm good. Actually, I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut this separately, but I wanted the nice presentation today.
Da, 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 da.
There we
Oh,
go.
okay.
It's nice.
I see you like a TV though with the
Excuse me, I'm gonna
Olympics.
take my foot.
Yeah. Your neighbor is deep into the Olympics.
Yeah, what is that? Is that speed skating?
Speed skiing.
That is skiing.
That is a big
Slalom
ass
skiing.
TV. I'm just saying.
That is very
That
big
is
TV.
huge
That is
TV.
huge.
That is such a big TV. It is like if I was
That is
watching
such a
that
big
on
TV.
my
Yeah,
phone.
you don't even need
It's
your
actually
own
taking
cable.
up 2 windows.
Yeah.
2 separate windows.
That person's TV is
Whoa.
huge.
Wow. You seen that?
That giant
You looked at
Olympics
some of
I didn't see it
situation.
before, but I'm seeing it now. They're into it.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Oh my god!
Here we go.
Oh shit! Oh
We
my
have
god, we should move
the
that.
ancho butter lamb finished with another spice mix that I made.
Should we send this to Gordon Ramsay and ask him what he thinks?
I always get a friend. He follows me.
Oh!
And to this day,
Whoa!
he's never answered anything. And I swear to God, I go, I hope you never do. Because I don't know who's actually
Please
answering it,
don't
but I
tell
always
me.
swear to God. It's
Are these the
It's
edible
him.
parts?
That's why everyone's like,
Where's the
Gordon,
edible
Gordon.
part?
I'm like, stop tagging him in my food. So what you have
Wait,
here,
what's your time?
again, is the lamb that I went as rare as possible. Again, I'm
Nice.
comfortable at a certain level of rare, but obviously I know it's good. So I'm very careful. But that is the braised butter leeks in the center, and the lamb is just finished with ancho butter that I told you about. It's a smoky, richer flavor. Should be really big pop on the outside. Finished with the spice mix. And then the broccoli is this broiled with olive oil, salt, and then finished with a deep layer of lemon and a balsamic manchego cheese. So, balsamic parmesan cheese. So it should be a touch of sweetness in there. So I hope you like it. And I'm gonna cut some more lamb up. Actually, I couldn't put it all on one platter. So I'll be right back. Go for it.
I'm
Alright.
so excited.
Oh my god.
Oh, actually, if you do tag anyone in that one, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make it Gordon Ramsay.
No, not Gordon.
Atlas?
I'm verified. I can tag Gordon and he will see it.
I'll take that risk today if he likes it, but my frenemy.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Because we talk a lot
He
of
has
shit.
a
I think
he has
it's
a
better
food
picture
nemesis
than
like
I
Food
did.
Wars.
Like a
Tag. Oh my God, what is his name? We went against each other. I'm sorry, Good. Tag
Who?
Good. G-U-U-D-E. Tag Good.
G
We have a rivalry.
U.
G-U-U-D-E. He's on Team Mindcrack.
Okay.
You'll see what I mean.
There's Good LP.
Yes, that's the one.
Good, that's
Is that
great.
it?
You should know what LP means by now, Jesse.
Yeah, there was no Good.
Yes.
This
Can I go for it?
Yes,
Or
go
you
for
just
it.
do
Do
that?
that.
Go, go, go.
this looks Good LP tweet.
This shit looks good. Oh man, yeah, great.
Oh, I'm so excited for this broccoli.
I know.
Right?
It's too far away from my hands.
How do I get in on that lamb?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't want to ruin the display, but I get that that's the point. Like, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Where's like a smaller baby?
People are actually tweeting at Gordon Ramsay now.
Oh, God!
You fucked up, my dude. I'm
You
posting
should've
all these
never
photos,
said
and
it.
people are tweeting at Gordon Ramsay.
I'm so terrified.
Can we swap those?
Wait, the leaks! Honey, the leaks!
Oh my god, can you relax?
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you almost had me leakless.
I hope
How
Gordon,
did
when
you
he
edit
sees it,
this?
appreciates.
What, 1,000 tweets he just got sent?
Poor Gordon.
Poor Gordon.
It's gonna anger him.
Poor Gordon.
It's gonna block all of us.
Grab one of these, Jesse, or two.
That's right, there's more coming.
Yeah.
So there's
I'm
one
waiting
more.
for the.
Yeah, I'm not
next
even worried.
Oh. Alright, I'm going in.
bit. Oh my god, am I just bad at cutting things?
I also had trouble
It's like
finding that.
nothing is happening. Oh wait, I have to
Those
like
leaks.
put pressure.
Should be illegal.
Alright.
Oh, that's excellent.
I exist in a
I didn't get any actually.
In
There's
a
some
dangerous
on there.
world.
Get some of the leeks, dog.
I
dog.
forgot.
Dog, you gotta try these leeks.
Holy shit, those leaks are amazing.
Those leeks
Right?
are really good.
Oh man.
Come here.
That's a nice lamb.
And nice, so nice.
That's
Nice
a nice
and
lamb.
This pleases me.
So yeah.
Oh,
Oh
so
my god,
tender.
it's so tender. What
Right?
the fuck?
Oh, that's affecting you right now, isn't it?
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fuck, how is this so easy to chew?
The sour with the broccoli.
Jesse.
Yeah,
I don't have a knife, so I'm gonna use
That
this
is
one.
a danger knife. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, this
So
lamb is so
extra.
tender. But these leeks.
No, we can't talk about how
Oh.
you feel because
I mean, yeah.
Andy's
This food sucks.
What? What leaks?
Oh my
I mean,
God,
if you
you're
put the
right,
leeks on the.
Okay. Yeah. Put the leeks on the lamb. Oh man.
Yikes.
Chat. You don't even know what is happening right now.
Oh damn. It got all quiet because we're just like.
We can't talk. We can't talk right now.
This is your time, Andy. Take the stage. We can't talk, man.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right there. I think I might have bought too much lamb.
I don't know if you did.
I don't think that's possible. Andy, there's no such thing.
I got more here. It's all cut in half. It's really not as big as it looks. but
It's
I'll put
literally.
Oh, they're so cute though. That's
Oh,
small.
that's so good.
It's so good with those leeks on it.
Right?
So again, with this particular dish, again, I you can tell me what you think since I'm standing here, but it's the subtlety of those leeks. The idea is that you have that like nice buttery flavor that kind of blends in with that aggressive lamb. Hopefully, I'm being able to dial back with that one. But the meat itself is supposed to be that kick in the face, primarily because the main protagonist in Catherine is somebody who's constantly climbing up steps and he's always going through a lot. So I figured, all right, I could make a baked lamb or I make it really subtle, but I did not play that game that way. He was always happy.
Sure, yeah.
And then of course, everything has alcohol in it, and actually I didn't say this. Every dish has alcohol. I completely missed that part actually. Your first dish had vodka in the shooter. It was actually very a little bit nuts, but not too crazy. Don't worry. You know what I mean? But this one's finished with wine and a touch of rum actually in that ancho butter as well. That's where you get that spice kick, and then of course everything else is there. So
sleep well.
indeed, I'm missing questions from the chat. I'm not sure if anything I can answer. Anything I can answer while I'm standing here?
That's what you want to look.
Oh yes. What do you got here?
I mean, they're catching up to us, so.
Okay, gotcha.
We're in course number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be super caveman if I just?
Yes, actually, listen, with lamb,
literally
like, he
what I
made it
just
up.
did. You can't leave lamb on the bone. It's sacrilege.
Exactly.
Oh god, that's so good.
So you guys like it?
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
I also like the lemon on the broccoli. It's a nice touch.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
The reason we got so much juice out of that, if the chat saw, I baked the lemon. So once you do that, when you put it inside the oven.
You baked the lemon?
Yeah, so you know how you squeeze lemon juice and it's just like, oh, that was okay. But if you ever like make fish or any dish that wants lemon, just throw it in there with whatever you're cooking. And by the time it's out, you squeeze it out, the juice will literally be like almost like a cup of juice over the top. And it's a little bit more aggressive. It's why you see in steakhouses, they have that grilled lemon on the side. And it's like, what the fuck is this?
How
it's
cool.
like,
That's a good pro tip.
Yeah, that is a good.
it is a really easy one. And just, if you want lemon flavor, go for it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh, that's so
Let's see
good.
here. And thank you, everyone in the stream.
Aww, Miley
so
Quill.
nice.
Thank you.
That's so awesome.
What's your stream name again? People want to know.
My stream name is twitch.tv/in-game-menu. I used to have a Twitter. I'm canceling it. I'm just posting all of my food on my channel, my Twitter. So it's Andy_Lunique. But more dinner parties on the way. Of course, next month is unannounced until she's comfortable talking about it. Hint. But I do believe we're doing Alice in Wonderland theme.
Oh, that's tight.
It should. I know. He knows.
Are you trying one of these? Because there's clearly.
I am not. No, I'm unable to eat. I have to do a lot of cleaning for the dessert course. So this is where you guys can just chill and drink and continue. There's plenty of time between dinner and dessert because I like a really clean station when I make dessert. Just easier way to think. So yeah. Cool. That is anything from chat? Are we good?
These fucking leaks.
If the leeks are the star of the store, that makes me happy. I've noticed some restaurants do dab their leeks a little bit before they go. I just didn't want to. I was just like, nah, I'm okay. Again, I try to take a lot of restaurant-style techniques to cook this, primarily because it's just like, well, we would have made enough for like 100 orders, but it's 6. So I'm trying to make sure that this is as hot as possible, get into your plate with as much flavor, because that ancho butter would be gone before it even got out there. That's why I broiled it, so that was really fun.
It's really good.
Thank you so much. And there's plenty of meat, so make sure that's gone.
What kind of training do you have? People want to know.
So at 14, I went to vocational school, so I took a culinary program there, and I worked at a restaurant from 15, and then a catering company till 17, and then I went to the Culinary Institute of America at 17, graduated at 19, started working immediately, and then from right after Culinary Institute of America, I went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, took my degree in culinary management, worked all the way through there as well, was sous chef at a couple places there, and then I went really hard. I moved to Boston, tried really hard to get into some restaurants. Some weird things happened. I will not get into that now. But I pretty much went up the ranks as far as I could, right up to 25 until I decided to, have a backup plan. So essentially, I realized that after a lot of other people were kind of falling out and other older chefs had nowhere to go after a certain age, I was like, I need to have a fallback plan.
Yeah.
And so you ended up in gaming stuff.
Yes.
How'd that even? You know what? Not even question. I would not have met you had it not been for that. So yo.
The short version of it is, my friends always said if I knew one thing more than food, it was games. So I was just like, I'm gonna apply whatever PR knowledge I'm gonna get to games. I can apply it to food, but that kind of blows. So I was just like, yeah, just did it, and I stayed in. And I've been happier ever since, because if I can cook like this for you guys, nonchalant, just chill, fly to Los Angeles to cook for friends, I'd rather do that for myself than have to run it for a restaurant or a business. You know what I mean? This is a whole lot more fun than ordering a restaurant.
So good, dude.
Like, why do I go to restaurants and say, oh my god, I paid for this food? So yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I've had frying pans thrown at my head before. I don't need to do that anymore. So, yeah.
Few other questions. One is, what is the best, easiest way to start cooking?
So I mentioned earlier that Blue Apron is actually a good way to start your cooking.
This is
training.
not sponsored, but
It's not
we'll take
sponsored
their
by
money
Blue
if they
Apron,
want it.
but let them know. Yeah, Blue Apron, I'm here. Blue Apron teaches you basics that you can apply to other pieces of food, and then after that, you have to just try messing around. Because if there's one thing about my recipes, I don't have recipes. Every single thing I do, I've altered and changed and mixed with. So if you know basics like how to sear, how to braise, how to do really basic cooking techniques, you can do any of this really easily. It's just timing. So learn how to make a piece of chicken really well, and do it to the point where you don't think about it, and then you can adding vegetables, and you can adding rice. Because that's what happens. That's how school was. We learned how to make one thing at a time to the point where it was ridiculous. So I was like, I can't, I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm so tired of this. So essentially, once you learn how to do it, second nature. Like lamb, I can let that cook all day. I can hear when it's ready to go. I know when to turn it over.
Oh, wow.
So that's what's going on, which is why sound is really important in kitchens, by the way. Which, working with someone who's deaf was actually really difficult. It was just like, communication is key. But yeah, I think that's the best way to start cooking.
So another question from chat. I think it's really funny. Can you explain the process of burning alcohol in food? Because people are terrified for Dodger's unborn child.
Don't worry about it. There's so little risk in. And if you were taking shots of alcohol, I'd be worried about you.
Yeah, of course.
Having alcohol cooked out in food, essentially the alcohol level is cooked out. That's where the flames come from. And you're left with the flavor. It evaporates, exactly.
There you go, chat. People were like, the baby!
Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it.
He's not just like dumping booze in the food.
No, we're
That's not
talking
what's
like
happening.
so minimal amounts, and even based on what you're eating, you're fine. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I'm not
And
worried.
not to mention, when you cook with alcohol, again, there's a lot of base flavors. Like, you have rum, and it's been aged in barrels. There's so much flavor that you're extracting from it. It's why I'm using, some kind of rum in the bananas Fosters, and that's going to be, a beautiful dessert that you just love to enjoy.
That's on fire, and the fire comes from the alcohol. You burn that shit off.
Yeah, and not to mention, with Riesling, for example, the sweetness that you have in wine, those sweeter wines, it comes out in the food, and then naturally you're able to pair it over, right? Listen, I can go on for hours about how to pair wine with food and booze with food, but I'll have booze and fuck with everything. Like ceviche is one of my favorite things to cook, and I put like 2 shots of Patron in my ceviche. Straight Patron.
I have a confession.
Please.
Banana is my arch nemesis.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? He can't even smell it.
I'm gonna try it. I will try it.
You'll try it.
Yeah.
Now, if I need to, a bowl of ice cream is just fine as well. If you're okay with that, but I want to make sure you enjoy.
I'll give it. I'll try it.
I bought
So basically what happens is every
an
6 months
extra
I'm like,
cake that's
I'll
not
try it,
banana
yeah.
flavored.
Oh.
Because
And
the
then-
banana one has nuts in it, and I can't
I
do
try
that.
Nice.
So,
You know.
Hey, there you
Is
go.
it
there's a
actual-
bonus cake. If you do you
There's
like,
bonus cake, yes.
yeah, do you like cinnamon? 'Cause that's
No,
the
I'm
one
gonna try the
that
dessert. It's
are you-
fine.
Yeah.
Are you
no,
sure?
Yeah.
But
So
she's
that-
saying
I'm
if
saying-
you try it and you're like, I can't eat this, they bought an extra thing.
Yes, and
that
I
has
can
no
know
nuts
exactly
in
what to
for
do
her.
with it. So I can
And it
take
has
care
like
of it.
cinnamon.
I'm
I
gonna-
like that.
Then you can do like cinnamon with the ice cream, and it'll be like a whole thing.
Yeah. I may have to tap out on the bananas too. You're like the first person I've met who's also allergic to bananas.
I'm not allergic.
Oh, you're
Are you
not
allergic?
You're allergic to bananas?
I have an unjustified hatred for
Oh.
smell, taste, and texture.
We didn't know this stuff.
It's indeed, but that's
It's okay.
see, this is also why I never make dessert because I'm terrible at it. So all I do is
Right, I'm gonna
I
do
get
it.
alcohol, I light things on fire, and that's
Tight.
it. Or coffee.
You can eat the same cake I'm eating.
Oh, okay.
Indeed, which is totally fine. Guys, dessert is
No,
the easy
I'm
one.
gonna have the banana one.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try
Okay,
it
but
though.
Aaron cannot have the banana one.
He is
And
allergic.
I can't have the banana one because there's nuts in it.
Oh.
So we're
But
both
you're having
we're
cinnamon-
the
you're having like a
allergy
cinnamon-
boys.
Well, keep in mind, you know what? I haven't. You'll see. I'll take care of this. Don't worry.
I'm
but
gonna taste it. And
please
like, my
Right.
favorite
enjoy.
little
I'm gonna go
kitchen,
start
but it's
cleaning
okay.
up a little bit. You guys can just continue. It'll be a bit. So go ahead.
Okay.
Dude,
That lamb is
This,
like.
when
I
Jim
was
got
like
a partner,
meat in
his
my
first
teeth.
command was a banana because it was to spite me.
really?
Yeah.
Wait, and then
So that people would just throw bananas in my chat.
There's a bunch of bananas in chat right now.
Yeah.
Didn't he? And then he got
Even
taken down by
Crendor
the
is throwing
FTC.
bananas.
Yeah.
Crendor
Yeah.
not letting
That's
this
why
one
that
go.
emote exists.
God, this lamb is so good.
I
This
like
lamb is
banana
really
flavor.
good.
You're preaching to the
I
choir.
can
So
Like
hot.
banana
Sam,
flavored
show the
candy and
camera
stuff,
that.
I don't like that.
What?
let
Yeah.
everyone see that you just
Bananas
devoured
are
this
good.
lamb.
I only had 6, but I'm waiting for you guys to not
Catch
raise
up.
me more.
Oh
Then
my
I'll
God.
probably continue.
Yeah, 6.
I'm taking this one.
Kissing those leaks, dude.
There were
Do
so
it, yeah.
many.
God.
Like,
And now
That
they're
was
almost
as soon as I
Sure,
started
it's
I was
better
like,
for
I'll
us
do
to
a
eat
plate.
them.
And I was like, Sam's real
Absolutely.
quiet, and you're just like.
There's meat in my teeth and it's really annoying.
This is like.
Broccoli?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nice
Well,
little-
I'll have that
I
last
mean, let her have it.
Alright.
It's nice and
Thank
medium.
you.
The vegetable
I'm good.
kids.
I'll live.
Vegetable kid. Yay.
So medium.
Like,
Did you say so medium?
It's so medium.
Well, yeah,
Sounds
because you know, like sometimes
like
like,
a
they-
show,
like
you know?
slang.
they'll be like overdone, you know.
oh, medium. We should call it Raven from now on. This meat is so Raven.
Don't. Raven.
Because she's a medium.
God, this show is like
Well, I am.
it's like so. I don't know, 'cause like I would cook a lamb. I would cook lamb a lot because it's like my favorite meat.
Mm.
And like sometimes it gets like it's well done, and you're like it's fucked up, you know.
I think the rookie mistake is like, you think you've cooked it to the right level, and then you take it out, and it keeps cooking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're not letting it rest.
Yeah.
That was like a big thing that I had to learn. You gotta let the meat rest because it's worked hard.
It's so good.
Right?
Good luck.
Fuck, dude.
Like, that is not gamey. Like, I don't know what people expect lamb to taste like, but like, that's really good.
Also, these leeks.
Did
I
you
can't-
mention the leeks?
Can I tell you something?
Did I mention these leeks?
You never think, like, I should add leeks to this.
Yeah.
Right? No one ever assumes that's like a thing. Like, we should put leeks on this.
Looks for amazing.
Right? But no one, like, I don't know anyone that thinks that way.
I guess that's true.
Except for Dodger,
No one.
who eats, like, just raw leek.
Really?
Can I ask you a question?
I can see that.
There's a show in
Kristen.
Henry V. The character has to take a bite out of a raw
Are you
leaf.
do you want to try eating
Oh.
one? Do you want to both try eating a flower? Okay. Wait.
Wait, are there 4 flowers?
One giant one? Oh, it's a mama, baby, and a
Gross.
dad.
A daddy.
Okay.
A dad.
Who's gonna be
A
the
daddy.
I
daddy?
said it's a dad.
Mama, baby,
But
and
we
a
can,
dad.
like, the daddy has multiple petals. We can each have a pet.
Yeah.
We can all be daddies.
Okay, great.
So should we all try the purple
No.
one? We'll just pull it.
No.
You don't get to be
Stop.
a daddy.
Oh,
Bad.
little baby.
No, you can't say we can all be daddies and I'll be the baby. Stop it.
Too bad. It's fine.
There's only 4 petals. No, there's 5 petals. Oh, Kristen, come
I'm
on.
sorry.
We gotta all be daddies. Okay.
You're better off just.
Gotta all, we gotta all be
We
daddies.
just take a pound and
Just
tossing
take a
it
pound
out.
and pass it.
We
and
gotta
then
all
we'll
be
end up with
daddies.
toast.
It's
We'll
like
do a daddy toast.
a purple daddy toast.
I don't feel good about eating the food that my food eats.
To
It was
daddies.
sitting in the
Mean.
This does have beet juice on
You're
it.
like the opposite of a vegetarian.
To daddies.
Yay! Oh god.
Petals.
It tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
There's no flavor.
It's like
You just
it's,
say
it's
it's like
eating
celery.
spinach without any flavor.
It does taste a little like celery, kind of.
Did you guys eat the flour?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like, don't eat those are poison.
No, I swear. No.
Kristen was there when they bought them. She assured us they're edible.
I got a good story.
That's actually not true. I wasn't
One of
there.
the first times I took Brooke to dinner.
Don't do this.
Here we go. Yeah, tell us a story.
I'm quite cultured in dining etiquette, you know. I worked in hospitality for 7 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, also I have very strict English mother.
I get it.
I know my ins and outs. Brooke does not. We ordered steaks and they came, and on top of the steaks naturally were a raw mint garnish,
Mhm.
which she immediately picked up and put in her mouth
No.
and ate the whole thing.
It's delicious.
Why not?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna tell the garlic bulb story.
Oh, the garlic bowl was also hilarious.
Yeah, when Sam got like this big fish platter where it was designed so that it basically looked like they just took a fish and like slapped it down on the platter.
Right,
and
right.
then
It was a
surrounded
salt.
it
It
with
was a
salt.
salt.
Oh, that's my
Yeah.
dream
Pan fried, and they
food.
bring it to you.
Yeah,
in
you
a
just
pan.
like cut that
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
It was beautiful. And Sam was like, "What is that?" Because there was just he could barely see around. He was like, "What is that? I can't tell what that is." And I just grabbed it and put it in my mouth, and I was like, "Oh, it's garlic."
They had like garnish the size with full bulbs of garlic,
Oh no.
like to just sit in the juice.
Interesting.
So they cooked it because it was like literally like everything that had gone in the oven came to me. So they like obviously cooked
Yeah.
full bulbs of garlic,
Sure.
and then I don't know if you thought it was a potato. You just,
I
grabbed
didn't
it.
know.
and
I
ate
didn't
the
know
whole
what it
thing.
was. I thought I was taking one for the team, just like eating it.
Hey guys, by the way, since I'm only cleaning, if you like, you can just shut that camera off. It's just me cleaning.
People want to see it,
Oh,
man.
they wanna
Unless,
look at all
unless
the
you like want to pick your nose and
The
stuff.
people, what the heck?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, you know, when you go to Korean barbecue, though, they give you garlic cloves and you just put them on the grill, and then you like dip it in the little soybean sauce and you eat it. It's like, you know,
Yeah, but
no
they
big
give you a
deal.
clove of garlic.
Yeah, no, they're like
She ate a bowl of garlic.
oh, like you ate a whole
It was
like.
like a tiny,
like
like a
6
tiny
cloves.
bowl.
That's
Whoa.
horrible.
At once.
That's
It
a lot
was-
of garlic, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of garlic.
I can't.
Oh,
You're like, oh.
you know what did prepare me though is that my family has like loves weird food superstitions,
Uh-huh.
and so every time I got sick, my mom would feed me raw garlic on
Oh,
toast.
yeah, yeah.
So
On toast.
Revolting.
How weird.
Is that like?
Or, well,
What is that
Garlic
supposed to
be
cure?
good
What is
for
that
your
supposed
health,
to?
I
though, right?
just believe that.
Vampirism, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you put it in like drinks and stuff when you have a cold. You
Yeah.
put it, that
And I
stuff
just
in
believe
there.
it's like really, really good food.
Yeah,
It's like just something have like
antioxidants.
onions and
Guys,
yeah.
So people are like, finish the
Someone-
lamb. Oh my god. All right, I'm in for one.
All right, do it.
I'm taking the Big Daddy. Boom,
Do
done.
it.
Back home we have
There's no
a
blood.
It's
garlic
still good.
festival.
What do you mean
every
you
year?
could get
Garlic festival.
No, I
Yeah.
had 4.
Apple festival.
Oh, see, this
I only
is
had
not-
3,
I like how
so
you know
I
that we're
deserve
from
one.
places of produce.
I feel like I'm always
Yeah, they
like,
have,
weird about
like,
taking the last one.
They
I'm
have
not,
the festival
but-
every
but-
year
I,
where they like.
I have
do
to.
like
I'm the
it.
same way. I'm never.
You
I'm
know,
like, someone else take it because I'm not
But
that guy.
if
Like,
you
oh,
drive through
okay.
Gilroy, which is where it is, because that's where garlic grows,
Right.
you can still on any day like pull over on the side of the road and then get garlic ice cream, and it's really good.
Garlic ice cream.
Yeah, it's basically like whatever flavored ice cream you got, but then you also taste like the aftertaste of garlic. But it's really good. But then your breath smells.
We
But
went.
it's good.
We went
I should
to
have my own flavored
a
ice cream.
place that was. It was like listed as a churro place.
You have a problem.
So far, I'm interested.
Right. We went while Leah and Harry were here, and they
Oh, you
also.
told me when you saw me at the pizza place, but also didn't see me at the pizza
Oh
place.
yeah. That's a story for another day.
Ah.
They also have like a bunch of homemade ice creams in there, and so Sam and I got up to the front, and I was like, "What is ume ice cream? Like, what is that?"
Oh,
And
right.
she did not explain it well. She was like, "It's like a potato."
She's like, she goes, it's like
It's
a potato,
not.
but it's not a potato. But it's like a
Yeah,
potato. Do you
it's
want to
like
try
a-
some?
it's
And
like
I was like, no.
Potato?
Yeah.
I
It
don't.
doesn't taste like potato at
And
all.
then I tried it, and I was like, "This is actually amazing." And I had some fucking potato ice cream, but I was like, "It's apparently like a very, very sweet
That was like
potato."
this weird
But-
potato ice cream, or like jasmine tea, or regular tea ice cream. And then there was a ton of other ones which were like good, like cookie dough, chocolate. And so we got there. There was like literally like 18 other ice creams, and I'm like, yo, I'll have that one. She's like, just throw it out some of the ice cream. I'm like, let me guess which ones you sold out of. And I just named every single good ice cream. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, so, and you just got
She
those
was like,
three?
but I really like the ube, and I don't like the Thai tea. I was like, wow, you're very open about your feelings.
Wait, was it like ube, like purple?
No.
It was purple. It was purple.
It's purple.
It's not the same.
It's
food,
different.
though.
It's not like ube though.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think they made it look like it.
That's weird.
It was odd. It tasted amazing, but she was like, it's the potato. I was like,
I like how
okay.
she's totally like.
In any of those situations, when you get there and like
Becky.
But, like,
10
thank you for
10 good
mentioning
ice creams
ube,
are sold
because
out
I
and there's
kept
3
wanting
left,
to say ube.
they're not
Yeah.
good ice creams.
And I was
Otherwise
like,
they
trust the
wouldn't
other
be
one.
left.
Right. They wouldn't have to close the store.
So you can't lie to me and tell me that's good, because there's a reason it's the only one left.
Remember that donut place we went to in Seattle when we were filming Geek Unders? And like they're like, yeah, we sell out donuts every day by 3 o'clock, except for
Yeah.
like our cake donuts. And I was like, maybe stop making cake
Oh,
donuts.
yeah. Maybe your cake donuts.
Maybe your cake donuts suck.
Yeah, we had
Was that the one I was on?
In Seattle?
No, you're in Boston.
We did a bakery thing though.
I think we did
Did
a
you guys
bakery
do
in
bakery?
every city because
Because we all just
yeah.
What was our Boston? The Boston theme, all I remember is I was on a National Treasure style hunt.
Yeah.
Right.
What was your thing? What did you do?
In Boston?
Yeah, what was your like Boston thing? We went to the
The
Tea Party
escape room.
Museum, which was hilarious, and the
Yeah.
escape room.
The escape room.
What else did we do?
What was the weird art
We
museum?
did the art thing. The like
Oh
creator
yeah,
space.
the hacker space, right? Where they were.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
made little, we
Yeah,
made
you
our
guys had
little
little
3D wolf
box.
and
Yeah.
boxes. Yeah.
3D printed them.
That's cute.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that
And then you-
hackerspace was
and then
so
you went to that
weird.
like awful art gallery. Like,
Yeah, the
abysmal
terrible art.
gallery.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Unfortunate art gallery.
good times. The unfortunate art gallery. Oh,
Wrestler, this is hot water.
it's called the unfortunate art gallery. And it was just
Honestly,
like,
honestly,
terrible
Really
paintings from
unfortunate
famous
art.
people.
Yeah. and it was
Yes.
just great.
Like it was in the
I think that's
basement
cool.
of a
It was
movie.
actually
Yeah.
awesome.
It was in the basement of a movie theater.
It was in the basement of a movie theater. It was famous people
Oh, it's
who
even
had like
cooler.
could like ventured into art and done self-portraits and stuff.
And it was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
All
art.
of their
like 8-year-olds. They were just so bad.
all their beginners work.
Yeah,
Not even beginners, just like
Oh, it's just like
These
a
are
vet.
weird.
yeah, just like feels like they're surrounded by
Oh.
people that are yes men, right? So like no one ever says to
Yeah.
you like
Your
you're
art
good
is
at
awful.
this. Yeah. And so they just keep going and they just produce like huge pieces of art. that are
I
just
love
terrible.
that. I think that's really
It was
cool.
great. It was great. Oh. Man, that was good.
Weird museums.
Yeah, that was the point in the day where it was so late that I fell asleep in one of the theaters. Like I went to go get a nap in a theater. Yeah, because like the basement, there was just a theater down there. There was no one in there except us and all the like,
Yeah.
characters. I just went to the theater room and just fell asleep in
Right,
the
I
seat.
remember that.
I was done. That was such a long day.
It's like me in film school.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's like it's like on a lot of sheets.
Good night.
Just go take a nap.
What is a cake donut? It's like a donut, but cakey.
It's a giant donut.
Instead of the poofy kind, it's like the dense kind, right?
Yeah, it's like
it
super
was like,
dense.
It was like dense cake dough, but
Yeah.
made into a ring.
Into a donut.
Yeah.
I dislike them.
I guess, yeah.
Huh, interesting.
They're great. I don't like cake donuts. Like I want like a light. I want the illusion that what I'm eating isn't actually slowly weighing me down and killing me throughout the day.
Oh, so you like the fluffy, like
No,
traditional-
fluffy. The fluffier the donut, the better.
Sugary.
Yeah.
No, I'm all about original
Icing.
donuts. No,
I love
like plain donuts.
Just the plain donut.
Just like a normal glaze is like a solid donut.
In England, like with the exception of Krispy Kreme, our donuts like don't have holes.
What?
Oh,
But
they
then how do you
filled
eat
with, like,
donut
jam?
holes?
Yeah,
we
same
fill
thing with
that.
when I was in Germany. It's the exact same thing. Like
It's not common in Europe at all.
Interesting.
I think because like we're the hold it with coffee kind of like.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
dump. You dump. Yeah.
Oh,
With a whole
interesting.
different coffee
It
cup.
was a hold it with coffee concept.
I thought it was like some kind of weird
Yeah, but you
economics
guys are the
thing, where
biscuit
they're
kind
you
of-
could really
We have, like, our jam donuts are, like,
in the center of the
They have
donut.
jam inside and they're like coated in regular sugar, and then you
Yeah.
get some by like bags of 10.
I guess you're right. I
There's
watch
no
a lot of
holes.
GBBO, and you're right. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've been watching it a lot over the past 2 days because I found the original 3 seasons
Someone
that
in
aren't
chat's
available
like, we
in
get it,
America.
Sam, you're English.
I'll send you a link.
Holy shit!
Fuck me.
What do you
Yes,
Someone in
Sam.
the chat was like, we get it, Sam, you're English. Yikes.
Remember when you said you wanted a tattoo?
I get it,
You
you
need
never want to leave America, I understand. The world scares you.
Ooh, this got untaped up there.
I mean, no one can see it, so it's
No,
fine,
no,
right?
I just saw like a very sudden like. I thought it was gonna
I
hit your
can't
face.
fix that.
No, me either. That's why I didn't put it up
I just
there.
want up the
It's
smaller
okay.
people.
We're fine.
I
Andy
straight up,
cleaned the shit out of that counter.
Yeah.
Thank you!
Yeah,
You just made
look,
my day.
it's crystal sparkling.
Wow.
Andy, let me know when you want these dishes.
What was that?
Let me know when you want these dishes.
Give me just 5 minutes.
Yeah, no rush.
Any chance for Geek Unders to be uploaded to YouTube? I don't know what ever happened to that footage.
I
It's
emailed
all
and I
on
haven't
Go 90.
heard.
I actually-
originally in the
Who?
contract
What is
wasn't
on
it
Go
set
90?
up where it was supposed to go on Go 90 and then after a certain number of years we would be able to put it on YouTube, right?
Hmm.
That was like.
I don't know.
Who would you even ask
But-
at Maker right now?
I
don't have a clue.
I have all the.
Do you have the outtakes?
Oh.
Yes, yes, I do.
Oh.
Could we make a new show with that footage and call it like?
Just the outtakes.
Dude, I have the stuff that
Oh
we
my
put
god,
on the show.
the
with
benders
Chris
of
Straw.
Peekenders.
The
There's a lot of like B-roll that we could use
Oh,
for
dude.
stuff.
No, there's like a whole. Remember the karaoke segment that we couldn't use?
We couldn't use.
I mean,
I would love to. We did a karaoke
Kitchen
thing and
is
it
a
was
happy kitchen.
hilarious,
Yeah.
but they were like, you can't use it, it's all
That
copyrighted.
is the only way to do it.
It was so good.
Well,
He's that good at
Women
singing.
absolutely love men who play. Just what I heard.
I mean,
Dude, yeah, dude. No, I've
They're
got
so
it.
good.
I've got it. Cause I was like, I told somebody I was like, hey, I need these for like my reel or whatever, and then I just went and copied all the stuff because I wanted to get that.
Oh, so you
outtake.
have all of the episodes?
Yeah, I mean,
do you have all the like
no, I
footage?
don't.
Or yeah. People are like, have you had cronuts? Cronuts are great.
Yeah.
I just think they're
I
like
like them. I've never had the
croissant donuts.
I never had them either.
It's weird to me.
What?
I don't like.
It's like a croissant.
Banana
and then
do
they deep
$5.
fry it.
That's all it is.
And they have it placed.
I get $5.
I don't like it.
It's an abomination.
It's alright.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
I just,
Overrated.
again, I'd rather have like a normal, like light glazed donut
Uh-huh.
and be like, well, that was just delicious.
Have you ever had one of the like normal looking ring donuts and you take a bite into it and they put some kind of a filling in the ring?
What?
That happened to
That's
me once and I was
blasphemy.
like, stop!
No,
I
I
don't
just.
like
Where was
filling.
that?
I don't remember. It was when I was
You don't
younger.
know what?
Like when people put filling in cakes
Dude,
and
I
stuff. I,
love
don't
You know,
like.
like
Yeah.
pain au chocolat. It's like
Nutella?
I mean, that's like the one thing because it's chocolate. But like I
I'm
really
also
like
not
chocolate
a
a
huge
lot.
fan of it.
But I don't like, and also I'm allergic to Nutella, so
I
Cus-
do-
Custard filled donuts.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Red,
I don't like
red
that.
bean paste in donuts.
Oh,
Red
yeah.
bean
That's-
paste?
Oh,
Well, but that's because it's not particularly sweet.
Yeah,
Fucking-
exactly.
You know?
You're right. Fucking weird.
Red bean.
Okay,
Red-
fine.
Red bean paste.
No comment.
Those like those fish, the baked fish with the red bean paste.
I've never had one of those.
Oh,
I
sick.
love
They're not
those.
real fish.
Taiyaki?
They're like shaped.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like
Ever had
pancakes.
beignets? Yo, chat.
Oh.
Beignets are the best.
They have where I used to live in San Francisco. A block away, they had this one cafe, and it would always have $1 beignets on Sundays,
Ooh.
and it was like
Beignet
giant
Sundays.
ass-
Excellent.
It's too good.
Already ready.
My crutches.
Yeah.
Still there, by the way.
Turnovers, dude.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Playtime.
Apple anything is great.
Wait, you're not clearing the table.
Why not?
Because this. Sit down.
Accept that.
I'm
All right.
enabled.
Andy, God bless. Thank you.
I mean, I didn't want to say it.
I don't know if we need.
Will I ever do this again? That's up to this guy right here.
No, you have to book me. Like that's how it works.
Yo, he's
Like-
booked until
Are you like drug dealing right now? Like you can have a taste.
I
First
tell
one's
everyone
free.
you have to, if you set the date, I can make it happen. But otherwise, like it's like, yeah, come by, and I'm like, man, that is all. So if y'all want to do this again, I'm in. Because we'll have totally different food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different theme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, breakdancing.
Break
The breakdancing theme.
Break into the electric boogaloo.
Yo, me and Sam have birthdays in September. I'm just
True,
saying.
true,
I'm
true,
just saying we
true,
could have a
true.
September birthday
Oh.
party feast. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Fendor says, book August, invite me.
Kendra, that would require you to.
Yeah, that would
fly
actually
here.
require you to fly to LA, Crendor, and then interact with other humans.
Yeah, how big of a thing could we do though? Could we like go
So I was just like, those first bites are.
maybe like a 10 or 20
Oh my God.
right? Like a
Then he
I know
requires.
last
Then he
supper.
requires sous chef. Yeah.
you know.
Andy, how big can you do?
What was that?
How big can you do?
28.
The last biggest party I did was 150 people.
For this year.
150?
Whoa, I didn't realize it was only 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
I've done 150 solo with waiters. If it's like a regular party, I can do 20 completely by myself. Yeah.
I'm trying to
We gotta
think
book him. We gotta book him. We gotta
Today,
book him.
do it today, before he books up.
Kendall said book Lewis and invite me. I can
Yeah.
do it for food.
Yeah, we were like, you have to fly out here, and he's like,
Dude, we come back from Evo.
Oh my God, we
We're
come back
tired,
from Evo?
We just need an amazing meal.
oh
No,
my
what
God.
Kristen and I were just saying is it'll be your 30th in September, and her birthday's in September. We can just do
We
a
can do
huge
Joint
dinner.
feast.
You a Virgo, baby?
Yeah.
We have to like, it's gotta be like,
What?
I don't know.
Virgo themed?
It's Virgo themed.
Oh my god, that would
Like
actually
a
be
Virgo
hilarious.
themed.
It's like the
dinner.
opposite of a Catherine theme.
Wait, no.
It's gonna be very
That
pure.
is not like a
The
thing that
purest
can be
No
done.
seasoning.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's like all sashimi.
No garlic.
Make it
It's
ladies
just-
everywhere.
It's just plain grilled chicken. Every course is plain grilled chicken. I chose not to use any spices with this course.
We are
The purity.
Yeah.
palate
This course is
pure.
just a plate of salt.
Yeah, this course is noodles.
Oh my
Cooked
God.
Hender's
uncooked.
like, September, yeah, I got it.
Deconstructed.
No, we can do like a 10-course meal and it's like the German someone losing their virginity, like super plain star, like a cocktail.
And then the Reaper.
And then like
Oh my
the
God.
time
Like
it
the
happens,
glow.
it's just like kind of heavy, but then it like heavy.
Dessert.
With dessert.
And then
Dessert
the
is like
indulgence.
a dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Some. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really awkward phase in the middle somewhere.
There's one part that just doesn't taste good.
Yeah, it's like this is where you got a little experimental. I tried a few different things here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's meant to be awkward.
Because that's where you're at.
Virgo is romance without sex. Chat says.
That's
It
okay.
can be very sweet.
Oh, you're
Like
right.
very sweet.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
Super
Let's do an adventure where that's how it
No,
starts.
no.
And it ends with kind of like rabbits.
I'm not about that.
3 desserts.
I do love rabbit.
I'm not about that.
Oh my god.
Either way, it'll be delicious. Look,
You're
I'm down
right.
for whatever.
You're
Let's
right.
fucking do it.
Does anybody want anything?
I'm okay.
Can I
Yeah,
have another root beer? That's
Another root beer?
Yes, please.
Do you like those root beers?
Yeah, they're very
Root
good.
They're really
I
good.
had a lot of them. I'm really sorry.
There's
Root beer.
there's
Well, you can't have all the alcohol.
yeah, but that's
It's
good
not
root beer.
good.
That's sugarcane root beer.
I used
There's
to
no
hate it.
such
until
thing as
recently.
good root beer.
I like it now. I used to hate
Like,
it. I hated the
it
aftertaste.
tastes like medicine.
I love root beer.
What were you gonna say, Jesse?
I said there's also Coke Zero in there if you felt like you were having too much sweet Coke.
And you needed some zero Coke.
You needed something that was like too salty, but didn't have any sugar in it.
Right.
You felt like I just need salt to balance out my sweet.
Coke Zero has salt.
Oh, it's like all like diet.
Sodium.
What silverware
Yeah.
do you all have left?
I've
I kept everything.
I've got
Something
two.
to pick up food with?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna need
My
some.
hand would work if it needed me.
A spoon or a fork is
I
fine.
gotta like
Spoon's
clean
dirty.
mine, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
Your
Sorry.
spoon is dirty. I'm sorry.
My-
Oh, no, it's not to do that. You mug.
Thank you.
This one as well.
Root beer is a very American taste. I guess that's true.
I mean,
Hey,
it is
between
American.
Sarsaparilla is like better than root beer.
Our medicine tastes exactly the same as your root beer, which is why when I had it, it just felt tastes
I
like
mean,
medicine.
Yo.
that's fair.
If I could get a sponsor, shout out to Hanson's. California soda. It's so good. They have one that is a cherry vanilla flavor.
That's a good one.
That is so good. Hanson's. It's delicious. It's my favorite soda.
Jansen, it's delicious.
I'll take that sponsorship.
Oh, this is a good root beer, dude.
Yeah, I told you.
Yo, you want to hear a fun fact I learned from Great British Bake Off yesterday?
Yes.
About why we feel guilty when we eat like cake and stuff? There's a reason.
Because-
A history reason.
A mystery reason?
History.
Oh, history?
Yeah, it was like.
Marie Antoinette.
No.
Tim.
It was like in the Puritan times. So
Outside.
the idea was like they would always eat cake without any spices or sugar or anything because sugar was super expensive. And then
Oh, I thought you were
pretty
gonna say
much.
sugar was the devil.
It was like the eggs and the flour and the whatever, but no sugar. And then they eventually started putting sugar in cakes, but because they considered sugar as a spice, if you had spices, they thought it was like you're indulging too much in good things. So Puritans were like, you're a sinner if
No
you
cake.
eat fucking like spices and shit. And so if you ate cake with sugar, they would like shame you for it. And
They
that's why
would-
you feel guilty for eating
This is
sweets.
Tots? Is this Cajun chicken? I thought it just was a bit plain. You know how the Lord feels about Cajun chicken. I didn't mean anything by it. Now the people who crucifix Jesus Christ. Sinner!
Everyone knows that Jesus not a fan of Cajun spices. It's in there. It's in the Bible.
He was more of a Montreal chicken.
He likes his seasons Canadian. Lo and behold, Montreal spices.
And syrup.
And he created hockey, and it was good.
So saith the Lord. Amen.
I've never lived in a place like I feel like since moving to California, I know so many people who are really into hockey. I've never knew anybody who was
I'm
into
from a
hockey
really
in
big
Oregon.
hockey place.
Yeah.
Because like the San Jose Sharks are like a really big deal.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom is.
Also the
Yeah,
Kings
really.
now.
Yeah,
When
but
the
the Kings are LA. I'm
No,
not
but,
from
like,
LA.
Is it situational? Is it like anywhere where the hockey team is good?
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people
Oh, yeah.
overnight were like, "Oh, the Kings are good. Yeah, I'm a huge hockey fan."
Yeah.
Especially in LA, I feel like that happened real quick.
Yeah, there's everyone's subbing a hockey jersey.
Yeah.
Go Kings!
Yeah. That's, you know, they want to feel good about something. Like, my life is terrible, but my team is doing really well. My team! Do you remember that sketch? That was great. That was a Kyle Mooney sketch.
I was trying to remember what we had on the Nega station.
Oh, dude.
That still exists, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm still stuck to it. But, speaking of not the Nega station, but something really old.
Is this like a fake game station you made?
Yeah.
We made literally because we had so many weirdos
Yeah.
that were all working together at the game station. We came up with ideas for stuff where we were like, nobody's gonna approve
Yeah.
this. So we had the game station, and then we had the Nega station, and we would just upload random shit to the Nega
Weird
station.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, and I recently saw a sketch from a long time ago. It was like before Rhett and Link were really big, and it was like, you were in it, it was the, and Steve Green was in it, and it was like the longest board game, or the most complicated board game video ever.
Mhm.
That was so good.
Yeah. I remember, because I was already, Rhett and Link had already been around for a long time, but it feels like, in the last couple of years they've blown up a ton, which is good for them. They've
When
been
I was
working hard
in
for a long time.
Australia, at the convention center they had for PAX Australia was literally a giant billboard for Rhett and Link.
Yeah.
On like a tour they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, they blew up. They blew up.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they were on a commercial during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Really?
I heard about that.
Dude.
I love people say that they're like morning shows now are like literally like 5 minutes long, and then they just like they do like a big march pitch. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, 5 minutes,
I'm not
and they do like a big
surprised.
march pitch.
Right.
That's such a bummer.
They're really cool dudes, though. Like, really nice.
Maybe fame changed them.
Maybe fame has changed them.
You don't know that.
I don't know. I haven't talking to them.
I've been talking to them. It's the saloon mother.
So long.
I haven't talked to nobody in years. I've been all locked up in this house. Just leave me alone.
I had dreams too. I had dreams too.
Talking God.
I left them at the chapel that day.
Too real. Too real.
Are there any other booze that I don't know about? Booze? Booze, yes.
this?
What do you mean?
No, booze.
No,
I don't like
what do you
this.
mean? Do you need
Boo-
booze?
boo and
You
rum
have
have
a spice rum, you said?
I did. It's just the regular Bacardi rum that's over there.
Gotcha. I had to make sure there's nothing else. You're good.
Yeah.
I thought that he meant things that people hated too.
Oh.
Are there any booze?
Yeah.
Does anyone have any booze? Do we have any names for booze around here?
I thought we were doing the whole like Southern Wild West thing still.
Yeah, of course.
Hey y'all, everybody got any booze? Not a fan.
I'm not a fan of that one. I thought, or maybe he was like,
Ask about ghosts.
Like my
Are there any ghosts around here?
This is actually what happens. This is like 4 root beers in. This is what happens.
She's done. She's.
Come on.
This goes back to the time.
Oh, if I could just have a little sarsaparilla.
Well, I say.
I think.
Wait, I think that's really funny.
Brooke, you're not even from the South.
Oh my god.
How dare you?
Are you in
You don't tell me where I've been or where I came from.
The Lord is from the south and that's mine.
I didn't move that away from you.
You're just like.
This bit really got me.
This bit.
This
bit really got me.
Tears in her eyes.
No.
Oh, I'm so delighted to not be the one crying.
When Jack said, this is turned into Resident Evil 7.
What does that mean?
You're like one of the bakers.
Oh, good.
Just,
Good comparison.
yeah, you're one of the old southern folk who live in a swamp now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Swamp people now.
Yeah, you're like a swamp person.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Tell us about life in the swamp, eh? Every day I wake up, I hunt a gator.
I had gator jerky a couple days ago.
I just had to take a quick inventory check.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
You have options on your dessert. I've seared the cake to the point where it's just a little bit of butter, so it's a nice warm cake for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the bananas Fosters and just serve it tableside instead.
Ooh.
So you guys can watch me do it on the camera.
Wow.
But I wagered that I'm going to have it right there because it's got to be there. So by show of hands, who wants bananas on top of their cake and who just wants like a raspberry?
A raspberry.
There's 2.
What? I'll do banana.
Banana. 3. And then just
raspberry, yeah.
regular cake and a raspberry drizzle on top.
Sounds great.
Okay, same thing? Alright, cool.
Thank you.
No problem.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Bananas. So like bananas.
What did you have? You had the ostrich jerky. Was it
Yeah, I
good?
had the ostrich jerky. It
What?
actually tasted fantastic.
So, one,
Where was that?
my
Yeah,
friend
what?
T-Mac, he sent me like a crate for Christmas. It's called it was called the man crate.
Of course.
It came with a crowbar. You had to try it.
I've seen that shit before. Yeah.
And inside is $100 of jerky, like different jerky.
Whoa.
So it's like ostrich, gator jerky, bison, like just everything. So we tried
Yeah,
gator jerky.
he gave me.
It doesn't taste great. It's quite weird.
Wait, like
The
all of
gator
them or a certain
It
kind?
doesn't taste like chicken.
The gator
No,
one?
Gator's
Yeah,
gamey.
Gator
Gator's
doesn't
super
taste like
good.
Super gamey, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like quite strong.
The ostrich one was delicious.
Was that the what was your favorite one? What was the best one out of the crate?
I had bison. It was really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't go through it. There's so much.
Oh, okay.
Will
I'm so
Crendor do
curious.
anything for good food? Yeah.
Yeah.
Even flat Los Angeles?
Yeah, he would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not an idiot. He'd do that.
That fucking.
I was gonna talk about alligator eating alligators.
Eating gators.
Go
I don't really have that much to
Where,
say about it. There's like I
Crendor
went to
was
the
trying to
Philippines, I ate
convince me
alligator Filipino
that
food.
Oh,
and
there
it
was
was really
something
good.
special
Cool,
about
sick.
Starbucks.
And then right after that,
water.
I
What?
found
Like
it
you know when you go to
really
Starbucks, you just ask for it and they put water in
It
a
was
cup
good,
and
though.
they give it to you.
It's a
He
good
was
meat to
convinced
go
there
out
was
with.
something
Yeah,
else they did to make it taste as good as it did. I was convinced it tasted amazing.
Oh. I mean, they might have like a water.
No,
filter to it.
it's tap water.
It's just
It's-
tap
Wait,
yeah,
what
it's
is
tap
this?
But
Water
Crendor's convinced.
Starbucks. He's convinced Starbucks
He's
water is
convinced
really good.
the Starbucks do something to their tap water when they give it to you in the cup with ice.
So when he wants water,
Sometimes
he
they
goes to
spit
Starbucks.
So when he wants water, he goes to Starbucks.
How about those
Instead
sports?
of like his kitchen.
Which sports?
Yeah, which sports do you want us to
Yeah, what do
pretend
you
we
want us
know
to talk about?
Oh, dude.
We can talk about whatever you want. We can talk about the Olympics.
How about
you
that
seen-
sports ball?
Yeah, we
You see
talked about the
Johnson?
Super Bowl
That
just
guy,
happened?
he's really throwing them.
I haven't seen the Super Bowl or the Olympics. Don't have cable.
Oh my god, wait, but have you
Super
guys seen all of the I was reading to Sam this morning all the article titles that are like, American teen does a bunch of shitty stuff and then wins gold.
Yeah.
Like there's like multiple articles that are like that about different people in the Olympics. And we're like,
all Americans.
yeah. Everybody's like, oh my god, American millennials are simultaneously the worst and the best.
Like,
how did this happen?
There was like an article damning like a girl because she was like tweeting on her phone and then she just won gold.
Yeah.
And then she like was tweeting again and they're like, just fucking care more. And she's like, why? I'm the best.
That's like a really fair argument. Like, no, I guess you're right.
Like, tweeting like, hey, just about to do it. Look at him.
Krendor just tweeted, "Look at this
Your
water."
water.
And it's just water from Starbucks.
Wait, does he actually go just specifically go out to
Makes
Starbucks?
the trip. Because I think he just likes the presentation of it.
Look at it's in a cup. It's in a plastic cup.
Yeah.
He could
It's
buy
mixed
that
in.
and have it at home. You know?
And
Look at that water.
I don't
Look
know.
at that water is what he wrote.
Kendall is a simple man of simple tastes, and one of those tastes is tap water from Starbucks, cupped and iced.
He
Weird,
gets
weird
coffee
that
and
he
then he
feels
gets
that way about
water.
water, but can like describe wine very well.
Now I'm really curious. I'm gonna try. See the Starbucks water. I don't know.
There's no reason to do that.
Well, so here's the thing, right? Obviously, it depends on what Starbucks you
That's
go
true,
to. And
yeah.
he likes the water where he lives, so
Yeah.
naturally he like. I went after you told me this. I got an ice water from Starbucks in LA, and it tastes like piss.
Yeah,
Don't let
so-
him gaslight you, man.
I don't know.
Don't let. He's gonna trick you into going to Starbucks
Yeah.
to get water.
You know, well, next time I'm.
And then his argument is bolstered because you did it too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go.
And if you like it, then I'm out.
Go.
Then I can't do it.
Like,
You're his target demographic. He cons you and then reinforces him.
This is like when last PAX East, we all went to this like the oldest restaurant in America.
Right.
It's a
They're
fish
so
Union
bad.
Oyster House. It's very it's okay,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like the experience, right? Our waitress comes up and is like, "Our special tonight is the base," and all of us at the
base.
table, everyone like looked at her, and then we all looked at each other, and then Kren and I literally went to Google to look up how to pronounce bass because we thought it's a fish restaurant and it's a tourist destination. Clearly, we've been saying it wrong all these years. And we like went and looked up our
Special is the base.
special is the base, and we were like, we looked it up. We were like, no, it's still pronounced bass.
Yeah.
Oh, Krendor wasn't like, oh yes, I'll have the base.
No, we stopped. And we're like, oh. And we had to go look it up. It blew up. Rather than be like, well, she's an idiot, we were like, maybe we're the problem.
Yeah. I mean,
Someone said
When
Krendor,
someone says something
Adrian
confidently
Brody.
enough,
Yes.
it can really make you doubt yourself.
Drink
For a moment, I was like,
good. Okay.
I used to like I've lived my life by that mantra. I would say something so fucking out there, and I would just hold my ground, and people will crumble and just
They'll be like,
believe my lies.
I can't tell you what it was. I've never felt that way before in my life. Like, truly felt lost as a human being. I looked at him and he looked at me and we were like,
am I taking crazy?
we had to look it up. Yeah. Everyone at the table just like
God
looked
bless
around.
you.
It was terrible.
God bless you.
By the way, guys, I am starting.
I was just about to say, look at this banana.
Here we
Look
go.
at those.
Fire.
Look at those.
Peeling.
Hands.
Look at those
Are
beautiful
you a
hands.
hand model?
Look at those, man.
Oh my god, this man knows how to handle a banana. Look
Of
at that
course.
effing banana peeling skill.
Banana artist.
The World Fancy Banana Peeling Championship.
Have you seen those muscles? He likes his potassium.
Yeah. This is a pointlessly complicated way to peel a banana.
I bet that person eats the banana.
The reason why I'm peeling it this way is so it's easier to transfer it into the pan.
Oh, take that.
Ah, okay.
Because instead of getting it all over my hands, it's easier to do that.
who was it that's in like a really who in a video took a banana and just took a bite out of it?
Oh, that was.
Oh, with
that
the
was-
skin on?
Yeah.
That was Key and Peele.
Oh, that's
When he
right.
was like doing the continental breakfast, he's like a banana. That was so good.
I love kids.
And I was like, if I ever get to eat bananas again, that's the way I'm gonna do it.
Who is cooking? That's Andy. He is our chef tonight, and he's killing it.
Twitch.tv/in-game menu.
He goes around and streamers and various
Book him.
Yeah, eat celebrities book him and he cooks for them. And I'm lucky enough that he is my friend and was like, bro, let's make a thing.
I really like you.
Aww.
Andy.
Yes.
My friends Leah and Harry said that they used to live in the same apartment building as you, and they say hi.
Wait, who is that?
Whoa!
Leah and Harry.
Hey!
They were actually visiting us this weekend.
Yeah, they were just visiting us, and she just texted me and was like, "Hey, tell Andy hi from the apartment."
That is so rad. How are they doing?
They're doing
You
great.
remember
Yeah.
they were Harry?
Yeah.
From the wedding?
I saw them at
They
the
were at
office.
the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember them too.
I don't know when you would have seen them.
I don't know. It's our pizza experience. That's all. It's our pizza story.
Yeah, that was a weird
No,
story.
nothing. There's not a weird
There's no
story there.
comfortable
There's
story.
not a weird
Like,
story
I
there.
get it.
No, here's the story.
No, it's not a weird story.
She
It's
went
not
for
worth
pizza
telling.
with friends
It's
staying
not
at
worth
our house.
telling.
She took them
It's
to
not
pizza.
worth
Remember that day? Remember when I was like, I'm gonna get fucking love letter pizza today? That fucking day.
So she sat in the booth next to Chris, like opposite Kristen, looking at
Literally
Kristen,
next to me.
and like I guess Kristen's wearing lipstick, so she's like for an hour just staring at her.
No,
Like,
Not an hour.
They didn't say hello,
finished eating,
anything.
and Kristen
They
came
see
to
each other
sit
every
down.
day for like years,
We were settling up, and
and
I
she's
looked
looking
at her.
across the room at Kristen, and she's like, I feel like that's not.
Did you go there by yourself?
I went there by myself because I was gonna meet Alex and Kelly, but they hadn't gotten there yet. So I was just sitting at the table waiting for them, and I straight up looked up and I saw Harry, and I was just like, yeah, that guy like looks like a Harrison. I feel like I met him, and I just like
Harry's like a super recognizer. So he like looked at Kristen and was like, "That's Kristen." Looked at me and was like,
I even made eye
"Am I
contact.
wrong?"
She was like, I don't know if that's Kristen.
Because you wore lipstick that day? Because you put lipstick on?
It was like it's not her.
Relationship, I don't know.
You literally have been to her house and like spent time together.
She cat sat for us the whole time we were gone.
I was telling this.
The dormouse strikes again.
I was telling this story to chat, and they said there's a version opposite of a super recognizer where it's literally like if you're used to seeing a
You're
person.
face blind.
Yeah. If you're used to seeing a person in a specific place and then you see them in a place where you haven't seen them before, you just won't.
But you've seen me at that place before.
Like when you were
We've done
yeah, you've actually like been to the
fact,
same
I told
restaurant.
you about that place.
Love Letter is like only a few people know about Love Letter, and it's like our group, and then like Koreans. That's it.
That's
So that's us and Koreans. So when you see a non-Korean that looks like Kristen, it's fucking Kristen.
It's like when you're a kid and you see your teacher outside of the school for the first time and you're just like, what are you doing here?
I was just so worried that I would be like, Kristen, and then somebody else would look right at me.
Like she would just be like, okay.
She was so worried that not Kristen would be like, my name is Denise.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like Kristen.
Excuse me, I'm Kirsten.
How dare you?
How dare you? I'm Kirsten.
I literally waited, I don't know why, I literally waited until we left to text her and be like, are you at Love Letter?
She waited till she left and she texted saying, are you at Love Letter right now?
And I was
And
like,
Kristen was like, why?
I was like, what are you about to tell me?
I was like, I literally stared at you for the last 10 minutes and I wasn't sure if it was you.
She waited till she left
Creepiest shit
and texted
ever.
Kristen. She could have texted Kristen while she was there, and then if the Kristen lookalike would have held her phone up, she would have known. But she waited until she left,
Thank
and then
you.
texted Kristen saying, "Were you at Love Letter?" Oh, this is.
I can't even.
They
I
call
guess
that-
there's dreams and stuff going on.
They call it mom brain. Apparently, when you're pregnant, you get like
That's true.
stupider. You get dumb.
That's true.
I also,
You know what? At least you can blame it on the baby.
Right?
I
Yeah.
guess.
I've been doing a lot of that.
Oh,
Whoa.
Ooh.
Ooh, look at that.
What is that
Oh,
even?
Raspberry?
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 A raspberry Bailey cream.
Oh.
Ooh, nice duck.
Whoa.
Careful.
Whoa!
Yeah.
It's like steaming.
I know, literally it's very hot.
Super hot fire.
Okay.
Oh,
and
that's
now,
so funny. You're so funny.
Now bananas. Let me know how much banana and caramel you'd like.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Just gonna put that right there.
I'll have another bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Thank
And
you so
sauce.
much. Yes, please.
Is the cord in the way?
Perfect.
That's alright. Now for you.
I guess it is
It's
like.
just gonna be
It's
one
not
on
too
the-
bad.
It's
yeah,
fine.
but
It's
like-
fine.
Can I try it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's because
No,
the second
put it
piece
there.
is
I'll
falling
try it.
off.
Yeah.
Hey
there.
Sam, you wanna fix that?
Okay.
Hey, curly tall human. Do you wanna
Hey!
go nuts, my dude?
He saved us.
Ooh, that is hot.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, sorry, I hope it doesn't burn you.
Wow.
Sorry, I hope this doesn't kill you.
Anyway, I'm glad our friendship lasted after that. I'm glad that I didn't literally ruin
You know what's also really funny is because you know how you were saying that like you kept trying to talk louder to see if I reacted to your voice.
It's so elaborate.
I literally
She could have texted him. She could have texted him. She kept raising her voice.
Like-
I hope Kristen would realize it was
Such a
her.
I'm already a
tactic.
loud bitch. I was
He's
like,
you still hear me.
that it kind of worked because every time I heard you speak, I thought you were Kelly arriving because I was waiting for her, and
So
you
you
had
knew
like,
it was somebody
and I
that
kept
you
looking
knew.
at being like Kelly, but the door was
Can we just
on
hold
the
on?
other side of
Hold
where
on.
you were
Can we take a
sitting.
moment?
She's
Everybody
also
good?
playing here.
No, we didn't do
I
that.
think you recognize her voice.
Because her and Kelly have
Really
all
quick,
the
guys.
same laugh.
Photo.
I
I didn't
swear to
take a
God.
photo. Could someone snap one for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I kept hearing you speak,
this one.
but I would look towards the door to see if she got there, but you were on the other side, so
That's
I
it.
kept turning the wrong direction, and I was just like, Kelly's not here yet. Why do I keep hearing Kelly?
Just for the record, Dodger's defense was, and I quote, "I'm a loud bitch."
She should have.
She should have known I'm
But
a loud
I did
bitch.
see. I saw Harry.
You did see Harry.
I saw him, and I
You were
just.
both to blame for this terrible
But I
miscommunication.
didn't see her.
But it's like a 70-30. Like you were definitely at fault. You were looking at her.
I only met him though at your wedding, so to be fair, it's not like
Yeah, it's like
I
an
had as many experiences with him
70-30
as
is
you had
generous.
with me.
This is like an 85-15 in your fault.
It's like one of those mistakes were made situations.
All right, you ready? Are we ready?
Yo, let's
Oh yeah, I started.
Yo, dessert.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo, dessert.
Spoon it, dude.
Should I just spoon it first?
Shit.
Yo. I don't want Seb to last because then it's just gonna be.
Get it out of the way.
What are you trying to do?
He's about to eat a
Oh,
banana.
banana. Maybe the.
You okay?
Oh, that's like.
I'm waiting. I'm so
Hey,
excited.
Sam. The banana's delicious, but like hot, like burn your mouth hot. Okay.
Oh, mine was okay.
Oh, mine was like fresh out the pan, delicious.
Mmm.
It's
Ooh, man, it gives me shudders. I shuddered.
try it. It tastes less like banana and more like
Caramel.
It has
caramel.
caramel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. This is how you. I mean, this is more truth. I'm excited.
Live
for this.
on Twitch, Sam's first banana.
I mentally psyched myself up.
It's like watching a man eat an oyster for the first time.
Confirmed. Sam doesn't like bananas.
It's so bad.
As a man who does not like bananas.
Oh, alright. Yeah.
Down goes the wine.
You know what?
Still
Bless
don't
you
like
for
them.
trying.
We
Bless
do.
you for trying.
He honestly like tries them once every couple of years. So
To see if
I
it got
can't-
better.
Yeah.
That's so.
That's
This credit to
fair.
Andy, but he cooked it in such a way that on the outside it seemed like caramel, but it was a perfected banana
It was
inside.
like an enemy
Kristen,
in
My
disguise.
wall
Kristen,
Well, now I know how to cook banana tree in the
What?
future.
You
Maybe
see
not
that plate?
banana.
is that a?
What?
Oh, never mind. You're good.
What?
We're good.
What? What?
We're fine.
What
We're
happened?
fine.
What
We're
happened?
fine.
Did you want to make sure she had the nutless bread?
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
It definitely was.
From this end, it looked like it was a nut bread. And I was like,
No.
we're
I
about to
didn't.
die live on my stream.
I did not touch the nut bread at all. I just made everybody the same because there's no reason to take the risk. So I was just like, I'm not crazy, am I?
I would have been fine
Okay.
if you had touched the other one. But
All right. So bananas Fosters. I see this, caramel cooking in front of people, fire, which I'm not sure if you guys actually saw that happen. I don't think I need to go any further than that. Just a dish that speaks for itself. But again, I'm not good at dessert. I could do better, but shit is hard. So
Baking and cooking are very different things.
oh yeah, I cannot switch that off and on. How's the raspberry sauce for you guys, by the way?
Delicious.
Yeah,
It's actually really good. Yeah.
very happy to do that. So yeah, feeling good. Any other questions from chat that I missed? Because I'm done cooking.
Feel free.
Oh yes, thank you very much, sir.
Jackson.
What's up with the banana hate? He just doesn't like
He
bananas.
doesn't like bananas.
That's it.
I mean, so here's the thing. When I was a child, I loved them. It was like one of the only foods I'd eat. Something happened
Oh, weird.
between toddler Sam and then like teen Sam that went from the love bananas to a deep,
You know,
unexplainable hatred. I don't.
Yep.
That's like me with tomatoes.
And I think what might be is I was like such a fussy ear as a baby that I would only get fed banana. Maybe I just got sick of it. I don't know.
I mean, the 7-year switch. Everyone's palate and logic
Interesting.
changes every 7 years.
Yeah.
Seafood
Oh,
would throw up
interesting.
no matter what I had. That shrimp would have made me vomit if I had made that years
Oh,
back.
weird.
So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, so it just kind of happens,
Yeah, I get that.
I feel like something that doesn't
There's
help
Andy
is
Lunique.
that
I do my very best.
your family is entirely made of trolls, and your grandmas like to do things like make things and say that there's no banana in them, and then there's banana in them. I feel like you've been traumatized into hating
I asked her
bananas.
for a chocolate cake for my birthday, and because she's an old lady, she was like, if I just feed him banana, eventually he'll like bananas. So she made me a chocolate banana
I
cake.
just thought it was just like in your
I didn't
head.
like it.
Oh,
So I took a nice big bite into my chocolate birthday cake, and it was ripe with bananas.
Oh man.
So there's been, I feel like, now I'm thinking about it, there has been just
Some very
events in my life that have escalated my hatred of bananas.
Yeah, it's less about the taste and more about
Trauma.
the trauma.
Yeah,
there's a
it's
psychology.
psychological.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something going on, and no one should force you. Like everyone's like, you like it. I'm like, no, they won't. There's nothing you can
Like,
do to change
I'm not
that.
picking up the spoon of banana and like the equilibrium is in the middle. Like it's already like deep into hatred, and I'm trying to get it all the way back over. But it's like a food I've never tried before. It's just in the middle. I'm like, oh, I like this. But yeah, my brain is telling me I hate banana.
So weird.
Maybe
So, Mari, I
you-
appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
Well,
Corvettes.
it was the best banana I've ever eaten.
That it's huge. It's like it up there. The most complex meal I've ever made, Mother of God. I'll just go with the most recent one. It was the coffee braised short ribs
Whoa.
with a.
That is on his Twitter.
Yeah, it's on my
You'll see it.
Twitter actually. You'll see it's a black and white dish. It took 11 hours to make. Essentially, I just wanted to see what it would pull off.
Did you say that you hated it?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I
at
saw
all.
your Twitter where you were like, it looked amazing, like presentation-wise, it looked incredible, but your comment was like, I don't like how this tastes at all.
No, I know other people go, this is good, but when you guys all know what this is like. I don't like the way this looks. I don't like the way this tastes. I know this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. But with that short rib, it was coffee braised with the coffee rub that I had made, like paprika, garlic powder, orange zest, dried powder, and then I had done that with white rice and then a kind of a Moroccan style sauce. And on the other side, it was black risotto that was finished with a vegetable broth, and then chopped leeks with a Chilean sea bass that's braised in butter. And then on top of that, so it was a black-white contrast dish with spinach down the middle. But there's so many things I would do differently. A dish like that belongs in a restaurant, and like half the portion needed to be cut down. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
But yeah.
This is why there's so few chefs, because like it sounds amazing, but it's like such a labor of love.
Right.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen tonight is all I'm gonna do is think about everything that went wrong, and like no matter what happens, that's why I quit. That's what most people quit. It's not actually that like your body hurts and things get tired and you get like you start smoking and you want to stab somebody.
Okay.
That's part of it, but it's that.
I've seen the
It's
movies.
that over critiquing.
It's I forgot lemon on that dish. This one didn't taste good enough. She didn't say it was perfect. He didn't really like this one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all you think about. And
Oh,
that's
Sam,
literally
you broke him. You broke him. Because you're like, I should know about bananas.
I couldn't make panna cotta.
It's like what you were saying about your
Never read the
pancakes
comments.
earlier, and you were like, the pancakes?
Oh my god.
Dude, that raspberry sauce that you made on the fly was incredible.
Yeah.
That was actually incredible.
Happy to do that, and I honestly realized.
So what did you make the raspberry sauce? Like, was it just raspberry, or what did you do
I'm
there?
saying raspberry, strawberry. Sorry, I said raspberry 3 times like an idiot. It's strawberry, a touch of lemon juice, a little bit of water, and then brown sugar and Bailey's.
And then you just cook it down.
Cook it, yeah, juice. That was cooking the whole time. I
Oh,
started.
you use that Bailey's, that little baby Bailey's?
Yeah, I used a shot
Oh,
of that.
my dude.
What
My
happens
dude.
is alcohol has the ability to tie flavors together, and that's why I like using it so much. Like that sauce that you saw was separated. The moment you add 2 alcohols into there, it becomes sauce.
Oh,
And that's what I like about that.
that's
So-
crazy.
I know it comes to your
Whoa,
head.
food science.
That's awesome.
Indeed. Wait, I missed one.
That's gastronomy.
Yeah, Joseph knows what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? If there's other chefs in the chat, I've been waiting all night to say this. I know so many talented chefs that can do all of this better than me. There's people who can do better work than I do. Turn the camera on. Like, start streaming. And I'm saying this out of love, but I don't think Twitch is going to be bringing on any major folks anytime soon. So if you have the talent and you have the time, even if it's an hour a day, twice a week like I do, please food stream. Like, there's too many chefs that have, I see their Instagrams and their Twitters, they're fucking killing it. Turn the camera on. If you're doing meal prep, turn the camera on.
And competition pushes you all, right? Too.
Oh yeah, I want to see more chefs. Not
You're
just
uncontested right now.
at this particular level. I feel like I am, and it's only because I'm doing the dinner parties and the other stuff. But it's not like, oh, I want other chefs to call me out. It's like, no, I know you guys are doing awesome work. I know you guys are doing catered parties. You could totally stream this stuff. Like my friend Kelvin, I've been going to college. I went to college with him since 17. We've been back and forth. He does all these Instagram posts. He cooks for the NBA. He does all these things. Chef Kelvin Fernandez on Twitter. I would yell at him. Turn the camera on, stream this, or make a video, do something. And I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. So yes, okay, done. Sorry,
It's the cooking show of the modern era.
Yeah.
People want. I mean, I think if the chat would agree that you want to see this stuff, right?
Food,
That's why I'm
food,
doing
food,
it. I
food.
really don't want to be popular. I just want other people to do
You know
this.
Talisman's Lula?
What was that?
Lula, Talisman?
Yes, she makes
She cooks all the
awesome
time.
food.
You should call her out.
Oh, I know. I've
call
tried
her
to get her on my stream. Actually, she'll probably yell at me. She's like, "You didn't tell me it was this weekend." No, her food is actually the kind of food I adore. Like she makes like delicious like sandwiches.
She would be
and
like,
chicken. And...
she'd be like your perfect dessert accomplice. Oh yeah. Yeah, for real.
You hear that? You hear that, Lou? Everyone should follow her too. She's pretty badass. She cooks more. She cooks more. She streams more than I do. And I realized that she hasn't like tried to go like the dinner route, the dinner party route. So I get you. I'll sous chef for her. I was like, I'll cut whatever you want. That'd be awesome. She's a really good.
Get you to an event.
Oh my god.
That'd be fun. And you know, if there's any brands out there that want to supply us with particular equipment, I'll collect. Sorry, if you have a set
Not
of
biased, but.
I'm saying $1,000 pan set.
Can you explain just for a minute? Explain the difference between like $1,000 pan set and like the pan set you bought at
Target.
Target, yeah.
All right. So for the record, for short-term use, there's some omelet plans available at Target and Walmart. They're not meant to last, but they do the job. But like all class.
Interesting. They're not meant to last.
No, like my pans, I've probably gotten through a pan every single year. Like you're not supposed to hang on to them. Like they start losing.
What about like a griddle?
Sure.
A griddle? No, not more than a year and a half for me. Like, because if you use it enough.
Jesse's got one he's had since he was 14.
if you like,
What if you love it a lot?
yeah, if you like butter that baby up, you can keep that thing right.
You take
Yeah,
like a
then
skillet.
that's
Yeah,
different.
Like a cast iron skillet, yeah.
Well, cast iron, that's one thing. Like a cast
That's a
iron
different
skillet, you
thing.
take care of.
Yeah.
You take care of that. I fought people for my cast iron. Literally, like arguments and like held out. It was like children. It was custody. With certain pans, for example, like if you take $1,000 all clad set, those will last you for a very long time. We're talking a decade. Like your heavy based pots, they cook better. They're more even. The Dutch ovens, like those are your pans for life. And if you take care of them, even if you happen to burn them, you can restore those pans. The ones that you screw up for Walmart, let's say you burn it, they're gonna set fire. They're done. I mean, not to say you should. Now, keep in mind, you should not spend $1,000 on a pan. Wait till they're on sale because it's still fucking stupid. You know what I mean? But that set in particular is amazing. And there's also copper. Like copper pans is how that restaurant level.
Yeah.
Don't buy them. They're so hard to upkeep. You'll spend more time polishing them than you will actually doing anything else. But look at it this way: invest in good cookware. It'll last forever. Like there's certain things that I'll like. You know, it's a throwaway. But like the two pans I have with me, they're $8 a piece. You know what I mean? $8 for an omelet pan of use. As much as I do, not a big deal.
I watched a YouTube video.
Go on.
And he bought a $1 knife. And then he bought a $90 whetstone.
Yes.
And he spent 14 hours sharpening it. And it was the same sharpness as a $400 knife. Do you recommend this practice?
only say one thing in the situation. If you have the skill and you won't cut yourself, that video is unreal.
You've seen it, right?
I've seen it. I couldn't stop watching it. Like I saw that knife and he's just like it restored. And he could tell it was full of steel, so he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
I just.
Yikes.
He buys like a shitty $1 knife and he spends like 14 hours grinding on a $90 whetstone, and then he just like cuts like a hair blade in half.
Yeah.
And it's just like.
Like my knives need work. Like mine are actually not doing the work right now, and they need to. Like I need to bring them back to a stone.
But like literally he's just going like this for like tens of hours,
Yikes.
just sharpening it.
Think about those buff arms though.
Yeah. Maybe that's like, maybe I should take up
That's
that
how you craft. Yeah.
People would watch that on stream.
Yeah.
What is this? What do you think of Le Crusted cookware? Le Crusted?
I know that brand.
I don't know that brand.
Le
That's probably not a
Crusted.
good brand.
I have to check it out. I don't know that brand.
There's a lay in it, so it sounds
They
French.
make like pots.
Le Crusted.
Sur la table is a place where I've lost a small fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and they say it's on sale, then you're just like, oh, but my biggest advice to people is go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls, go to
That's good
Clarence.
advice.
Go to Clarence, it's all the old shit that people say it's out of style.
Out of season, right?
Yeah, it's $9 for this $100 set. I don't even need it. Oh man. Wait. Okay, sorry, I was looking at the chat. So how do you guys all feel? You got the itis or what?
That was yes. That was
All right,
great,
That was
though.
like
so-
the perfect amount of food.
Yeah.
So, it was really good. I was really nervous you guys weren't fed enough.
No.
That was great.
By making way too many lamb chops.
Yeah.
Really
You guys ate all the lamb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
good.
Absolutely.
I did enjoy watching you eat them. Because it was just, it was one after another, and I go, I wonder how many can eat without anyone noticing.
I really did not notice
I
until
reached
you
a
said
level where I was like, I'm
actually
gonna stop and I'm just gonna
You're
let
like,
people
what?
like get what they need,
Yeah.
and then I'll like resume.
So if I just put a pile of meat on your plate, it'll be alright.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, so now you guys can tell me what you think.
Dude.
That is a very.
Actually,
What
should
are
we
all
go?
the adjectives that we could use?
Well, again, we tried with the theme, so you can judge me on this as much as you want. Remember, Atlas, if you're watching. And hopefully you are watching or watch the VOD later. Again, this was about Catherine. This is supposed to be a as sexually as I can get it kind of meal. It should have been a lot of fun. You should have felt comfortable. And of course, I need to keep working at this stuff. So obviously, you got to hit me really hard. I have really thick skin. And you need to be very honest.
Boy,
with me.
are you
I
like
don't
waiting
think
to get
we're
shit
gonna-
on?
You don't know what my life is like.
Obviously, I don't.
So yeah.
What happens when you go
The
home?
chat's clapping. Oh.
That's a really fair reaction. I wish I don't have any advice. It was just really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like the in the appetizer. I liked that the sweet things were also spicy. Like it wasn't there was a spicy thing and a sweet thing. Like the sweet things were spicy, so sometimes you take a bite and be like, oh, that's mango, and then you take another bite and be like, holy shit, my mouth. And the shrimp was fantastic.
The shrimp was really good.
You like that shrimp?
Yeah, what was the seasoning for the shrimp? Because it
Right.
was like
Parsley, thyme,
Panko?
in the panko. So it was in the panko and the marinade. So you just take like a third of the marinade and blend it with the panko breadcrumbs.
okay. Sure.
And you can make that seared, saute,
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah.
Interesting.
The appetizer was really exciting. The pasta was great because it was a second course, so it was like, but then it was super light. It was like really light and refreshing.
Excellent.
Which
Yeah,
is
even
rare for
it had
pasta.
sausage in it, but didn't feel like you
No,
were like.
the sausage,
Right,
even the
right.
sausage was like quite light
Yeah.
as well. It was really nice.
Good.
And then obviously the main course was delicious.
Oh my god, those
The
leeks.
leeks.
Yeah. I know we were, but we
That
really
was
like
like
leeks.
unreal. It was
Yeah.
unreal. Like the lamb was gonna say, and then you put the leek on top, and it was just
Yeah.
like
The combination
God.
was incredible. Yeah,
That
it was
makes me
really,
so
really good.
happy. Those leeks,
That's
it's
like-
nothing but butter, salt, and leeks. It's just thyme.
Oh
that
my
took about
God.
25 minutes to cook.
I'm also like,
So yeah.
I'm a sucker for how broccoli is prepared when it's prepared that way.
Yeah.
It's my favorite way.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I thought that was great too.
Yeah.
Thank you. That makes me.
Yeah, it was great. And then like you didn't even have to do dessert because kind of not your jam, but then you whipped up that raspberry
Yeah.
stuff. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dude, yeah, it was amazing.
You
I
worked
love
with some on-the-fly stuff that happened
Yeah.
at the end to like mess up dessert, and
Yeah.
it wound up delicious. So.
At some parties, people have gotten drunk and stumbled into the kitchen and dropped cakes. So
Oh.
I
Oh,
appreciate
man.
you guys being so patient.
Yeah, and you saved the Parmesan bread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That I knew I should have known better. As it's like Andy broiler. Like my number one rule is don't ever turn away from the broiler. And I was just like
So busy, like, trying to-
yeah, I was just like focusing, and I was just like something's on fire. And I smelt it, and I'm like, don't stop, just fix it. So yeah, I'm glad you guys
that's
like
that's
that.
an interesting like sort of rule, right? For in the kitchen, where like is that like a something you learn where you're like, oh, it's burned, like there's no point in fixing it.
Yeah, you know, there's a point where you know you can jump for it, but you won't get anywhere screwing up another dish to fix something else.
Yeah.
So by then, it's like you guys need to have hot pasta, and this is still working, and the chat's looking, and the bread's burning. So it's just like, I can redo the bread, I can't redo this pasta.
Yeah.
So that's how I
Yeah.
saw it.
Oh man. That was excellent, dude. And the lamb, I was like, this is so medium, like the cooking, which everybody's like, what does that even mean? But I was like, you know, like I cook lamb a lot, and like sometimes I'm just like, oh, it's like the lamb got well done, and now it's, you know, it's like past, it's like.
Also, there was a lot of lamb, but like it was consistent.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right, you
That makes
didn't
sense.
get like really rare lamb and then like some medium well lamb at the end. Like it was all really
Yeah.
good.
Both Aaron and I, when we took our first bites, because we took our first bites at
Yeah.
the same time, we were both like, it's so tender. Like literally
Thank
at
you.
the same time. Yeah,
That's
great.
all reading the pan. Like I can see what the pan was doing with the shrimp. So it's like, oh, I know the hot spots now. So it's just like, all right,
Oh,
big piece here,
interesting,
small piece
interesting.
here,
Yeah.
big piece there, and then it's just like rest this one here, and then at one point I was just like, I'm gonna
Kinda
fix
crazy.
another one.
Yeah.
It's I don't know your stove, but it's so much easier to do that on gas than it is electric.
Yeah.
Like
Sure,
this is the first
yeah.
gas house I've been to in so long.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you
It's
don't
like all of
know.
LA,
Yeah,
I guess.
I know, like, oh my god, like I was so happy. So yeah,
Yeah.
so we missed.
My mom will be very pleased.
So you're gonna do this all over again, right?
This?
Yeah.
Me?
Just for your mom.
Just for my
You
mom?
can legitimately make all this food very easily.
Speaking of which, she literally just texted me.
She was like, I heard you talking about me in chat.
I hope you saved some for me.
So my mom wrote me earlier. I guess you were looking for. I think she's just watching you. She wrote me earlier. Does Andy need a pan? And I'm like, he's good. And she goes, oh, he was looking for liquor, not a pan. My bad. And then she wrote, bravo, Andy.
Oh, mom, you are the best.
Yeah.
Your mom is so dope.
She appreciates that, I'm sure.
I will lie, when I saw the amount of pans you had, and I go, all right, we gotta fix this.
I have two pans.
You have two pans.
One's a big pan and one's a tiny pan. That's
Yes,
the only
indeed.
pans I
I'm
have.
tempted to give you one of mine.
They old.
Please don't.
As well. They need replacing once a year. How old are those pans?
Wait, you're supposed to replace your pants once a year?
No.
No.
It's you have to think about the frequency of use.
Streaming out, streaming out.
You
Alright,
have so many pants!
I cook about 5 to 6 days out of the week, so all my
Right.
pans
Wow.
are constantly
We cook,
being
like,
used, constantly
twice
being used.
every
so.
2 weeks.
So how do you know when your pan is
That's
like
not true.
done?
I know,
It starts doing weird things, like food starts sticking where you didn't used to, like there's
okay,
weird
okay.
hot
I
spots,
know.
like you
Absorbing
can
this
see it in your
information.
pan. It's why people like those silver pans where you can
Yeah.
see the burns in the scorches,
Yeah.
like things like that. It's like if it's Teflon, it's like wishy-washy.
Yeah.
But there's metal pans out there that you're just like, oh, this is looking
okay,
at.
okay.
So
Interesting.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Pro tip.
pro tips. And watch Babbage. He knows what he's talking about. Oh yeah, I should have tweeted at Babbage. Binging with
Bad bitch?
Babbage.
Bad Babish.
Yeah, binging with Babbage. He does
Oh.
all food.
I heard
I do
Babbage.
gaming.
I heard bad bitch.
Should have tweeted it bad
I don't
bitch.
know.
Josh was like, that's my Twitter account. Me? That's my name when I go to Love Letter Pizza.
He does food related. He does like Game of Thrones and like food from like The Office and
Oh,
like things like
okay.
that. He does a lot of
Oh,
interesting
okay.
memes. And he's a really, really interesting dude. Like the way he does the videos is great. But he started streaming recently, and I'm not sure if he's enjoying it or not. But hopefully we'll see more of him. Because it's not quite the same production and the same cutting and things like that. And I try really hard to, if I make a mistake, own it. But
Wow, chat knows exactly what you're talking about.
yes.
Oh, somebody's asking what you think of enamel cookware too.
Ooh. You know what? I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Oh.
It has its massive uses. Like there's certain things you can do with it that it's just like you can't pull off with other pans. That's all I'll
Yeah.
say. But binging with Babish, if you happen to tweet at him, let him know Love you, bro. He gave me some sage advice, like on Reddit, and I'm just like, I'm gonna cry. I asked him whether or not I should start the channel, and he was like, even if it's a small channel, like should more of us do this? And he's just like, everybody has a story to tell, and everybody has a song to sing, and it doesn't matter what your tune is or what your story is, someone's gonna want to hear it. And I was just like, cool, I'm emotional.
Crendor's the perfect example. A man who you think, who would watch this? People watch it.
Turns the stream on, and then like leaves for 45 minutes to get Starbucks, and leaves the stream on, and they're there in the chat waiting excitedly for his return.
Some people just want to feel like they want to wait for something. They want to have like the anticipation. Crendor is
Crendor's spam promoting himself.
He's basically the night before Christmas. That is his theme. Is like the waiting, the expectation. And it gets done. They're like, all right, cool, I'm out. And they leave.
Crendor winds up on our projector too often.
So you're a part of the problem.
Yeah, we're part of it.
Crendor, you are
ready to chill on the couch. Who do we watch?
Yeah.
And there he is. He's not in his chair, but he'll be there soon.
It's just a chair.
He's not in his chair, but he'll be there soon. So we put him on and we wait.
Eventually he'll return.
Eventually he'll come back and do some hard
And he'll come back and he'll be like,
Legends.
sorry guys, I nearly potted my nose. Or something like that.
He's in Twitch right now. He's like, that's me. Follow me on Twitch. These are all separate. Follow me on Twitch. Click my name. Click follow.
We love you, Crendor.
Oh, dude.
Wish you were here.
Wish you were here eating this food with us.
I would love his critique.
I want
to go.
We need to do this again. We need to do this again and have Crendor.
And have his wisdom.
We need to have him do like a real Gordon Ramsay like.
Yeah.
On the food. Oh my god.
That'd be a good show.
That would be a good show.
I'd watch that show. I'm just saying.
My Twitter has fucking fallen apart.
Good, good.
I was looking at some text messages and my friend's trolling me because that's what they do when I'm cooking. Because they know I have the hesitation to check your phone.
Trying to get you off your game.
Oh god, yeah. I think Big Chef KD, he's an executive chef at Disney. He will come in here and like squash anything that anyone else says about it. But then my friend Winston is an ultimate ball buster. He's just like, damn, I don't know. Like my friend Sarah, like I told you earlier, she's just like, yeah, remember when I said that my mom makes better pancakes? It's just so trigger worthy. It's just like, I know it's your mother, but I feel like you're wrong. I'm upset about
like,
this.
does your mom want to go right now?
Yeah, you know.
Pancakes?
I am quite literally obsessed with the perfect pancake recipe.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you how far it's gone.
No pictures, please.
It's
the critique is in the tongue.
No
next time you meet me.
No pictures, please.
I honestly am obsessed with making perfect pancakes.
I've seen the fluffy as hell pancakes.
It's a shit talking fest. And I don't know where that came from. I feel like it was an inside joke that's gone way too far.
Pancakes.
But at the same time, like, it's really nice that they show up and support you, even if it's just to like
It's a
break
ball
your balls
bust.
a little.
Oh yeah. I hope they all stream eventually. Like I really hope they do, so I can answer back.
You're gonna be like, it's my time.
That time is now.
I'll have like 6
With, like,
accounts open.
A nice glass of wine as you're like, let the roasting begin.
It's like not Andy 1, not Andy 2. That's lamb chops and raw. No, Andy 2's like, I agree, not Andy 1.
Number 3 is just like, well, I agree. Fuck you, number 3. So yeah, what do we do now?
That was excellent.
Have a great time
Shall
together.
we like?
Yeah.
Say goodbye to everyone.
Did you guys play a game this entire time? Or
No.
We were just hanging out.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
One
That's cool.
thing I will say is like the pacing was good too. Having like an actual dinner party where it's like, oh, we're gonna have a course, and then we're gonna hang out and chat, and then the next, like the pacing felt really good there, because it gave us time to like catch up, but also let the food settle.
Yeah.
That makes me happy because you don't get that in a restaurant unless
Yeah.
they really screw it up.
Yeah, they're totally like, all right, here, get out. Like they just want to get you in and out.
It's all like timed at nice restaurants, right? Like the second you finish your appetizer, your next course should be coming out, right?
I mean, that's like that seems like a very American thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when we've been overseas, it's been way different than that. It's like it shows up You have time. They don't give you the check right away. You can like literally sit there and
Yeah.
chill and like drink.
Yeah.
In the States, it's like,
Well, because it's all about economy.
Get out.
It's like, you
Turn and
know.
burn, yeah.
yeah.
Get
But
you in
and
that
it's
table.
because
Like,
of the tips though. Like, oh, we have to turn these tables because
Yeah.
we need stuff with
Yeah.
food. And it's just
Yeah.
like, you know.
In
that's the
some
problem.
restaurants, like depending on what it is, like in some restaurants you like let the chef know when they're nearly done, and then they'll like start. Or like
Yeah.
if it's like stuff like soup that they have like on broil anyway, then you just like tell them when you just tell them when they're finished.
Right.
For the most part, they'd be like, "Hey, how's 11 doing?" And then you go look, and you'd be like, "Yeah, they're nearly done. There's one guy left," and then they would stop.
Right.
So it's like communication.
Yeah. But that was it was a good like the pace was really good.
This is
I
great.
felt Like.
Mm.
I was like, oh.
Dude, thank you for doing this. This was fun.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for eating. Huge.
Yeah.
Very, very much.
No, you don't applaud. You did all the work. You did all the work.
Now go play Catherine.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Make bad choices.
Look, the
Do
evil
something
ending is-
immoral.
You guys should play Catherine. It was sick.
It is. And the evil ending, in my opinion, is totally rad. I thought it was actually much cooler than the good ending.
Agreed.
Oh, goodness.
Yay.
Alrighty,
That's
I'm
fun.
gonna
Alright.
clean y'all up.
I guess that's it for us.
I guess.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Follow Andy on Twitter and Twitch.
And
Andy and abuse your fellow. Yes.
Yes.
And abuse your fellow chefs to start streaming, or I'll kill them all.
The
Bye,
pressure.
everyone. Kristen, hit
All right,
end
all right,
stream.
all right.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, bye, Mom.